Live. You're really surprising me with that one. Didn't even get a countdown or anything like that.
What is happening, everybody?
Everyone enjoy the view that is the left shoulder in the top right-hand corner. All right, guys, welcome to our live stream of Game 1 of the World Series. We're very excited to be here with you. This is our third live stream. I am, of course, one of your co-hosts, Alex Fast, joined, as always, with the camera-friendly presidential nominee himself, Nick Pollack.
If you watch today, I guarantee good baseball for everybody involved. I don't know. I'm not trying to
an impression of.
It's just a presidential candidate. What is happening, everybody? We're really excited for this game today, and we're very, very lucky because we knew we'd be doing this broadcast.
Yeah.
But we didn't know who would be pitching.
No. And so I'm going to talk to you about who's pitching right now. While Nick, I want you guys to keep in mind, let us know in the beginning if there's any technical errors, right?
Of course,
if you hear any echoes or anything like that, please come check us out on Discord if you're there. And we'll be keeping track of all of your questions and comments as Nick is setting it up right now. But as Nick just said, we've got a doozy of a dingus of a game between Gerrit Cole and Max Scherzer. Now, before we get into the game, before Scherzer takes the mound, I want to throw to you, and I want you to let us know, what can we expect to see from Max Scherzer today?
Well, like Gerrit Cole, of course, lots of strikeouts. Hopefully, right away, I want to see his cutter working. That's a 91-mile-per-hour cutter going inside to lefties effectively. We've seen him in the postseason not have that pitch early, and has affected him. But he's a guy with 4 different pitches. He has a fastball. He will attack constantly in the zone. One of the highest zone rates in the majors. One of the highest first pitch strike rates in the majors as well. Confidently throw that fastball in the zone and then set up that big slider. The changeup. He's not afraid of going righty changeup either. And of course that cutter going away from righties and into lefties. So hopefully he can keep the Houston Astros lineup at bay.
Now, on the other end of the mound, of course, we have Gerrit Cole, who's been, in my opinion, the person who should be the Cy Young winner this year. Regardless of which stat you look at, he's just incredibly impressive. I tweeted something yesterday about his fastball. It's first in WOBA, ex-WOBA, batting average against, K rate, swinging strike rate, second in CSW rate for fastballs, and he goes to it frequent. He goes to it often. What are you expecting to see from Gerrit Cole today?
I mean, I want to see a lot of those fastballs up in the zone. 70% of his fastballs were located up in the zone this season. We love that. It's a Blake Snell blueprint that we talk about all the time, going high with heaters and then low with breaking stuff. Definitely an early sign will be, can he get that slider down and in to the lefty batters like Juan Soto, for example, on the Nationals? If you can do that effectively, then you can go in and out and then pair in maybe even a surprise changeup every so often. But honestly, fastballs up, even dotting down and away, hopefully he can hit that. When Gerrit Cole can go up and down with his heater, he's as effective as anyone in the majors, of course. Definitely be looking for that fastball command and that slider down and in.
Now, before we get to first pitch, which is going to be in about 3 minutes, I want to go pitcher by pitcher, and I want to get your predictions for final line on the night.
Yes,
so we're going to start with Gerrit Cole. What is Gerrit Cole's line going to be at the end of the night?
It's going to be 6 innings, 2 earned runs, 8 strikeouts, and 2 walks. About 7 hits.
About 7 hits.
About 7 hits.
Okay. So for Cole, I got 7 innings pitched with 1 earned run. I got 9 Ks, 2 walks, 4 hits.
Okay.
I have him absolutely dominating. How about Scherzer for you?
Scherzer around the same. I actually expect this true pitching duel here. 6 point, maybe 7. I'm going to give 7 for Scherzer. I think they're going to push him a little farther than Cole necessarily here. So 7 innings, 2 earned runs, 5 hits, 2 walks, 6 Ks.
6 Ks. Interesting. I got 6 1/3 with 3 earned runs. I think he's going to give up a bomb or 2. 7 Ks, 1 walk, and 6 hits. Any predictions for not just the series? We'll get to that in a sec, but this game. Predictions for Game 1.
Let's go with 4-3 Astros.
4-3 Astros. Now, I actually have this one as a little bit more of a runaway.
Okay.
I have it Astros 5-1. I think there are going to be some cobwebs for the Nationals. They've been resting for a few days, almost a week, really. Has it been almost a week for them?
It has been, yeah.
That's absolutely insane. So I think there might be some cobwebs there. So I think the Astros, they're ready. They're trying to put this morning's media debacle behind them and just focus on baseball. What about for the World Series, though? What do you have for the actual World Series?
I would love to see the Nationals get this. I think they can steal one away. I'm going with the Nationals in 7.
Really?
Yes.
That is very interesting. So I'm actually going to go with the Astros in 6. But before we get to that, why do you think the Nationals are going to walk away with this one?
I absolutely love the rotation. The fact that they've leaned so heavily on their power 3. Even Sanchez going no-hit ball for a long time against the Dodgers, as we saw in Arizona. Very exciting stuff. That was against the Dodgers we saw. Yes. Yes.
Wait, Sanchez?
Yeah, he was messing around with no-hit ball, wasn't he?
No, that was the Cardinals.
That was against the Cardinals. That was against the Cardinals. That's right, with the butterfly changeup, of course.
Game 1.
How I will say that the bullpen, of course, not a strength of the Nationals, but those stars are excellent, and I really do think that they can silence a lot of these Astros bats.
Yeah, I actually think it's kind of the opposite. So I know that Eno Saris had a great article today about what we can expect in this pitching World Series.
Article, yes.
He said, now, I think I'm looking at the notes right here. The Nationals have been able to rely on 6 pitchers 89% of the time. They've just been able to rely on Strasburg, Scherzer, Corbin, Sanchez, Daniel Hudson, right? Not Dakota. I was getting confused.
No.
And Doolittle. Now, that to me is a little bit scary because, in my opinion, then if you can get to one of them and get into that bullpen a little bit more, maybe you won't be able to rely on some of those other guys as frequently. This isn't going to be a sweep like it was with the Cardinals.
Right, this is good. I mean? This is going to be a grind. I mean, especially with this rotation of the Nationals. Strasburg has been fantastic. Corbin a little bit shaky, but has also been asked to do more than what he's used to. And I really do think Scherzer is made for this. Yep. Scherzer is going to surprise a lot of people. There's a lot of talk about Gerrit Cole and Justin Verlander, and not enough about Max Scherzer. I really do think he's going to surprise a lot of people. And it's kind of odd that even say surprise a lot of people when it's Max Scherzer.
Yeah, that's a great point. But you recall some of his earlier playoff performances, and then of course his past playoff performances. He hasn't been that lights out. He hasn't been the kind of Scherzer that we're used to seeing. Hopefully, with some, I don't know if this extra rest is going to be good or bad for him. To be honest, Scherzer, one of my favorite pitchers, solely because of that tenacity, that passion. I wonder if then he won't be able to settle it down, and he'll be able to take it a little bit too far with that passion. I mean, in Game 1 of the World Series, this has to be the first time he was in the World Series since the Tigers got...
Yeah, they swept by the Cardinals.
Or the Giants or the Cardinals?
Ooh.
I think it might have been the Giants.
I believe you're right, in 2012. So we're getting ready here. Cole is warming up. He just saw him tip his glove down. That's, of course, for a curveball.
It was the Giants, yes.
Yeah, it was the Giants. 2012 then? Mm-hmm. Okay.
You were correct. We were both correct in many ways. And in some ways, you were terribly wrong. Now, I only say that.
Sounds about right all the time.
I'm obviously getting ripped to shreds in the comments so far between Yancey and Dave because, yes, I'm not wearing a suit. Nick told me to wear a suit today at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
I thought it'd be really funny. And then I tried actually putting on one of his my jackets on him, and it wasn't going to work.
Yeah, it was truly like me and Dad.
I wanted to wear a suit. He actually thought it was a great idea. So I wouldn't do this if he thought, he will tell me if it's a good idea or not. I thought this was funny.
All right, why don't we talk about the first batters that are coming up for the Washington Nationals. Now, leading off, of course, is going to be Trey Turner. He finished the year hitting .298, .353 with a .497 slugging. He's, of course, got his work cut out for him going up against Gerrit Cole and that fantastic fastball. Now, Trey Turner has actually been a very good fastball hitter this year, slashing .333. I don't have, what's the rest of those numbers? I have his batting average, and I have his slugging. I don't think I have his OBP. 333 and 593 against fastballs. Now, I tried when I was making these notes to specify what kind of fastball these guys are going to be seeing, but then it was too small of a sample size. So then I want to provide the caveat of these are Turner's numbers against all fastballs. Gerrit Cole, of course, a cut above. But let's tune in for the first pitch of the game. What is it going to be? Fastball?
Oh, it's going to be a fastball down and away, I would imagine, from Gerrit Cole.
I'm going to go fastball up and in.
Sure,
here it is, pitch 1 of the World Series.
It was trying to be down and away.
Yeah.
And he got it up. It was only at 95. I'm actually really surprised about that. That is actually a great indication. I know some people might say it's a negative, but the idea that Cole isn't too overamped. You'd expect 100 out of the gate. We know he can do that. That's him just easing into it. That's exactly what you want. I'm sure the energy is massive inside of Houston, and to see him not necessarily let his emotions go crazy there is great. Hung that one a little bit. To
Correa, he botches the ball.
And we have a quick base runner that was up in a way that was neither high nor low.
That was also tailor-made for Correa to be able to, keep that energy going in the first inning. We can't hear the crowd, but I imagine they've got to be a little bit taken out of it after a little error there.
So I already feel good about my prediction of the Nationals winning the World Series.
Sir, it always comes down to that.
Right. Okay. So instantly, right now, Cole has a runner on base. We're going to see him out of the stretch. Oftentimes, as a pitcher, you want to get some sort of rhythm with your motion, feel good right out of the gates. But then once you're in the stretch, maybe you haven't practiced this. Maybe you haven't really gone there quite yet. Hopefully, he can recover quickly.
Ooh, he starts off with a first pitch curveball, and the Nationals are aggressive, stealing their first base of the game.
I love it. Turner is ready to go. Right out of the gate, let's go. Steals second base, and now instant pressure, only 3 pitches in. Love it.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's a lot of chutzpah there for Gerrit Cole, and that's also great. I don't know if maybe the Nationals knew he was going to throw a curveball. I mean,
just about to ask that. I love it.
56% of the time he throws fastballs to left-handed hitters.
I will say though, what if first time a batter gets on, does he lean on a breaking ball that first pitch? That could be the situation. I would imagine a fastball down and away now.
And they try and bunt him over, and Eaton pops it up. That just absolutely takes the momentum out. You have got to get that ball down. I like the notion of it. I like Eaton trying to advance him. A pop fly scores it. You're not going to be able to get many opportunities against Cole, but you've got to be able to execute in Game 1 of the World Series.
Definitely. You have to get that ball down. And yeah, as you mentioned, it's not a bad approach right now. Some are saying, hey, why are you bunting? You have a man on second, 3 outs to go. Well, you want to put the pressure as much as you can on the Astros right now. You got first base runner, you stole second, and then you want to bunt him over to third. All of a sudden, man on third with 1 out. Get that early run, get that early momentum. That could be very exciting. It's still an obvious situation here at second base. Just a base knock is your first run of the game. You've seen a fastball and a breaking ball now. I would imagine fastball away. Got to establish that pitch. No, it looks like it's a slider at 88 miles per hour, fouled off by Rendon. Do you go back to that slider here?
No, I think if I'm him, I try and establish that fastball one more time. I believe he's thrown how many? 4 pitches now, and only 1 of which have been a 4-seamer so far?
First two?
The first 2.
Actually, the bunt was as well.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Now, Rendon, obviously one of the more dangerous hitters in that lineup, hitting .319 over the course of the year with a .412 OBP and a .598 slugging. Here comes the second pitch.
Oh, a great pitch with tail coming back over, fouled off for strike 2. Now, Rendon is very tough to strike out. Not someone that strikes out often. He will fight through this and now trying to create contact to put it in play, maybe pushing fastballs away to right field. If I'm Cole right now, I actually go back with a fastball up and in because I would imagine Rendon would adjust his approach to push it to right field. Makes him very liable up and in here.
Now, historically, over the course of the year, you can pretty much have a coin flip for righties with Cole. What he does with 2 strikes, either fastball or slider. Here comes the pitch. And it's a fastball up, and he blows it by Anthony Rendon. What a gorgeous pitch.
Now, I wasn't looking at Twitter. I wonder if some people were worried about the 95 and 96 they saw from the first at bat against Trey Turner. Well, that was 98. Don't worry about the velocity. Excellent pitch there. Went up and went at it. Rendon just trying to put it in play there, but it wasn't so far away. It was still middle and up, and middle and up is okay. It's just away and up. That's where you can get beat. Good location there from Cole, and you're in the strikeout.
There's a really stupid sport called football. They talk about a lot taking advantage of mistakes in big games. The Nationals needed to do that. Will we see a crotch grab from Juan Soto in this at bat?
I hope so.
Fastball high. So
now a crotch grab.
Oh, I love that. You see that from Soto? Oh, absolutely love this. He looks after that 97-mile-an-hour heat that he swings and misses. He just looks at Gerrit Cole. He nods. He smiles a little bit as if to say, "Okay, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good."
That's what Hader served him in the wild card game. Swung right through that. Followed it up with a secondary pitch for a ball. Let's see if we get that here.
You got to go Heater again. And he
expecting it.
Did you see that movement? That last second movement
from there? A little bit of tail from Cole there. Now he executes 2 fastballs here. You have to go back upstairs with 1 more.
No, I think at this point you put it in the dirt. You got to trust that Juan Soto is going to be a little aggressive here. He's seen 2 fastballs. Like we said before, now with lefties, he goes to fastballs with 2 strikes 52% of the time. The slider just 21% of the time. So every indication here is a 4-seamer with a 2-strike count. I say bury that slider in the dirt. Let's see what he does on the 0-2 pitch.
There it is, strike 3, 99 on the corner.
Oh, God.
That's how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. You can actually see Juan Soto swing under that ball as he's expecting more of a breakdown because that's where his bat plane was going. He was thinking, I'm expecting to see that breaking stuff. Not today. Strike 3, and Cole gets out of it with a pair of strikeouts and a bunt pop-up. I got to hand it to the Nationals. They really did try to take advantage of that early mistake, but they just couldn't do it.
That was absolutely gorgeous. I'm still thinking about that pitch. That's amazing. That was absolutely amazing. We've got some comments. Most of them, we don't really have questions. They're mostly about your suit. Okay, because you got this great suit. So why don't we go to the segments? Or do you want to do segments, or do you want to we'll save that a little bit for later?
Let's see. Just some questions here. Right, you can adjust the timing of the stream. Hopefully, it's not so far behind for you guys. But I mean, we have it in the corner there, very nicely done, so you can see where we are. But yeah, let's go to one of our wonderful segment hats. This is actually a Nationals All-Star Game one from Mr. Fast himself. Let's see, what do we have here as segments? Segments are stuff we'll do every half inning. Random questions proposed by you and us. What is the greatest and the worst call you've ever made?
The greatest and the worst call I've ever made.
That is take you've had that you thought for a season.
Yeah, okay. So the greatest, I would probably say Jack Flaherty last year. I was very high on him coming into last year, and then that panned out super well. My worst, was a dumb decision because I didn't follow my heart. I was young in the industry. I was hopping onto what people were saying as opposed to listening to what I had to say or doing my own research. And I really believed, and I yelled at him about this in person, that Jason Collette was right, that Drew Hutchinson was going to be a Cy Young candidate. And man, oh man, was he not. What about you?
Yeah, this is tough. Worst call, there's so many I could make.
Come on, you got plenty of good ones.
I mean, there's a ton of really bad ones. I will say, okay, well, at least for best, I'll probably say stick Manoa through 3 years to get to that Cy Young. That's something I think about a lot, just about why that happened. I mean, I remember having the top 25 in 2018 before the season started. So that was good. I would say worst, Zach Godley at 21 last year.
Oh, rest in peace.
That probably in 2018. Oh man, it's funny. A lot of people were focusing on the Castillo, but the Godley. Oh, I mean, also praising Fulte when he first came up.
Oh, that panned out well in the end.
No. But this was 2015. I had him at like 55, and it used to be a joke to pour one out for Fulte.
Yeah.
So I mean, those are the ones that at least have stuck with me. I'm sure it made many worse and better. You guys can probably tell me, honestly.
Yeah, I'm sure there will be more in the comments to let us know. Now, here we are. We're back to the game. It's the bottom of the first. George Springer, of course, leading us off. Max Scherzer on the bump. We talked about it.
Yes.
Fastball, likes his fastballs. Obviously has that cutter that he's been working in. He says he's been trying to figure it out for years. Let's see how much it's going to be a part of the gameplay.
Fastball first pitch here has to be. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Wow.
Went with the slider.
So he comes in with the slider, first pitch.
Now, this is George Springer, I assume.
This is George Springer,
George Springer, very aggressive on the first pitch, so he's known to hit fastballs right away on the first pitch. Not too shocking, come to think about it. I feel like I should have understood that would happen.
As a matter of fact, to back up what you were saying, the first two hitters in this lineup are actually the most aggressive on first pitches swinging in the lineup.
And I assume that's Altuve number 2?
Altuve number 2. Here comes pitch number 3,
that's
96
two identical fastballs right off the outside corner. Scherzer is just not making the right adjustment quite yet to hit that. Now, I know in his head he wants to do it again to make sure he can find that release point, find that corner, but he knows it's probably not the right pitch to do 2-1. You might see a slider here instead. No, he does it. I love it.
97-mile-an-hour heater.
See that? Okay, that's what's going through his head there. That's why he went back with a fastball after missing twice. 2-2 now. What do you go with, Fast?
Well, okay, so historically, when he's ahead 2 strikes, once again, it's a coin flip. He's either going with that fastball or he's going with that slider. Every once in a while, he mixes in a changeup. I say bring in the changeup. You don't throw it all too often. Let's see what he does here in a 2-strike count. Here comes the pitch. He goes with the slider, and Springer is able to fight it off at 87 miles an hour. Very similar, a little bit lower than that first pitch. To me, that's a little bit too easy there.
Yes, that's not the pitch he's trying to make. That was a front door, once again, a backup slider, you could say. That's supposed to be down and away.
Now, at this point, I think I would kind of pair that with a fastball inside, right? You've already set up that you're coming in inside. I think he might be anticipating another slider there. I think I would come right in up at the hands against a very good hitter in Springer. Let's see what Scherzer does here on the 2-2.
Yep.
Oh.
That's the pitch he tried to execute previously. A lot of good movement on it, though.
Yeah,
now, if that does come back a little bit more towards the plate, start that more in the middle than the outside corner. That will get a swing. I will give a shout out quickly to Ben Brown, who says that I might have the best wardrobe, but you have the best facial hair.
That's very kind.
Definitely true. You can see
we are a
the patches
duo.
here. Okay, the 3-2 pitch on the way. I expect a heater here. Oh, it came down in the zone, but not given to Scherzer as he walks Springer. And now We just saw Turner go. Do we think that Springer's going to be aggressive as well?
That's interesting. So the first pitch was a slider, which kind of caught us off guard.
Yes.
You have to imagine that he's not going to be able to throw that first pitch slider again. I don't think you would want to do it. He just walked him. Let him kind of see if he's going to calm down or not. Let's see if he's going to be able to get his command or not. Don't give him free outs on the base paths. Yeah, I don't think you would want to steal.
I say if Springer is not gone by the third pitch, I'll be very surprised.
Oh, really? All right, here we go. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Now remember, Altuve, he swings more on the first pitch than any other batter in the Astros lineup. I believe it was a, 23.2% first pitch swing rate. Let's see what he does here on the very first pitch. I'm going to say he swings. And he did! And he lines
so
one to
much
left.
For my little bet there.
Let's go! Oh, Daddy! The analytics comes through! I absolutely love it.
What's interesting is that was 95 right on the, well, not on the corner, on the edge, a little bit elevated, so not on the corner necessarily, but it's the pitch that he was trying to execute a big against Springer.
You bring this up all the time, and so I want to bring it up now. At this point, why is anyone throwing high pitches to Jose Altuve?
That was not supposed to be high. That was supposed to be down.
Did he set up low and away?
Yeah, that's supposed to be down and away.
Then you really don't want to be missing high to Jose Altuve.
Because is it even high?
That one was pretty high. Relatively, it's not like it was in the middle of the plate.
Right, but I mean to a pitcher that's not necessarily up.
Oof,
that's 8 up. Brantley, wow, what a terrible swing.
Pitching Ninja calls a sword, I believe.
Yes. I would imagine that would be a pitch that had a bit of cut action to it. Just how he wanted to take a swing at a pitch on the inside corner, couldn't see that pitch essentially by the end. He just fell off the plate.
So, however much Jose Altuve takes first pitch swings as the second pitch comes in, absolutely gorgeous.
Now this is something that's okay. So that 0-1 pitch was a changeup from Scherzer. That's twice. Now with his secondary stuff, he hasn't really put it away as he's wanted to. But his slider was inside 3 times to Springer. This changeup fell inside
gorgeous.
To Brantley.
That's a gorgeous changeup.
That is actually very hittable.
But it tails into the last second. It looks like it's coming right at him.
Into the bat. I know, but if you stay in, you can easily hit that stuff.
That's a good point. Before we go on, I do want to mention that because Altuve, as we said, 23.9% swing in the first swing there.
Yes.
That drops all the way to 9% for Brantley. So to get him to swing first on the
right.
first pitch, even to cut like that, you can't really overestimate how rarely he does that.
That's a great point.
So that's pretty impressive to now have him 0-2. Nick doesn't like the changeup. I like the changeup. I thought it was pretty filthy, but he does make a good point.
I think it was a great choice against Brantley. Now, I would be surprised if they could go back with it away, but he hasn't gotten the feel for it yet. I would think he would try and go a high heater at this point.
Sure. He did hit 87 on that changeup, right?
Okay. 87 inside. It could be another inside, away changeup.
Setting up down and in. And
beautiful cutter at 90 miles per hour. That's exactly what we're talking about.
Oh.
Remember in the pregame, you got to get inside 2 lefties on that cutter. Scherzer just executed brilliantly, earned that strike.
If this is what we're going to be watching
gorgeous
for 3 hours, I don't know what I'm going to do with my body.
Please gift that. Can you gift that?
Yeah.
No, don't do it.
I can give it real quick. Like, okay, here we go.
No, don't do that.
That was gorgeous. I mean, these pitches have been absolutely unbelievable so far. Yeah, he's got a man on first and second, but that was just some filthy stuff. Scherzer's got some confidence. He looks like he's going to punch someone, maybe himself, on the mound. And here comes Alec Bregman, MVP candidate. Let's see what he does on the first pitch.
Yeah, it's an excellent question. I will tackle that in a moment here.
Sets up low and away.
Great slider. Gorgeous. That's exactly what you're trying to do every single time you throw that slider. You can throw another one here and Bregman would swing. So Yancey says, when a pitcher doesn't have control, is it more often that he doesn't have control of a specific pitch, or is that he's not locating anything? Is it more of he doesn't have it at all kind of thing? And this is one pitch it isn't working thing. Generally, I will say they're just getting the feel of it. Earlier on, they're just kind of figuring out, when do I release my fingers? What kind of adjustment do I need to make to get to that exact point? Scherzer doesn't necessarily have that. They're expecting another slider here at 0-1.
Setting up low and away again.
Fastball.
I mean, this sequence, I don't know if I'm going to survive the night. That slider low and away, and then he dots a fastball. He just paints it low and away. What do you do? If you're Bregman, what do you even do right now?
What you do is make an overlay gift, because that was gorgeous.
Stop telling me to make gifts. That's all I want to make right now. This is unbelievable. So what do you do 0-3? I'm 0-3. What do you do 0-2? What do you do to get the strikeout here? You've obviously set him up perfectly. Where do you take it? What's the piece de la resistance?
You do another slider. Oh, he overthrew that one.
Scrub! Oh, wow. The Astros choose to play aggressive. The ball barely even gets away from Suzuki, but both runners advance 90 feet. Nope. Oh, no, excuse me. It was just Springer going to third. And he's looking at Altuve being like, what are you doing, Doc? Here I am over third. You're still in first.
Yeah, that was a well overthrown slider. Oftentimes you can kind of get to your finger too often. You just kind of pull it down too far on your finger specifically. As you overthrew that pitch. Almost had him, too.
That you are seeing some aggressiveness on the base pass between
it's World
both
Series.
teams. I absolutely love it.
Favors the bold.
You're talking about making the second out at third there as the possibility. That ball didn't even really get away from Suzuki.
And you're talking about facial hair. Well, Suzuki beats us all.
No, that's some patchwork, my friend. That's like a chia pet gone wrong. Sorry. Let's see what we can do here on the 1-2 pitch. So what was he trying to execute there? You think that was a slider?
Oh, 100% that's a slider, yes.
All right. So at this point, now Bregman knows to look low and away. You want to come high and tight with that fastball?
So sorry, Jenny. Yes, it's my sister Stein. I would go back with a slider. Execute the pitch you wanted to do. Yep.
And he does. He comes back with that slider, and Bregman, who is also difficult to strike out, does not want anything to do with it. Hello, Jenny. It was a pleasure to meet you, by the way, in Arizona.
Oh, I didn't realize Jenny was there.
Yeah. Really? You didn't meet Jenny?
I didn't. Did I?
Well, Jenny, if Nick didn't meet you, he apologizes.
Hey, Jenny, we talked. Right, we talked after my presentation, I believe.
There you go.
Yeah, very nice to meet you. Okay.
Oh, yes, and Ben is correct. We do get free tacos now that there has been a stolen base. Yes. We do get free tacos. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Let's see if he goes low and away again.
Oh, beautiful slider. That's so good. So good. Okay, because now Bregman in the previous pitch was like, no, he's going to throw a slider now. And then he's got to go back with a fastball. Slider right under the plate, gets Bregman. Beautifully done.
So what have been the best pitches so far? What's working and not working? It was nice to meet you as well, Jenny.
Yes.
What's been working and not working so far for Scherzer? It looks like he's thrown maybe one cutter. That was fantastic.
That's the only one he's thrown. I mean, he does really do that against the lefties predominantly. Mm-hmm. But it's excellent one against Brantley. You won't see too many lefties in this lineup for the Astros, not the Twins, as Yuli Gurriel steps in. I imagine fastball away here.
Ooh,
slider. So did Yuli, and he swung right over that. Now,
slider. Yuli is actually one of the better slider hitters in the Astros lineup, but there's just nothing that you're going to be able to do with that pitch. He doesn't hit the four-seamer quite as well. He hits at 330. He has not 338. Excuse me. He has a 354 WOBA, which sounds pretty high, 354, but relatively compared to the rest of the team, it's actually pretty low. So let's see what he can do here. Here comes the 0-1 pitch.
Oh, blew it by him. Yuli was not even ready for that. That was as if that was a reaction of a quick pitch. Even though it wasn't, he was just not prepared for 96 heat, especially inside, too. That elevates how much perceived velocity the more you go in, the earlier you need to start your swing.
They zoom in on Scherzer's face. He's cursing to himself already. I'm amped. You're amped. We're all amped for Scherzer. Here comes the 0-2
I would love
pitch.
it. I would love a righty-righty
Cutter
changeup. It's going to be a slider, though. Yeah, but it's I want it to be a changeup. A righty-righty changeup would have been unbelievably good.
Now, I believe I recently read that righty-righty changeups are actually coming back.
I know.
So how do you feel about that?
We saw that with Severino. We saw that with Greinke.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
Oh, yeah, Greinke had that. Yeah, he's got that power change. His is obviously a little bit better. Let's see if we can go with the... what do you think here on the 1-2?
I would go with another slider here. As we saw with Bregman. I think he can do it again here.
You saw a beautiful cutter. I guess it was to a lefty, though. I kind of wanted to do it one more time. Ooh,
fastball up at 96 above
and Yuli Gurriel takes it to left field. That's going to be a 2-run scoring double. That was a 1-2 pitch, right? Now, that wasn't even terrible. He got it pretty high in the zone. He didn't elevate as much as I think he wanted to, but it looks like Gurriel was just all over that.
When you see good execution and getting beat, it's the wrong call. There's always, in every single situation, there is a pitch, if you execute, that will beat a hitter. This was not it. You see his timing's right there. He got his hands in as well. He was probably expecting high and tight on that pitch.
Which is funny because it looks like he missed his spot. It looks like he wanted to go high and away. Suzuki brings his glove in at the last second. So you're right. It looks like Gurriel was looking high and tight, which is exactly where the ball ended up. So poor execution.
Not to mention, this is the second time we've seen Gurriel do a great job bringing his hands. Remember the home run that we saw against Chad Green against the Yankees in Game 6 Game 6 as well.
Yep.
So we have man on second, 2 outs here to Correa.
Now, you got to absolutely feel for Scherzer as he throws in his first pitch, which is a fastball up at the top of the zone, dials it back to 95 miles an hour. Yeah, he had that, he had the walk to begin with, then he has the single, and then some stolen bases, but he's one pitch from getting out of it. And if you're the Nationals,
slider away from getting out of it.
Being down 2-0 to Gerrit Cole, might as well be down 5 or 6.
Well, I said 2 earned runs for both guys. So let's see what happens in this at bat.
I said 3 earned runs from Scherzer and 1 from Gerrit Cole. I said the Nationals were going to be able to do it. Not going to be able to do it today. So let's see. We'll see who gets the more correct prediction here.
All right. So
Jenny brings up a great point. Would that have been a home run with the juiced ball?
Probably.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I mean, that ball was already... Man, I can't speak. That ball was almost gone without the juice ball. I think it would have been, as Suzuki sets up low and away one more time. Scherzer misses with that slider. 2-1 now to Carlos Correa. Carlos Correa obviously wasn't able to give you exactly what you wanted over the full course of the year, dealing with injuries for the majority of the year. He did still end up batting .279 with a .285 expected batting average, so could have been a little bit better in a .358 OBP.
2-1 here.
Fastball.
Wow, and he went with a little bit of cut action as well. A little surprising. 2-1 count, 2 outs. You do have a base open at second base. You can be careful if your Scherzer do not give in to Correa, which would suggest breaking stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, the way that Correa just jumped on that heater,
yeah,
I would imagine you go another heater here.
Really? You got beat with that heater last time. I think you go slider low and away. It's been effective for you. It's been a little inconsistent, but let's see if you can hit it here. It is the slider, and he lays off.
That's the thing. Correa knew that slider was coming.
Now, it's interesting, when he's ahead, aside from the one strikeout with the cutter to a lefty, it seems like he's been more reticent to go to his changeup, right? He hasn't gone to that.
We haven't seen it yet, and that's a filthy pitch.
Yeah, it really is, and of course, he hasn't even gone to that curveball yet at all either, which is not a terrible pitch for him.
That's more of a show-me offering.
Okay.
It's less so of a big pitch, big pitch and at bat offering.
To your credit, he's only thrown it 2% of the time for strikeouts.
Slider coming here,
2 strikes.
not fastball. 3-2 pitch, have a base open. Fastball up.
Fastball. Oof. Paints 98 miles an hour.
That's the pitch you should have thrown the last pitch.
Well, gee, I think you want... Oh, you mean before that? The slider before this?
Yeah. That's all. But anyway, great to get out of that. 98, gassing it up from Scherzer. I don't think that's going to help, buddy.
Yeah, so of all the slow motion shots that they could have shown there, I really could have settled for not seeing Max Scherzer lick his hand.
All right, it's time for another segment. We got to have a segment.
To my shoulder, I got so excited. I don't know how, but my shoulder hurts. I got so excited about this pitching matchup and some of this filth that was happening. I had to take a shower mid-game.
My shoulder is
seriously.
All right, we need a segment song.
A segment song? Okay.
Segment
song.
This one. Who is an underrated player on the field tonight?
I answered first last time, so you go ahead and answer first.
I would say Yuli Gurriel.
Oh, interesting. Go on.
Based on what he's done in the second half this year, essentially had about, I think, 17 home runs in the second half for the Astros. Just say you talk about a lot of the guys like Correa and Altuve and Springer, etc. But I mean, Yuli Gurriel has done incredible things for this offense and makes it so hard. I mean, he was the one who just knocked in that double there. Big part of that offense. Yes, you can set the table with guys like Bregman as well there, but you need someone else to knock him in, and he's done a really good job being a rock at the fifth spot in the lineup.
Yeah, I think that's great. He's been absolutely on fire. I know a lot of people are going to be interested in having him as their first baseman next year, which I think is smart. For me, it's actually going to be Kurt Suzuki,
yes.
Who's a guy that I've actually wrote an article about on him last year. I was very excited.
Yeah, you really like
Suzuki. I do like Suzuki, and I feel it's very... I feel bad for him. He's constantly been thoroughly platooned, right? Mm-hmm. He's never been like a Mitch Garver guy, or like a Gary Sanchez, Wilson Contreras, a guy who's like, this is our number one, and then we have a backup.
Well, Garver kind of platooned this year.
He did until he started hitting every bomb in the world, and then they were like, okay, we're going to have him play much more frequently. But Suzuki, between Flowers last year and McCann he had, and then this year, of course, with Yan Gomes, he's never really gotten a chance to get 400 plate appearances in the past couple of years, but he's put up 19 home runs, then 11 home runs,
right.
Then 17 home runs, all in fewer than 400 plate appearances. This is a guy that if he had, over 400, 500 plate appearances, could put up 25, probably 25 home runs.
Sure.
He's constantly batting 270 right around there, which is very serviceable for a catcher. I just think he doesn't get enough love. I know he's not the best defensive catcher in the world, but if he's obviously catching,
he's a good, solid player.
He is. He's a good, solid player, but he's also the kind of guy that's like, He's like the Steve Pierce of last year. You know what I mean? He's
MV
the kind of
Pierce.
guy.
All right, so we'll get to this one later, but we'll hopefully pull out the segment that says who's your MVP pick.
Oh, okay. You want to save it?
Oh yes, we'll save it. For
I
the
will
cast.
do a bold prediction though.
Okay.
That Kurt Suzuki is the only person who scores the lone run off of Gerrit Cole today.
Ha! Love it.
And it'll be a mistake that he
By
takes
the way,
yard.
Otto, yes, I just got your text. You're 100% right where that segment comes from. Fastball 96 inside corner from Cole. Not where he wanted it. He wanted that away. And we haven't really seen pristine command just yet from Cole.
That's true. What we have seen in the past, though, is pristine hitting from the guy up to the mound right now, and Howie Kendrick. There's that second pitch, 96 miles an hour, that just misses up and away. Beautiful tail. I was going to make a joke. I'm not going to do it. Howie Kendrick finished the year hitting .344, which I'm pretty sure, if he qualified, would have led the league if it wasn't top 2, guaranteed top 3.
Really nice slider there along the outside edge from Cole, grounded to Correa for the out.
Now there it is. Not a great start for the first 4 or 5 batters. So that was the fourth, I believe, right?
Yeah,
no,
that's
that was
his
the
fifth batter
That was the
because
fifth.
of Turner getting on base.
That's right. So maybe I was right. Maybe there is a little bit of rust, or maybe it's just Gerrit Cole being absolutely dominant to start this game. But you got to feel like so far, Nationals got a nice little uphill battle. I just want to remind you that you said the Nationals are going to win.
Because I wanted to have something different fast.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
no
yeah.
fun if we both say, yes, I agree. Oh, you agree. I agree. We agree.
Yeah, that's true.
We don't want that.
We can agree on one thing, and that's Asdrubal Cabrera. Is he good? Is he good? He is good. He finished the year slashing .323, .404, .565. Here's the first pitch from Cole. He goes first pitch curveball there with an 82-mile-an-hour Uncle Charlie.
You know, I wanted to give him his nickname, which is essentially the beginning of his first name and beginning of his last name, but I can't do it.
I mean, yeah. Ass cab.
Fast, you can't say that on live television.
96
Come
mile
on.
What is this, Halley's Comet? There's so much tail out here. This is unbelievable. Look at the tail he's getting on this. Nailed it.
All right, by the way, we're sorry for the flicker of the webcam. Something we couldn't figure out before we started. But anyway, here's a 1-1 pitch to Cabrera. Same exact pitch, 95 on the outside corner. Swung through by Cabrera. Enjoying the commentary so far, Mark McElroy. Thank you so much. If you guys don't know Mark has been incredible. He joined the Pitchless team in the second half of the year. Newsletter work has been great. His articles have been great. Really nice addition to the team. We're looking forward to having you for a full year now. 1-2 count coming from Cole. Imagine a slider down and in. No, fastball up and away, and very up and away as Asdrubal Cabrera fouls that off as we get a peek at his highlights.
I also wanted
Just
to
kidding, it's just his hair, not his game.
I wanted to remind you guys that, of course, if you needed a realtor for your equity realty, that Yancey Eaton is the way to go. You may have noticed
Realtor!
That he is indeed a realtor in all caps, which is when you earn your license, you are allowed to use all caps. So please hit him up for all your realtor needs. As we see an 88-mile-an-hour slider that is kind of
Change
interesting.
up.
I was
Yes.
going to say, yeah, there's no way that it was a slider because where it ended
Popped
up.
out to Correa for the second out of the inning. And Jake Bradis, thank you so much. I'm happy you enjoy the suit. Alex, another, but no!
Well, they wouldn't be able to see it anyway.
It's not 10 o'clock. It's not 10 o'clock. Oh my lord, that's a young Ryan Zimmerman.
So Ryan Zimmerman coming up to bat right now. I need him to get on base so Suzuki can hit that tater that I was talking about.
I thought you wanted a one-run game for the
Yeah,
Nationals.
that's true. So yeah, I guess we're gonna have to wait for the next inning. Now Ryan Zimmerman, you can't help but be romantic about his story. I mean, like you gotta wish him success. Let's see what he
First
does
pitch,
here
he's
against
going to swing
Gerrit
here.
Cole.
Oh, he wanted a fastball. He was ready for it. I mean, oftentimes when you have guys, I would imagine that are ready for a World Series, have been playing so long to get there, you have to think first pitch, I just want to jump on one.
So Zimmerman actually, once again, the opposite. Second lowest first pitch swing rate on the Nationals.
Fastball, swing.
Ooh, daddy. Ryan Zimmerman.
What did I say?
Oh my God. He just leaves that over the heart of the plate.
Oh, man. Oh. I told you. I said it before he swiped.
That was unbelievable. That was unbelievable.
Oh, you saw it. You saw it.
It's on YouTube
forever.
forever.
You saw it.
It's on YouTube forever. That was absolutely unbelievable. Let's look at this pitch.
I told you.
Oh, it just tails right over the heart of the plate. It's exactly where you do not want a fastball to end up.
And Cole knew it. Oh, man. Oh, I'm sorry. That was brilliant. That was so great. That was so great.
Wow.
I didn't expect him to actually do it.
But now, don't worry, Suzuki's going to do it.
Yeah, there we go.
He's gonna do
When
it
you meant the
also.
first run, you meant the first one after the first run.
I did say that he was going to give up one earned run that was going to be a home run. Hopefully that's it
There it
for
is.
Cole. But we'll see. That was
He's
not a
out.
great
He's done in the
pitch.
game.
Yeah.
1-0 pitch coming. He just threw in a fastball for it. Imagine a slider because he doesn't want that same thing. No, fastball. Now he's nibbling. Uh-oh.
He's not very happy. It's a nice long stare to home plate after that pitch.
Woo!
Here we have Kurt Suzuki, 2-0. So you got to figure he's going to throw that fastball one more time. He just barely missed on that one. Do you think he goes back to it?
Of course. There it is, right there, top of the
gosh.
corner, and top and away.
Whew,
98.
really, the tail that he gets on that is just amazing. But that's
He
the reason why he
seems
gave up that
upset.
homer.
He
Yeah.
seems upset.
Why? Because you think so? Because he hit 98?
Well, no, at 98, you're 98. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
He's feeling it.
He usually sits, I believe, about 95 with that four-seamer, 90-mile-an-hour slider at
What
the
are you
top
doing,
of the zone.
Suzuki?
And Suzuki just swings
No.
right through.
No.
This is the last place you want to be against Gerrit Cole, which is down to 2 strikes. What do you throw here? A slider? You go back to that four-seamer?
I would say you go with four-seamer.
Yeah.
That's what you're geared up with right now.
Maybe. Let's see. Ooh.
Try to go slider away at 91.
Yeah, he just misses
Think
with
of the
that. It looks like he
execution.
tried to pull back into his back pocket, which would have been... Usually he sits about 89, 90 with that. So what is this?
Moonshot alert. I love the bat as like a thermometer.
I love the
Oh,
moon
the
as
moon.
the baseball. That's very good. That's a good. That's some nice UI right there.
So Jake will be answering that during his segment.
Jake Bridges brings up the uniform that Cole is wearing. What uniform is he wearing next
I just
year?
mentioned.
But no, I'm sorry, but I want to remind me of something. It sent me off in a different direction. The Nationals are undefeated when wearing this jersey in the postseason.
Oh, is that right? So on the
Yes.
road.
I
On the road wearing this specifically. Fastball, I imagine, away here. Tried to go away, went down the middle at 99, the hardest I think we've seen all night
Yeah.
from Cole thus far.
maybe.
26 pitches, I will say. He's making him work a little bit. Then here comes Cole talking about I don't want this ball or how the seam's on this.
So bring
that's
that
the
up because I don't know. They might not know what you're talking about.
Pitching
here.
Ninja brought to my attention a discussion I think Cole had, maybe it was the Athletic article, something along those lines, that Gerrit Cole mentioned that he likes the seams lower or higher and it has less drag on the ball. So essentially, one of the seams is more effective. Ooh, that's a fastball away, grounded.
Oh, I thought Bregman cut him
I
off,
thought
but
so,
Correa
too.
picks it up. Now, that is, I believe, the second errant throw from either Bregman or Correa, because there was another one, the Howie Kendrick one, which I believe was errant as well.
Oh,
that
it was
brought
a
the
little
first
bit in,
baseman
yeah, that's
off
right,
the
that's
bag. So that's not a good sign. I don't know what's going on with Correa to start the game here. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that first one was from Correa.
Yeah, I think so too. But anyway, so he was saying that there are certain balls that are better at reducing home runs, and that Cole looks at the ball and goes, "No, I don't want this one," based on that, which I think is very fascinating. Another way of tackling the juiced ball. All right, fast.
Oh, my turn to do the honors? Sorry. I missed. Okay. First game you remember attending.
Well, there are a couple. I know for a fact that when I was 5, I attended the very first Colorado Rockies game.
Really?
I had the pin that what you would put in your hat because it was at Shea Stadium.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. That's pretty cool.
I know that. I do remember one also when the Mets were losing 11-1 and people did the wave, and I remember that. It's like 4-year-old Nick was like, "Oh my god, this is amazing."
That's pretty good. I think the first one I have like actual full memories of was probably Cal's last game.
Oh really?
But I know I went to some before that.
That was you were like 10.
Yeah. So I think I did. I know I did go to a few, oddly enough, at the original Yankee Stadium, and I do remember some of those. Not because of the game, but because the way that the guy said Twizzlers really made me laugh.
Twizzlers.
Yeah, you really appealed
Twizzlers.
to my sense. Thank you, Mark. Both were Correa.
Yes.
I was right about that. Both were Correa. Why don't we take a second to maybe answer Jake Bridges' question about what uniform
That's in
we
the
think-
hat.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay. So we can't
have-
answer it, Jake.
We have a segment dedicated to where we think free agent pitchers will go.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's not just Cole, but it's free agents in general.
So we can't do that.
Okay. We can't
Nah.
do that. Are there any other... You're not a big baseball attender.
I actually don't go to as many games as I used to. No.
Mm-hmm.
There's just it's Unless I'm getting really fun seats to it, or it's an event with other people necessarily. But yeah, I don't know. It takes a while.
Well, this
It
might
takes
be,
a lot of time, and I just haven't gone as much.
This might be kind of sacrilege, but it is sometimes more fun to watch from home because you and I obviously love pitching so much.
We can see what's going on better.
Yeah, you can't really see the movement of the pitches.
Right, and
when you're
understand
there.
the game flow as much.
Yeah.
But I will say, the joy of going to a baseball game is not necessarily the game itself.
It's
the people, right?
Yeah.
The people you're with, and just you're enjoying your company. Plus, oh hey, there's an awesome baseball game.
But you've also not really been to many stadiums.
No, I have been to 5,
and 3 that are active.
Yes.
Yeah. Because 2 of those are Shea and Old Yankee Stadium.
But I went to Coors. Last year for the
nice.
Fangraphs meetup.
I think I've been to 14 or 15. And there are some buttes. There's some real buttes. I'll tell you that much.
I know you love Tigers. I know you
Tigers
love,
so underrated.
Yeah.
So underrated. Miami.
You went to Pittsburgh?
Not so
Miami?
much. I've not been to Pittsburgh yet.
There is the first curveball of the night from Max Scherzer. Missed away 1-0 count to Yordan Alvarez.
That kind of surprises me a little bit. Jordan's been struggling a little bit in the postseason. You figured you'd want to come after him.
Very
right away.
bad against curveballs.
But in this postseason, very bad against everything.
No. But in general, very bad against curveballs.
Okay. All right. We see your comments, guys. Jetto, I will be out there in a heartbeat. My plan is to come to Pittsburgh next year in the summer with a bunch of friends. I hear it's the best ballpark.
I know, John, we're supposed to do the brewery inside of, we're supposed to do the 5.0 beer. That would be funny if we did. Yeah. There's another curveball from Scherzer, 80 miles per hour on the corner, beautifully done. Now, maybe he is saving that curveball for lefties to get early strikes.
He got a little bit lucky with that strike call also, by the way.
But that was good enough.
Yeah, so when he's behind it in the count, when the batter's ahead, he usually goes to his changeup or his four-seamer. He goes with that four-seamer, which it looks like had a little bit of life there as well.
It did a bit, yeah, but 3-1 count now to Yordan Alvarez.
Yeah, you got to stick with that fastball. Well, what do you think? You stick with the fastball here, or do you think that Yordan Alvarez is thinking fastball, so you go with the changeup?
I would go with the changeup, but I think he's going to attack him with a heater.
Oh, 96-mile-an-hour heater. I don't know where Yordan Alvarez is walking. That wasn't even close to being a ball. I don't know what he's trying to get into the umpire's head there. At this point, I think you have to trust that he's not going to be patient enough, and maybe you just go with the slider here?
I would try and dot the same exact pitch again with a fastball away. Nope, he went with a cutter inside. Oh, right, of course. He has that cutter in. Yeah.
Yeah. The lefty, he tried to do the same thing that he did with Brantley, and he completely misses. And we've seen a few of those spike pitches. I believe that's at least his third that we've seen. Oh, wow. Are they saying he actually never tagged him?
No, he did at the end, though.
Yeah, when he comes back, it looks like he gets him. Yeah, love this. This is really the
Matrix replays.
Nothing I like better than throwing up when watching a baseball
Fast,
game.
You ready?
Yeah, what's happening? Why?
Going to do this.
Why? Because of my button?
Because we have the space.
Oh, okay.
We have the space, see?
Oh, yeah. That's nice. I thought people
now you can see. No, let's get rid of that. And we're good.
Oh, there it is. 84-mile-an-hour. That was a slider there.
Oh, you can see how terribly my tie is.
You're the one who brought it down. I was living the dream. Yancey just admitted to the world that the only stadium he's been to the Trop, so he's never been to a baseball stadium.
Oh,
That's
no.
very sad.
You got to come up to New York, Yance.
Oh, yeah. Do it in a heartbeat, Doug.
0-1 here. Beautiful slider again. It's a Maldonado.
That was absolutely
I always want to call him Maladono, but I know it's wrong. It's Mal, you could say.
No. Oh, my God. That's just bad.
Okay, anyway, 0-2 pitch. Do you throw another slider here?
You know what? No, I go with that four-seamer one more time. He's setting up low and away. We got to pay attention more to Suzuki. Is he doing the same thing that Garver did in the game, the Odorizzi Garver game that we watched, the Twins? Remember he was set up in one place.
Was in one spot.
Now, I don't think I've seen Suzuki set up anywhere else.
He's gone. Yeah, well, I don't know if he set up high, but Scherzer hasn't really gone up with intent yet.
It just feels like every time I look at it, he's setting up low and away. Let's see where he sets up.
Generally, that's where his pitches move. They start one or the other. I would say another slider here. See,
there it is.
But you overthrew it.
So. Meanwhile, 35 pitches. We don't have a single out in the second inning. Remember what I said about how at the beginning, if they get to a pitcher, they could, probably get to that bullpen, which isn't very good.
Well
and
done,
mess
yes.
them up over the course of the game, over the course of a series.
100%.
Oh, Daddy, not looking good. Not looking good. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Max Scherzer. You're thinking another fastball or slider here?
Slider.
There's a good shot of Ryan Zimmerman. He's
I'm
ready.
just so happy.
He's ready.
Fastball up. Maldonado was
got
ready
under
for it, but fly out to right field. Eden has it. One away.
Yep. Now, who is that going to bring up? Who is batting number 9 right now? It's Josh Reddick.
Oh, right.
Josh Reddick. Now, everyone was so upset, like, oh, well, this should be Kyle Tucker. This should be Kyle Tucker. But, of course, Josh Reddick made that fantastic diving play. And I believe it was the game that they eliminated the Yankees from going to the World Series. Because the Yankees lost, right?
Yeah.
They lost in Game 6. They lost to, it was a walk-off home run. Jose Altuve hit it off Aroldis Chapman.
I don't understand this. Do you feel like I'm actually still...
No, because I remember sitting in the cab with you on the way back from Arizona. Here comes the 0-0 pitch. And it was at his...
That's a curveball.
It was his curveball, right? 79 miles an hour. I remember
what do you want,
the Yankees were taking the lead, and you were like, they're so good! They're so good! And in my head, I just simmered, because I hate them. I can't say that. I don't
So you see, this was you for a week and a half, just waiting to get back at me?
100%. There's the 1-0 pitch. 94
Just you wait till that broadcast, Nick. Oh, I'm going to get you good.
I'm going to do it on live YouTube TV. Live YouTube TV.
I'm an emotional man, but not a blind man. Yeah, I know we lost that. Like, you're not going to hurt me by mentioning it again.
It just felt good to say.
It's not like the only way I get through my day is forgetting about it. Like, no, I'm... What kind of fan do you think I am these days? All right, 95 up and away, fell off 2-1. I'm a baseball fan.
Yeah.
I have an allegiance to the Yankees. That they're my favorite team, but I'm not those fans that are yelling and screaming stupid things in the bleachers.
Those are some intense games.
Oh my
Those are
God.
some very intense games.
We have a lot of Yankee fans. Some of them don't represent us the right way. As we are with every
but all the
fan
ones in
base.
our Discord represent us the right way. They
Very
represent
much
Yankee
so.
fans the right way. Here comes the 2-1 pitch to the number 9 batter in Josh Reddick. And it is a 95-mile-an-hour four-seamer that misses inside. Now, he's gotten some nice movement on these four-seamers. That one, not really, but he seems like he's missing a lot with that pitch.
So if I'm Suzuki right now, I'm going to say, hey, watch the shoulder. That's all I would say. I don't know if necessarily that's the problem. Generally, when you see a tugging like that means you're opening and pulling too far with that shoulder towards there, right? You just think about the arm going with it. You just have to say something to the pitcher for them to concentrate on it, to get them away from getting in their head and trying to figure it out. So this is the problem. And then once you say, focus on the front shoulder, then they allow the muscle memory to do everything else.
Now, that's actually kind of interesting what just happened here. Now, Yordan Alvarez, he only has 369 plate appearances this year, doesn't have a single stolen base. What I find interesting about that, Max Scherzer throws over to first base. That was a 79-mile-an-hour curveball that Josh Reddick fouls off. He throws over to first base, and what's interesting isn't that he did it. It's that Yordan Alvarez looks to the dugout, smiles, and nods as if he says, I knew he was going to do that. There's no reason that Max Scherzer needs to be trying to hold Yordan Alvarez on the base with no stolen bases.
2 things that they could achieve that's not about Alvarez.
What?
1, reset Max Scherzer. Give him some more time to catch his breath and everything just threw a really terrible pitch. That's a great... Well, it's not great, but better.
It's the same thing we saw before.
But you didn't tug it as much. That's fine. That works.
No, but I'm saying that's the same pitch. That it's a little bit higher than the one
that was
Ryan
supposed
Zimmerman
to be
took.
inside.
Sure.
That was supposed to be inside.
But either way, those were 2 fastballs that tailed over the heart of the plate.
Yes, I'm actually, as a pitcher, I'm okay with that. That one specifically, because you just
higher?
You need to get it middle in.
Okay.
That's what you're trying to do. Not get away. You're trying to do that. That's fine. But also with the throw over, he's also trying to upset Reddick a little bit. The timing at the plate, you just saw a couple pitches, you're feeling good, you're going in, going out, going in, going out, right? And then that interrupts that flow.
Yeah.
So not only you're interrupting the flow of the batter, but you're also resetting yours as a pitcher. And you notice he just tossed it over. He didn't actually try to pick him off.
Full lob there.
Right.
Oh,
He wasn't.
goodness.
It was no intent of actually trying to pick him off.
Now, remember we said when George Springer came up, he had a 23% first pitch swinging strike rate, and that's exactly what he did. He cuts and misses at a beautiful slider. It could have been more at the bottom of the zone. It kind of touched the bottom of the zone there, but he's already ahead 0-1 to Max Scherzer. That hasn't mattered over the course of Springer's season. Let's see what he does in the second pitch of the at-bat.
Now, I have to say huge things here that the 3-2 fastball thrown to Reddick was everything. Because that got the big out, the big first or second out of the inning. Also, regained the confidence. You throw a pitch like that, and they pop it up. I feel good.
Yeah.
I feel confident now, and I'm going to the top of the lineup. I executed a great slider, and now I've executed a great fastball right after that. I don't think that's coincidence. So whatever he throws, you could throw a fastball, you could throw a slider. I think Springer's swinging at both. So you can just execute it. He didn't execute it.
He didn't execute it,
right?
Yeah. And maybe that could be that shoulder one more time. It seems, and this is what I talked about at the beginning of the game. Mad Max is such a passionate pitcher. Scherzer is such a passionate pitcher. He knows he's got him ahead 0-2. He wants to put him away. You see him cursing under his breath when they show him, and it seems like he's losing his mechanics a little bit when he's doing that.
He's a little bit wild at the moment, but I would imagine a good adjustment here for a slider. Ooh, changeup, righty, and changeup. Oh, that's so good.
That was beautiful. That was a really beautiful 1-2 pitch. Walked first batter in first 2 innings for second time in career.
That's wild.
That is
I'm so upset this changeup didn't work.
That was a beautifully executed
I think Springer wasn't looking for a fastball. And that was the problem.
For a fastball.
So if you threw the previous pitch, you would have had him.
That was beautiful. Would he maybe go right back to it?
He could throw another one right now. You won't, though. He's going to throw either fastball or slider away, it looks like. Yeah, fastball. He tugged it again.
So this is problematic for Scherzer. He's obviously not commanding that fastball really well at all, meaning he's going to have to rely on that slider or changeup. I really don't think you can throw that pitch here. I mean, if anything, he's probably going to try and rear back and throw it at 96 again, but he's been missing. Do you go with the slider and try and get him to swing and
the
miss?
brass here is a changeup.
I would love to see the changeup. Let's see what he throws here on the full count to George Springer.
You haven't been able to nail your fastball.
Oh,
yes!
Wow!
Yes!
Oh my goodness! Wow! That we're gonna have to gif our reaction to that later because that was absolutely beautiful. Oh, look at! Oh my!
So he wanted to swing at a fastball, saw that it wasn't, so tried to pull it back, and then it was a change, but still made it over the plate.
Oof. It feels like I just took a really good bite of a sandwich, and you just kind of have to be like, yeah, exactly. I don't really smoke after I eat sandwiches, but I don't know what you're alluding to right now, but I think it's inappropriate.
I just need to relax.
Okay, good.
I've actually never smoked a cigarette in my life.
So. Have you really?
Nope, never will.
That's interesting.
Why would I?
Yeah, they're not very fun.
No, you don't do that.
All right, I don't smoke either. Let's move on to what was our 5th segment? 1, 2.
Woo! Sorry, all right, I need to.
5th segment, yeah.
Is there going to be a Bitcoin segment tonight?
A Bitcoin segment? I don't know what that means.
No.
What does that mean?
We don't have a Bitcoin that you can fund us either.
No, but I guarantee you, just in me speaking the sentence, the stock has gone up and down over the course of
Yeah, right. Okay, do you like the juice ball and that they removed it for the postseason? Do you feel that the juice ball will return in the regular season next year? I
feel like I would have been fine either way as long as the ball stayed consistent over the course of the full year.
Mm-hmm.
I do not think that the juice ball accomplished what they want the juice ball to accomplish. I think having a juice ball is at odds with trying to reduce how long games take. I do think the ball will be de-juiced next year, and I will be happy about that. You can de-juice the ball and take away home runs, but that only removes one problematic outcome of the 3 true outcomes, and you're not going to be able to do anything about the strikeouts, which I think is more of the problem. This is the 2nd consecutive year, and the 2nd time in the history of the sport there were more strikeouts than hits.
Oh, I saw that tweet.
780 more strikeouts than hits.
I saw his tweet.
So I can go on and rant about this forever, but I want to get your thoughts about this.
Well, I mean, we were in that car with Vlad Sedler and Nick Schlein.
Mm-hmm.
And do you remember the conversation we were having on the way to the into the Fall Stars game? It was about the juice ball, but about how MLB working with sports betting and how inside of stadiums eventually actually you'll be able to make prop bets inside the stadiums now.
Yep.
And then working towards that. And it just makes so much sense for the juice ball to exist with that as a function of money, of revenue stream. Because what does the juice ball do? It creates more randomness. It creates a lot more excitement, things going on to bet on what's going to happen this or that. And then you also have the playoffs where they remove it because they want the purity of the game back.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want, they want the tense games and it gets more ratings. So you don't want these random playoffs. So no, once the good teams are there, then we'll take it away.
Yeah.
I know this is very conspiracy theory, tinfoil hat, and all that kind of stuff. When I heard that, I can't be the only one that makes sense. But what do I feel truly about next year? I feel as we can do it. Yes. No? Yes? Okay, cool.
Okay,
Awesome. So there is a pop out for the first out of the third inning from Michael Tucker. Taylor.
Yeah, we're back. Sorry about that. Some technical difficulties with the OBS, and that's why you always use a Mac. You were talking about the juice ball versus the non-juice ball.
That was not... Okay,
no,
uncalled for.
That's fine. I don't really have these problems with my Mac.
Oh, BS.
No, Mac. M-A-C. All right. We turn the order around. Trey Turner is back up. Here comes the 0-0 pitch. It was a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Misses outside to Trey Turner. Now, we talked about this, and Trey Turner first came up. Trey Turner also likes to swing usually at that first pitch, but able to lay off because it was way outside. Here comes an 82-mile-an-hour Uncle Charlie that he just grounds out to the third baseman for an easy out. You don't want to give Cole a quick inning.
31 pitches now, 2 outs into the third.
Yeah, compared to Max Scherzer, who I believe was about 46, 47, going to enter the third. Not good news for him, although he's capable of giving you 110, 115.
I just want stadiums to have announcements for pitchers. Like, you are now entering the third inning. As if, like, it's Legends of the Hidden Temple or something
that'd be
like
nice.
that.
Yeah. Wait, I want to get a quick bet from you. I want to get a bet. 8.7% first strike. Does he swing here? Does he swing first pitch? Good. He doesn't. Only 8% of the time. Nailed it. Only 8% of the time. 9% of the time. Really.
Well, no, it's only because it's 2 outs and it's been a quick inning. You know, at the third batter, do not swing.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
You just don't swing. Honestly, you
pitches.
don't swing in the second one either. But whatever, Eden. You do you.
But now here you are. You're at 0-2. That was going to be a strike as well. Looks like it was going to nip the inside corner.
Oh, man. All right.
Wow. He's got a 6.8% swinging strike rate, Adam Eaton.
Yeah, but Rendon's is better.
Rendon's is better down at 5.1, but that's pretty impressive for your 2 and 3 hitters.
I mean, Ian is a slap hitter.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Oh, man.
99.
I was actually talking to Andrew Perpetua the other night, and he talked about the skill of hit by pitches.
Oh, that was an article
Biggio
as
became a Hall of Famer based on that. And there is really something to be said about, obviously it's a major sacrifice to your body, and that adds up over time, but that's a base runner that you just kind of lost. I know it's 99 miles per hour, but they could have had that. Well, it doesn't matter anyway.
The other way.
He gets a single to left field. That is so he didn't need to get hit at 99.
He did not. Now, there was also an SB Nation video that came out 3 days ago about the art of getting hit by a pitch, which is very good. You should go check it out. Man, Alex Bregman goes full extension for that. Really wanted to end the inning, and he doesn't. Now, here comes Anthony Rendon, 88.3% contact rate. He's got that 5.1% swing and strike rate, as you said, but he can swing pretty frequently on the first pitch, 16.2% first pitch swing rate. Wasn't the most beautiful hit, but you'll take it.
Right, exactly.
Out for it.
That's what a slap hitter does.
Yeah.
Put the bat, if you put fastballs up and away, they will take advantage of it.
Rendon tries to rear back and hit that 96-mile-an-hour four-seamer 400 feet, but he isn't able to make contact. Just said he's got the best contact rate on the team, and what does he do? He swings and misses. And he's got a 5.1% swing strike rate, and he swings and misses. Of course, that's just how it works.
Well, that's baseball, Susan.
That's baseball, Susan. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Gerrit Cole here.
Slider away.
Ooh.
Curveball, and he gets the call at 84.
So, this is something that we should bring up. It's the second time through the order, and we're starting to see that curveball maybe a little bit more.
A little bit. It's a very effective pitch for Cole. Those people that think about the slider, but also the curveball does a lot of things.
Gerrit Cole used curveball. It's very effective.
Super effective.
It's super effective.
Now they're talking about facial hair today. I mean,
oh yeah, that's something.
It's
something. Ooh, now that's a throw over, baby.
I didn't know that's what you got excited about.
Me, I just loved it. He turned, he threw. Scherzer was like,
is the Hanging Gardens of what?
Oh god, from Civilization?
No, I mean the ancient one.
Yeah. Well,
but that's what this the
Babylon, the Gardens of Babylon, Hanging Gardens of Babylon.
Sure.
No, what is it called? Considering how many hours I've put into Civil... Yeah,
it is Hanging Gardens of Babylon. All right.
Babylon. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Oh, beautiful. Yes, he did. Yes, he... No!
It looks like everyone in the stadium thought he did except for Rendon and the first base ump. Let's see the slow motion replay. You can't tell from that angle.
Michael?
Here we go.
No, okay,
No.
Oh, see, 6% swing strike rate of 5%.
Yeah, exactly. 5.1%, baby. That's how you get it. Let's see if you can get to that 88% contact
Fastball
rate,
up.
though.
You have to think you're after swinging through the one initially. It's got to be up and in.
No, bring back the Uncle Charlie who wants a visit.
Fastball.
Ooh, 98 miles an hour. They try and pick
Snap
off.
throw to first. Put the gun away.
I love it.
Put the gun away. My catcher in high school used to do that.
What?
Throw over to first. Never got one of them.
Really?
Threw multiple balls on the right field.
He's no Williams Astudillo. He could do it with his eyes closed.
Wow, Eden screwed up there too. He went with his right hand as opposed to his left.
Why is that such a screw up?
Well, that's easier to tag. Closer to you.
Oh, interesting. And I guess easier to get stepped on.
You can go with the left.
That's
Go
very
to the left.
interesting.
It's
Swim it. 2-2 pitch. 98 mile an hour
wait,
fastball.
hold on a second. You know what? I take that back. Because if you're supposed to keep your whole body outside of the bag there, so that's okay if you go with the right. I apologize. Look at that lovely photo at Rice, I believe that is. Yeah. Rendon without the Van Dyke garden wall thing.
What is the Van Dyke garden wall thing?
Babylon.
Oh. We're back to Babylon. Here comes the 2-2 pitch here from Gerrit Cole.
Fastball.
Setting inside.
Yep, fastball up and in. The pitch
98.
now that's a really good adjustment from Rendon. That's the pitch he swung and missed that. Now he fouls it off.
Yeah, you're right. That was the very first pitch of the at-bat, right? So now if you're Cole, you're thinking, all right, well, what am I going to do? It's 2-2. He's been able to hit the slider. He's been able to hit the four-seamer. I got that called strike on the Uncle Charlie, the curveball there. Maybe go back to that curveball one more time?
It's possible you could just try and go back to the slider. Honestly, I keep peppering him with fastballs.
Just keep going fastball, even
Keep
though
going.
it's
Get it actually a little bit more middle up.
I go Uncle Charlie one more time.
Slider hung.
89
mile per hour hung.
Under it.
Center field, but Springer's underneath it. He got away with one there. 42 pitches. Not 31.
Yep.
Not 35, 42.
Right. I don't know what happened there. It looks like Gerrit Cole's about to run into the cameraman and had to dodge out of the way. All right,
Man,
it's
that was close.
Segment time. Hey, I found your channel. Welcome, Blitz the Beast.
Hey, yeah, welcome. What do we got, Fast?
Right.
Time for a segment.
I ripped it in half. Time.
It's segment.
Bold predictions.
Wait, segment?
Song. Bold predictions for 2020.
Why would you throw it back in the hat?
It didn't go in the hat.
You're aiming for that.
I was not. Bold predictions for 2020.
Bold prediction for 2020. 2 Pirates pitchers are in the top 25 by the end of the year.
2 Pirates pitchers are in the top 25 by the end of the year. So that would be Mitch Keller and Joe Musgrove?
Thank you.
Really?
Well, yeah, who else would that other one be?
It couldn't be Ty Young because he won't be back in time.
Yeah, Musgrove. Threw 94 to 95 in September, the highest velocity he had all year.
Not big on Steven Brault, I see.
No,
not so much.
No. And also, I mean, you could consider Chris Archer as an outside chance.
Oh, really?
But, I mean, I don't. But might as well throw that in the race for 2 Pirate starters being the top 25. As none are being drafted in the top 50 right now.
I think I can make my bold prediction. I didn't know if it was going to count. Because what's the rookie eligibility for plate appearances? 130?
I love Muggrove. Muggrove is my favorite.
Let's go, Muggrove! Muggrove, brought to you by Realtor and Equity Realty!
It's like another discount MacGruber, and then that's MacGyver. Muggrove, save us!
Rookie eligibility.
Sorry, Jens. That's a great,
I know.
It's a great typo. I love it.
I don't know why we're picking on Yancey, because we truly love him more than anyone else. Good, I can make this bold prediction that Austin Hayes will be the Rookie of the Year. I thought he had qualified. He has 128. Oh, wait, is it at-bats or plate appearances? No, at-bats. So he can still qualify for Rookie of the Year. Austin Hayes.
You will have his Hayes Day.
Oh, now I take it back. Just 75 plate appearances last year. Slugged 309. He slashed 309, 373, 574. There's no way he's going to be able to keep a 300 batting average. I don't know. It's a fun bold prediction.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's going to be wrong. That's the best part about bold predictions.
I'm kind of upset that Austin isn't spelled like Austein.
Austin?
Yeah. Because then he'd be Goldstein.
Why? Where's the gold from?
Well, it's from the AU.
Oh, AU. You proud?
Yes. Very proud.
You guys can turn off the Discord whenever you want. I have to be here next to it. I have to come from my home. I have to not spend a night with my wife for this. All right,
we love him more than anyone.
pitches.
Who's PJs? I don't love you anymore, Austin. Oh yeah, Austin Brist. Goldston, come on, man. Wait, PJ's 24.
I love him more than anyone. I see out his fast, you garbage bag. That's such a great insult.
Wow, Scherzer does not get the call on the 77-mile-per-hour curveball down and into Altuve, 1-1 count as we enter the third. And yes, he's already at 50 pitches here. Worst Austin joke I've ever heard in my life. Well, I'm proud of that. Then.
Mike brings up a good point about his. We'll get back to that in a sec. Here comes the 1-1 pitch, 86-mile-an-hour slider in the dirt, which is where it's been ending up for a majority of the night. Mike Borg says, I think it depends on what the Pirates do with their coaching staff, but I'm not so hopeful as a fan of that team after what they did this year. Very good point. I'm also very curious to see what they're going to do to fill that hole, to replace really big shoes in what's his name?
I mean, yes. So fastball away, 2-2 count now.
Ray Searage.
Searage and Clint Hurdle. I will say it is big shoes, but it's also, I mean, the expectations don't have to be much.
It's big old shoes.
Yeah, no, well, and also the fact that you can't, the way that we go about pitching philosophy, the Pirates, we believe, had the worst.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So you can only go up. So not necessarily shoes to fill. It's just...
Yeah, well, they're
got nothing to lose.
They're the old pair of shoes that used to be great, and now they're not
down.
Great anymore.
Well, on the inside edge here, to Altuve, lofted to right field. Eden is under it for the first out of the inning at 53 pitches.
PJ is Spore.
Oh!
Garbage bag is such a good insult. I really like that insult.
Oh, well, that's okay. Why what's the J, you think?
Huh?
Paul James Spore?
Joseph.
You know it?
No, a good Christian man like him, Paul
Good
Joseph.
Christian man.
It's got to be Paul Joseph.
I mean, I love the fact that he actually meant squints.
That was pretty awesome. If
Yeah.
you haven't checked out Paul's Instagram, don't. That's a terrible
Someone,
Instagram.
who was it that reply, like it's fast and Pollack in the flesh? Like it's relative size?
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
I thought that was really funny.
That's really funny. I love
It is Joseph!
Let's go!
Who now turned into a recycling bag.
Let's
Oh, man.
That's unbelievable.
That's fantastic.
I feel like I was at your baptism. That's unbelievable. All right, we got to get back to this game here. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Max Scherzer. And it
Tried to get that cutter inside, but it hung up. Actually, really focused on the vertical there, not the horizontal on that cutter. But you got away with it.
So how do you mix it up there? How do you all of a sudden focus on the vertical instead of the horizontal?
Well, I mean, Kluber and Ottavino have essentially talked about it. You essentially get more on the side of it. You stay over it.
So it's a grip thing.
Yeah, you can do, and also the pressure thing as well. Fastball up and away. Brantley fouls that off 0-2. I think you can go back to the cutter inside. If you can get that horizontal, that'd be so deadly.
If you can get Brantley to strike out 2 consecutive times on the exact same pitch, which would be that cutter low and in, that would be absolutely fantastic. Now, you got to figure that cutter's in his head, so do you... This is always the age-old question, right?
Yes.
Do you just go right back to it because it worked, or do you try and know that you're in his head and go with something else?
We'll see. Change up away. Ooh, I think he did. Oh, he did not.
We'll see the replay on that. Like the call there on that changeup low and away, and Brantley obviously willing to offer up at it.
Of course, we're not going to see a side view. Why would we see
why
that?
would we want to see a
Why
side view?
would
Instead,
we
I need
see
to look
that?
at Max Scherzer stare at dirt. That's what I really need to see there.
How dare he stare at dirt? Okay, I imagine it's got to be a cutter inside at this point. There he tried to, hung that out over the plate, slapped to right field for a base hit.
Now, we may be giving Scherzer a little bit more credit than we should with this cutter, because he's admitted that this is a pitch that he struggled with for a long time, and those back-to-back cutters, I mean, I know you said maybe it could be a pressure thing, and maybe he's trying to work vertical as opposed to horizontally a little bit.
That was hung. That was just
a bad cutter.
That was a bad pitch.
That was a bad cutter.
Yes.
So, kind of interesting for Scherzer to kind of get away from the things that really work from him when he's already at 58 pitches coming into the third inning. You'd think, is that indicative in your head that maybe he's a little worried that he doesn't really have a slider or his four-seamer right now?
It's possible. I mean, we talked about in the pregame where really important for Scherzer to establish that secondary pitches inside to lefties and be able to go down and away with that slider as well. We haven't really seen it with consistency tonight, but that's a really nice fastball on the edge at 95 miles per hour to lead off Bregman 0-1 with Brantley at first and 1 out here.
It just feels like it almost feels like he's overthrowing a little bit. That that he's not, like we said in the last inning, he's not been able to really settle down into what we're used to seeing here. It's I almost wonder if these moments, once again, this lob throw. This to me is the most exciting part, the kind of game under the game, right? The things that a lot of people don't really talk about.
The game under the game.
Yeah, exactly. That's the new motto for it. It exists in that large jacket with very big shoulders. Is it the game? Did you find it? But that's kind of interesting to me, right? He's obviously not interested in picking him off there. It seems like he's just trying to reset, right? Which means that he's probably not in the best rhythm right now.
Great fastball there, 94 on the inner edge. And Brigham is upset right now because the very first pitch of the at-bat was 95 on the edge away. This was 94 on the edge inside, and he thinks there has to be a give here where, you can't get both of these calls.
Yeah.
And very, very borderline on both sides. You would think that Brigham would get one of them.
Papa want a change-up?
Papa
want a change-up?
Are you talking about yourself?
I'm asking. That was you go up with the question.
I would love a
change-up low and into a righty?
I think it's going to be a slider. I think he's going to throw a slide piece.
Springer? Same thing he did with Springer. He's going low and away with a slider, it seems like. Oh,
fastball up and away. Only at 95.
That's fine. I like that. Calm it down a little bit because every time you're throwing more, you're missing glove side.
Is that the intent, though, of Scherzer? Was he intending to throw at 95, pull it back? Or is he, I don't know, not as...
These are the questions we'll never know.
Well, we can talk to him after.
Yeah. Hey, it's us.
No one's going to talk to him.
There's that play you were talking about with him getting his hands in.
And then the first inning, and then pulled his hands. Oh, look.
It's almost like we should be on Fox.
No. Not the way that we look at we got a platypus on the thing. All right.
Man, look at that.
94 again from Scherzer, but now missing again. So you would think that if he's really doing for command purposes. Oh, look at the way he's pulling his elbow. Oh, and look.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
The key is the left arm. The way that he pulls out his elbow, that pulls the bat through. It's not necessarily pushing your elbow into your body, but getting the left elbow out and away from you. That's what really makes that happen. Really good stuff from Yuli Gurriel. Underrated, you could say. 1-0 count. Imagine a fastball that's upstairs. Takes it 2-0. Now, he really missed that one badly.
Yeah.
This is a situation, it is 2 outs with the man on first. You don't necessarily want to ruin a manager visit. If this were early in the inning, maybe even 1 out, I would talk to Scherzer right now because that was a very bad miss.
Yeah.
That was far away on both horizontal and vertical. Think of it like great slider there. 2-0 pitch to Gurriel. Popped into shallow center field.
Oh, no.
Taylor loses his glove.
Was that Victor Robles?
With 2 outs. Oh, Brantley. Oh, if they had a cutoff.
That was
Taylor. Michael Taylor.
No.
Robles?
Is that Kendrick?
No, that's Robles. It's Robles.
It is Robles? I guess we just didn't pay attention to his...
I thought Tucker, or Taylor rather, was playing center.
I was like, how is it possible that Howie Kendrick is in center field? That was not great. That's like an ESPN not top 10 play right there. Let's see, because it looks like he dives really
Props
early.
to Brantley for hustling through this.
Listen, that happened to DJ Hall, the left fielder for the Orioles, and they played it like... Did it hit him? Yeah, it did. That happened. They played that play for the Orioles every day for the next 2 weeks. So I want to see that on ESPN for the next month. That was terrible.
I don't know what you're talking about, but the Orioles guy, of course, you would know that.
DJ Stewart. I believe it was DJ Stewart.
You even got it wrong.
Oh, what did it say about... Oh.
But good on Brantley for hustling through that. And now we'll say that is a situation where you do dive because you do have the left fielder behind you to make that play when you do miss it.
Yeah.
So, he knew that he was going to give an offer at it in the first place.
We don't know what they're...
What is this conference for?
Meeting
we don't have
anything.
Here.
Yeah, you're gonna have to let us know in the comments there. Spore brings up that Dave Martinez would have been punched in the face if he went out to try and talk to Max Scherzer there, but it would have made for some good lip reading.
Oh, I would say Kurt Suzuki would have been the
what's
the
going
meeting
on here?
Is Rendon in the way?
That would be kind of cray. Oh, that's what they're saying.
I don't know.
The way that the camera angles...
No, he's telling him to stop. That's what he's telling him to stop. Oh, did he touch him? Did the coach... Did the base coach touch him?
Coach might have touched Brantley. That's what they're saying.
That's it, yeah. Ooh.
Oh, it looks like he touched him on the hand.
Yeah, on the hand.
The last thing the Astros need right now is inappropriate touching. It's the last thing they need to talk about right now. They've already botched that enough. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to do my best.
They've already.
Wait. I can do a Jim better. Like.
Yeah. So Jenny brings up a great point. I actually did not know that either, that he was not allowed to make contact.
Oh, of course not.
With him. So if it's an act, why? You know what I mean? I understand you're pushing a guy.
Yeah.
But like that's it. That's the
yeah,
reason.
Yeah,
you can't.
You can't influence the game.
Okay, so there you go. You can't influence the way. Austin, thank you for the slow clap. I am very proud of that joke. I think I really nailed that one. Tried to make it as tactfully as possible, but
a good first pitch breaking ball there from Scherzer, and attack right back with a fastball 95. Now look, we've been saying this game, it feels very much as if Scherzer's well behind Cole, and he is on pitch count and base runners and everything.
And fastball command.
It's a 2-1 game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And he can throw 3 sliders now to Correa.
Yeah, that's a great point. He's still very much in it.
With the base open as well.
But here's the issue, right? I mean, and I don't think you were saying this, but now we're that much closer to a terrible Nationals bullpen, right? And this game could get out of hand quick if that was the case. And there's your first slider.
I actually don't know if that was supposed to be a slider. Or that was a slider.
You think it was a curve?
No, it could have been a changeup that he tugged.
At 84, yeah, you're right. Okay.
Which I would have loved.
So either way, not well executed. We've seen 5, maybe now 5 or maybe even more that have been spiked.
Sliders,
from
yeah.
him.
He hasn't gotten that feel quite yet. Now, a question I do have, considering that Corbin is the slotted Game 3 starter as of now.
Would you bring him out?
You could theoretically, as he pitches in 3 days. Another tugged pitch. The way that Suzuki's setting up, it does look like it was trying to go for a changeup.
Yeah, that's a good point. And to get back to what you're saying about Corbin, you're saying because he... it would be essentially a bullpen day for him. Use him for an inning.
Right, you could
use read what Ben Brown said?
Yes. Nick is the father of pitcherless and fast as a dirty uncle who sneaks beers to you behind their back.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Schlitz.
What do you message to our Discord members when I'm not looking?
Beer. All right, here comes the 2-2 pitch.
Oh! Look at the vertical movement on that. He definitely either lowered his arm a little bit, got around the ball a bit more to get more horizontal ride than the typical drop. But man, he was fooled.
Now, to get to what Yancey was saying, we are interested in doing at one point something on Twitch. It was kind of...
we were thinking about that.
Yeah.
We actually considered reaching out to you, Sporelno, if Fast did. But it was one of those things that we just didn't have it all set up, and we have this set up here. And we are planning on using our YouTube channel a lot more in 2020. So, and overall, this is still something we want to continue doing for the most part. But yeah, we do want to use the Twitch space as well.
We do. We are interested in expanding there. Austin, I don't have any Natty Lights because I'm a Marylander, so I have Natty Bow, which is even better. Gives you that sweet, sweet, natural bohemian. Dirty uncle or lit uncle. Nat Daddy!
It's time for the segment.
All right, go ahead. Song! God, I hate this.
Whoever says segment first, the other one has to say song.
Oh, okay, all right.
Why do you hate this?
Pre-game ritual.
Okay, so...
That's an L? Nick. Pre-game ritual? Pre-game ritual?
I was doing that really fast.
The pre-game ritual? What is your pregame ritual?
Qu'est-ce que c'est ça? All right. I'll give you a moment to kind of think about what you would do if you were pitching and all that kind of stuff. What would you do to get ready? For me, I wasn't actually the types. A lot of guys would put on earphones and would listen to music and get in the zone and stuff. I wanted to be the guy that just watched everyone else do their ritual and just talk to them as they did it. I didn't want to be removed. I feel most alive when I'm kind of immersed in stuff. So, for example, if I'm throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game or something like that, I wouldn't be the guy that sits alone.
Mm-hmm.
I would be like, guys, please, for the love of God, talk to me.
Oh, okay.
Right? So, for pregame rituals and stuff, I would do that. So, I would go through my pitching drills that I would always do. And it would just be every other game. Make sure you have your curveball here, curveball there, fastball in, fastball away, all that kind of stuff. But nothing really superstitious.
Yeah.
I did have I do remember I did have a pair of silk boxers in high school for big games that I wore. That's the only superstitious thing I had.
Yeah. I'm gonna spare everyone
Silk.
the big game jokes that you made about your boxers. I'm gonna keep those separate. No, I think there's a kind of similarity in my world. The more I read and understand about baseball, the more I think about the similarities between theater and that past life that I led.
Excuse me, théâtre.
Yeah, théâtre. And I think about the rituals that I did before going on stage for off-Broadway shows and stuff like that. And I would try to physically exhaust myself.
Look at everyone
Ritual.
Sorry.
I would try to physically exhaust myself as much as possible.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because that was good to kind of be more emotionally vulnerable. I have a lot of nervous energy, so I think I would do something where I'd listen to a lot of very angry music, a lot of Norma Jean, a lot of Daughters, a band I like, and then do a lot of physical work. Here comes that first pitch slider up and in.
Hesitant removal from the box from Soto.
Yeah.
We're all waiting for the crotch.
Excuse me.
The crotch grabs.
We are all waiting for the crotch grab. We are all indeed.
Don't roll that.
Yeah, please don't.
Oh, there's a fastball up and away that's slapped to left center field by Soto, and that is
gone. Oh my!
Gone!
Hit the train. Oh, that wasn't gone. That was a moonshot. That was insane.
And that is the pitch that Juan Soto swung through in the first at bat. And here's a cool thing about this: if you remember the Hader at bat in the wild card game, Soto swung and missed at the first one, bad slider away, and then swung and nailed the same fastball up for that single that Trent Grisham misplayed. Same kind of thing here. He swung and missed on that fastball. First at bat, looked for it again, knew it was coming, and then took advantage of it. 2-2 game here.
Now, I believe that is the 19th home run that he has given up. It is the 19th home run he's given up on that four-seamer, which actually kind of shocked me. I guess because he goes to it so frequently, but
it's one every 200.
One every 200. Man,
one every 100. I'm so sorry. One every 100.
That was something. That was absolutely gorgeous. That was beautiful.
What's crazy is that I still had a 34 plus p-val.
Oh yeah, 34 p-val, the highest in baseball.
Despite allowing 18 home runs on it, which is by far the worst impact on p-val.
Look how far it hits the train tracks.
I love the lack of excitement from the crowd too. Just the stillness, like a beautiful water.
Oh my god!
On a lake.
If that was a juiced ball, it would have ended up in Dallas. Canada. That's unbelievable.
Fouled back for strike one. It's a 1-1 count now to Howie Kendrick. Now you see a foul ball straight back. That means the guy's right on it. That is a flat bat. Timing is there. It's just slightly down. So you gotta be careful if you're throwing out the fastball here. You generally, once you see a foul straight back, you go with some off speed. He went back at it with a heater. That's but went inside as opposed to away. So understandably so.
Now, this becomes really important. It's 47 pitches through the fourth inning now for Gerrit Cole with no outs so far. It's starting to nullify that gap between him and Scherzer.
Beautiful.
Obviously, Scherzer, I think he's near the 70s right now with his pitch count. You really want to get to that bullpen if you're Houston. But to your credit, as you brought up in the last inning, this is a tie game now. What you wouldn't believe, if you looked at just how these guys were pitching, you didn't look at the score, you wouldn't have any indication.
This is eerily similar to our very first broadcast.
Oh, where with the Mets and
It was the Mets and Nationals. It was Syndergaard versus Corbin. Who was pitching well? Who was pitching poorly?
I believe it was Syndergaard pitching well and Corbin pitching okay. Other way around. It was Corbin pitching well and Syndergaard pitching okay.
Syndergaard was pitching poorly. Looked first 3 innings struggled and settled down for 3 more.
That's right.
And then Corbin allowed 2 solo shots back to back all of a sudden, and it was a tie game. There is Howie Kendrick, very skilled at getting his hands in to be able to hit that high and tight pitch. Lofts it to right field for the first out of the fourth at 50 pitches now for Cole. Keep in mind, Scherzer around 65 at the moment. So, hey, if we have 1 or 2 tough at-bats here from Cole, they could be on even footing.
Yeah, that's true. 50 pitches so far, I don't mind as much. Just assuming he can get out of here under 60, he's going to be fine. Yeah, I could watch that all day. That's just absolutely gorgeous from Juan Soto. Yeah, here comes that throw-up cam one more time. The T-Mobile throw-up cam.
Well, fortunately, they have a garbage bag to catch it.
That was such a good insult. I really like a good insult. Oh man! All right, here comes Asdrubal Cabrera. The first pitch is that
I guess it was a hard curveball there, 85.
Yeah, at 85, it looked like it dropped.
Bada Boom, thanks so much for the sub. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, we should say subscribe to our channel. You guys will know when we have cool videos out. Yeah, mostly in 2020, but we might have one or two through the off season as well. And hey, maybe we'll have another World Series game. I don't know.
Maybe. There's a chance. We will see.
There's a chance.
But we do enjoy doing it. We hope you like it so far. This is kind of what we're thinking as we're watching these games. I know that the first time I did this with Nick, I absolutely loved it because you learn so much about what's going on. Now here comes this 0-2 pitch. What do you think he's going to do here? Maybe get a little cute, throw something in the dirt here?
It's a Cabrera. He wants to go slider in, though.
Yeah.
That's what we just got the call for.
And he does.
That's such perfect execution. That's a strike for so long until the very end, and as a hitter, you cannot make that adjustment.
I am not into gambling or the gambling scene. It is illegal for me to do at work, and I don't do it at all. But I do know, because someone texted me, that the line in Vegas, the over-under for Cole on strikeouts...
We have not been paid anything for this video.
We have not, and we won't be. There's that ball, that home run ball that's insane. Was 9.5 Ks for Gerrit Cole, okay? He's got 3. That's kind of crazy, considering how many strikeouts he had. Or what was it, 324? How many total strikeouts he had
okay,
the year with?
So we saw in that third inning as well, the Nationals were aggressive in the first 2 outs of that inning. First pitch is essentially a hint to outs. Trey Turner was aggressive. Juan Soto was aggressive. That might be the thing. That's what the Yankees tried to do against Cole. That burned them, but the Nationals might be doing actually the same approach, and it's turned out okay so far.
It has. What has not turned out okay was, I'm pretty sure that side said Nolan Ryan beef.
Nolan Ryan beef? What?
I'm pretty sure that's the sign. What the sign said on the trade.
I hope they add the case that they did for Kyle Schwarber. Of course they won't, but still. For the home run, nice, I guess, ish slide. That's what I call the McHugh slider, where you aim to start the ball above the zone so they don't swing, and then it falls back in for striking. You just don't know what to do as a hitter.
Trademark the puke cam.
Yeah, right. I love that, Ben. Austin Bristow, yes, I can make you sub.
Oh, we can. Well, you're fired if you don't sub. Austin, hear me?
No.
Oh, beautiful. Just beautiful.
That's a beautiful pitch. That's a curveball, 85 miles per hour, down below the zone. Zimmerman was not expecting it in the slightest.
Now,
swung right through it.
Let's talk a little bit about the difference between a knuckle curve and a curveball.
So the idea is that you're essentially pushing...
Oh, well, we just happen to have a baseball right here!
Okay, so I never threw it, so I will say that I am going to struggle a little bit at this, but in general, when you throw curveballs, there are 2 methods innately. It's about getting on this side of the horseshoe, and you're going to put your fingers, one of the fingers, either your middle finger or your index finger, on this ball, on the seam, to push it down and release it like this. Okay? Barry Zito, and myself included, would throw it with the index finger involved coming down. And a lot of people, though, when you're taught by coaches, is that you do pop the gun. That is, you make a gun as you do it with your middle finger, and then you pop the gun as you go.
Yeah.
Now, what this does, it means that you can do things with your index finger. So a lot of pitchers like to do the knuckle curve like this, where as they release, they're pushing more down with their index finger to ensure that they get more spin on it. It's more volatile in general, because I think adding this, unless you have an incredible feel for it, it's very hard to be consistent with. It's harder than I think this just the general feel of the curveball. But this is why this is what the knuckle curve does. And generally, you do get more vertical drop.
You're getting more spin. So the benefit is to get more spin, but as you said, there's obviously more volatility because you're introducing a new digit in the index finger, which of course could complicate things.
Right.
Who are some of the best knuckle curve throwers currently playing
right now?
Someone
that is returning in 2020 has one, and that's Lance McCullers. Very interesting to see where his draft stock is in February and March. Surprisingly, Yu Darvish is throwing a good one. Taught to him by Craig Kimbrell, who has a vicious one, of course, when it's working. Gerrit Cole, of course, is throwing one. There's Dylan Betances when he's healthy. Throws a fantastic one. I don't know if is it knuckle?
I think it is. It might be. I think it is knuckle.
Yeah, you're completely right. It is. Yeah, because I remember seeing the blue inside of his, like the dark blue for Baseball Savant, and that is a knuckle curve.
Yeah.
So,
nice. Yeah, it's interesting. So you
Thank you, Kyle. I am in a suit. And he was wearing another suit before, but I made him put on some clothes.
Yeah. He said, "Take it off."
Reverse. Yeah. You get it now. Okay.
Do you find that there's you talk a lot about the splitter and the volatility with the splitter.
Yes.
Right? Is there just as much, slightly less, not anywhere near as much volatility with the knuckle
No,
cutter?
I wouldn't say
feel thing at all. Or?
It is some, but with a splitter, like the joke I love to make is you get one chance at getting your splitter right. So you're in the glove and you go in for it. Mm-hmm. You don't really get another chance to take the ball out and do it again.
Yeah.
You can't just tell the ump in the battle, hey, hold on 1 second, I'm going to do this. No, you get one chance. And this is really tough. It's not like one seam I need to find. I can keep going along until I find it.
Yeah.
You just get one push. And that's it.
We're going to come back to this because I want you to show, here's the first pitch from Max Scherzer.
Once again, against a lefty, Yordan Alvarez with another curveball.
First pitch curveball. He did the same thing last time.
Yordan is not good against
When
curveballs.
we come back in the next segment, I want to talk about the difference between splitter and forkball grips.
Oh, yes.
Actually, believe it or not.
Yes,
I was looking at the forkball today, oddly enough. Here comes the 1-0 pitch.
For you. Who throws one in the league right now?
No one. Absolutely no one. Who was the last person to throw a forkball in the league?
That's going to be, I know his name. Jose Contreras.
No. You're talking about the guy from the Angels or Reds?
He was on the Yankees. He was a starter. Come on.
I don't think it was
Contreras. Right?
It might have. I think there was
His name was Jose Contreras. Am I making this up? Sorry for my loud keyboard, guys. As my internet is weird.
Yeah, your internet's really bad right now.
Is it on yours too?
Let's see. No, mine's a little bit quicker.
Yeah, Jose Contreras. Yeah.
That's right. According to Savant,
that's a changeup, by the way, that Alvarez laced back up the middle for a base hit.
According to Savant, I believe the last person. I don't think it was Koji Uehara.
So Uehara was a splitter.
Yeah, he threw a splitter. What was classified as a splitter? I guess you could maybe say it.
They said it was a splitter. At least everywhere I'm seeing for Jose Contreras.
They did.
Fastball split. Yeah. Oh, it's too bad. I think he kind of forked it.
Apparently, there is someone.
Kevin Gausman. I've seen it being labeled as a forkball.
The person I was thinking of, and I'm going
Yes.
to double check my work right now, was Junichi Tozawa.
Ah, okay.
Who threw a forkball. Now, it appears as if there is a player. No, there's no way. Isn't Matt Carasetti an offensive player?
I think so. He's a catcher.
Isn't he a catcher for the... no, he's a pitcher in the Mariners. Or we're thinking of the backup for the Cubs.
Joe, I don't know.
believe. It looks like Carasetti...
Bunt is coming here from Maldonado. Fouled off. And we have an 0-2 count.
I can see why this
Look at this. The Astros playing small ball.
Is this a fork?
Pedro... Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a forkball.
That's a forkball, all right.
Matt Carasetti throwing a forkball.
That's
absolutely gorgeous. I was thinking of Junichi Tozawa.
Oh, the things we can do these days.
Yeah. Anyway, we're back to the game. I apologize for that forkball rant.
Okay, hold on a second. Tozawa threw a Scroogey. Did he turn it? Did he fully pronate it and use the seams? Scroogey is just a curveball, but it's on the other side. Hector Santiago technically did throw a screwball. I remember actually having to put them in the database one time, but we never had a good camera angle of it. Anytime it was classified as one, I'm not really that belief that it was one.
What are they yelling at me for now? What did I do wrong?
I don't know.
Most forks are tabbed as splits.
Yeah, it is a pitcherless blue tie. Thank you so much, Colin Charles.
What is the hex code on that?
It is 318 AED.
Oh my god. All right, we got distracted. My fault by the forkball there because I was obviously looking at that. We're seeing a replay of all the pitches.
Just to put a pin in that, splitter generally you spread out.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch, by the way.
This is going to be from a bunt to another take.
And this is outside.
Splitter, you come up. That's your general splitter grip. Mm-hmm. You can see guys do it on the side over here, but generally all you're doing is just trying to get down to the bulge of the ball to some extent. And get it wedged in. The more you wedge it in, the more it's going to go straight and drop. The less you do that, the more forkish it gets, which is a hilarious word. As we get the 2-2 pitch coming here from Scherzer to Maldonado. Imagine it's going to be a slider. It is a changeup, but he's really only executed one of those today. Bad one against Alvarez that was laced.
He hasn't been able to go outside with it.
So, forkball. Now, how I would throw it. Essentially, you want to emphasize the gap between the ball and the bottom base of your fingers for a forkball. You want to get into that gap if you're throwing a splitting.
Okay.
Okay. So you see how there's no hole here. There's no daylight.
Sure.
This is what I would do for my split. So you can see the daylight completely. And I'm throwing this from seam to seam.
Oh! That really scared the crap.
You can see it. I got it. All right. But essentially from one seam all the way to the other seam.
Wait, here comes the full count. The pitch of the full count. We'll get back to that in 1 second. I want to see what he
I want to see a
here.
fastball here down.
Change up.
Fastball down the middle. Maldonado skies it to left field. But it looks like
Wow, you don't see that.
Soto is under it. 1 out.
You don't see the left fielder calling off the center fielder very often. Soto says, "Who's the future of the franchise? Please move over."
So Sporn with the forkball. Notice my knuckles with it. You change directions on it, right? You're not necessarily being straight with a splitter. Well, the splitter is not much pressure on pulling down. It's on the sides of your fingers. But with the fork, I'm very much feeling the downward feel of my index finger, pulling it down this way and pulling it down that way. So it's so important to stay on top of this. If you fall on the side, then it can fall out quickly. You have to make sure you execute on coming down with equal force on both sides to get that proper spin.
Elbow pitch, 94-mile-an-hour fastball up at the top of the
I miss
zone.
throwing that thing.
What's harder on the wrist between the splitter and the fork? Or any of them?
I wouldn't say that either one necessarily is. You just have to execute it well. It can hurt your elbow a ton if you do get on the side too much. Essentially, a lot of times people can pronate too much, and they can, because of the weird forces on it. If you don't get behind it, it can be weird to all of a sudden put too much force on this side or too much force, especially on the left side. You never want to see your wrist turn pronating that way. You don't ever want to see it. It's okay going like this. Even just stick out your hand fast. Stick it out and then turn to the left. Right, you can feel that inside of right here.
No.
Well, no, just turn only your wrist. You can feel tension here, but not turn to the right. Not as much.
Yeah, not as much. Yeah.
Right, this is easier.
Yeah.
And then this.
That'll be a good screenshot.
So.
Now there was a pause in the game there because it looked like there was batter's interference, or Josh Reddick was saying that his bat collided with Kurt Suzuki's glove there. No one's buying it, and here comes the 0-1 pitch from Max Scherzer.
Change up away. Yep.
Ooh, change up away. Once again, not really able to do much with that pitch.
Better. That actually was a tempting pitch for a little bit. There was some seduction, you could say, about it. Get Jeremy Pope in here.
Did you see that text? He kind of popped
Jeremy
up.
Pope is a mutual friend. It's completely from separate worlds of ours.
Oddly enough.
He's awesome.
Here comes the 1-1 pitch. What's he going to throw? It seems like nothing to
check DMs for more fork data. Ooh. You sliding in there?
Oh!
Sliding into
the DMs with the fork data?
Oh, we've got some. Okay.
Ooh, thank you.
Fork usage per ESPN since 2009. Tazawa, Kawakami, Sanchez. That is Brett Sanchez? No? B. Sanchez?
Linebrink.
He was on the Phillies.
Yep.
Linebrink, Cara City, and Coelho. This is, very popular pitch. Thanks a lot, Sport.
Coelho was actually the one that I was thinking of.
Same exact fastball that he got beat on at 3-2 in the previous at bat. 2-1 again flies out. Josh Reddick has to be upset right now. You have to think next at bat, if he's facing Scherzer again, he's selling out for inside to get that barrel out. He's going to be stepping more in the bucket and opening his hips earlier to get that barrel in that ball.
At this rate, there's no chance that he has 82 pitches in the bottom of the fourth with 2 outs.
9 outs and 9 pitches? Yeah, no, not going to happen.
That's not going to happen. So why, obviously this pitch, when it's handled well, it's just filthy.
Oh, it looked like he did hit the glove there. That's catcher's interference.
Yeah, that's 100% catcher's interference. But I don't believe it's a reviewable play.
Fascinating.
Yeah, which, hey, there's your rule change right there.
Yeah, why not? Why
Considering how infrequently it happens, you should be able to review that
I don't
play.
understand why, if there's anything that we can catch on replay,
that's one of the most evident. Yeah.
Yeah, why wouldn't we want it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why do you feel like it's gone so far out of favor? Because it's so difficult to control?
It's just not a pitch that you often consider successful. It's not something that, there are a lot of pitches that work, and forkballs you don't really need to throw. It's also, it is an inconsistent thing.
Okay.
For me, it was just super fun.
Yeah. I mean,
it surprised kids in college who had no idea. You know, in college you don't have scouting reports.
A well-executed forkball is a pitch that really just kind of it sticks out.
Yeah, the drop is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's because it's so late.
Yeah.
It's just so incredibly late. You have no chance against it. Here comes the 2-0
It is
pitch.
very obvious, though. So if you are expecting a possible forkball, you can see the lack of movement all of a sudden.
Ooh, 95 mile an hour
the lack of
paint,
spin
bottom of the knees
on a forkball is very apparent.
Obvious doesn't matter as much, right? Because, I mean, like Mariano Rivera was obvious if he actually.
No, but that's different because you don't necessarily know how much it's going to move every single time. You can just be disciplined to say, no. If I see a lack of spin at the bottom of the zone, I'm just not swinging.
Because you know it's going to drop out of the zone. All right.
I remember actually, I have a very distinct memory in high school. The lob over. A very distinct memory in high school of hitting. Surprisingly, I had to hit my senior year because after 4 years of not hitting, I'm like, oh, we need you, Nick. I'm like, all right. So I batted fifth.
Wow.
And I remember taking a 3-2 pitch down the middle for strike 3 in like a first and second opportunity.
2-1 pitch, 95 mile an hour, misses outside.
Because I saw it. I saw the lack of spin, and I was like, oh, I know this.
Yeah.
And then just didn't do anything. It was like the worst pitch this kid has ever thrown, 3-2 down the middle, but I just took it. Because I just knew that it would drop, and then it never did. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me, man.
And that was the last time.
Yeah, that's the last time I played.
Nick hit.
I retired instantly.
Here comes the 3-1.
Beautiful pitch. Beautiful slider there from Scherzer.
Bends the knee on that one. That was absolutely beautiful. So what do you do here? At a full count to Springer, you really need to get this out here. You can't afford to walk him. I would love to not see him. What is that?
Fastball.
Oh, I thought you were doing the Mighty Ducks.
Quack. Quack. That's whack.
Oh, I just got a work email. Nothing like getting a work email at 9:45
fastball down and away. Come on.
Oh, slider, and he lays off of it, and he's disappointed too.
You knew Springer would. Man, if you throw it 3-1 like that, you know Springer's going to be looking for that slider now.
Now, even Davey Martinez is looking in the dugout. He is not happy about that. It doesn't look like he was really happy about that pitch call. I really don't want to breeze over this too much, though, because I do think it's very interesting that he's thrown over very lackadaisically 3 times, twice to Yordan Alvarez, who has no steals on the year. To me, that just encapsulates he's not in a rhythm. This entire game, he hasn't been able to get into a rhythm.
No,
he's labored through 4 innings. It's just been tough to watch.
Ben, I love that you took a screenshot. Or is this a GIF? What is this?
Oh!
Like a cat. That's amazing. All right, there's a hanging curveball that Altuve just could not react
Once
to.
again, up in the zone.
All right, I am going to save this and tweet this,
Yeah,
Ben. Do you have a Ben Brown? Do you have a Twitter handle?
Do you have a tweeter? Ben Brown, do you have a tweeter?
Oh man, what is up with my internet? I don't know what this is. I'm getting this resolving.
You try and do this.
thing.
I'm going to walk people through what's going on in the game right now. So it's an 0-1 count to Jose Altuve. That was a hanging curveball at the top of the zone. We talked about it earlier with Altuve. You don't want to throw pitches high in the zone to him, and they keep tempting him. Now Suzuki sets up low. It looks like he's going to move that glove low and outside. He does. It is an 86-mile-an-hour slider that misses away once again at the top of the zone. I don't understand why they want to keep doing that. Now, obviously, Suzuki set up low and away, so that could have been Scherzer just missing his spot on that one. Yordan Alvarez, he's over there having a great time on second base. The 1-1 pitch, at this point, you got to be excited for Scherzer because you don't know what he's going to throw because nothing's really worked. Maybe we'll see a changeup low and in. Suzuki sets up low and outside.
Beautiful fastball, 95, blows past Altuve.
You think it was beautiful if he would have got his bat on
overpowered.
95?
You can see how late he is. So it's the execution. That's what's beautiful about it, because he just knew, like, look, he's behind on it. He's looking for my off-speed stuff. You could not catch up to it. So what do you throw?
You know what? You're going. That's not four-seamer. Change up. I want to say. That's what I was gonna say.
Okay. Good. I believe you. I believe you would back surprised if it wasn't that. There it is! Oh, that was it! He just didn't execute it.
Good job by Altuve, yeah. He's thrown like one really beautiful typing. The mechanical keyboards are one thing and it's not subtle. So they just showed a very interesting graphic. Scherzer has not had a single inning in which he has thrown fewer than 20 pitches. That's pretty unbelievable, and really not what we're used to seeing from him. There's Ben Brown's tweeter. There's Ben Brown's tweeter.
Wait, let me read it.
Delete it and read it.
Yep.
Here comes the 2-2 pitch.
There's a fastball.
95-mile-an-hour nubber.
Foul.
Ooh. Didn't look like Altuve was running down the line. I thought Rendon was maybe going to wait for that to go fair.
So sorry, guys.
The sound of it is so intense.
Well, it's fun stuff.
He's thrown what? He threw a fastball to get ahead to the 2-2. He threw the changeup that he wasted, and that was a fastball that he just threw again, right? Doesn't look like he's thrown...
Screwed it up again.
Again? Nick! Jesus Christ.
I'll be back in a second. Okay.
All right. Focus on this while I do this. Now the internet's really speeding up and getting wonky over here. We're really excited. 2-2 pitch. No more delay. Here we go. Let's see what he throws here. Looks like he's setting up for that changeup.
Fastball.
Let's see.
Tugged it.
Labored.
And Q.
Labor Torres.
Q. Commenter saying, well, the runners will be off on this pitch.
Yeah. No die.
Can you give that one too? Look at... What was that?
It was you talking about, you said something vaguely. I can't see what you're laughing at. All right. I didn't think anyone caught that. Here comes the full count pitch. Here comes the full count pitch.
They post that inside the oh my God.
Post that in the comments on
Please.
YouTube. 79-mile-an-hour curveball, excuse me. You were saying something. you were saying something very lascivious, and I thought it was
lascivious.
Yeah, it was very naughty, so I gave them a little eyebrow action.
Man, lascivious.
And it looks like Nate
that's a mechanical keyboard. This one's Kill Pale Blues. Mechanical switches. I love it for typing. I think
it's very intense. Oh, we're at a new high and people watching now. So let's get back to the game.
Oh man, we got 35. All right,
3-2 count. So he's not been able to. He shakes off the. Come on, get with me here. Come on. It's a 3-2 count.
All right. Okay. Whew. Hey everyone,
count.
Thank you so much for joining us. We're having a great time with the live broadcast. We'll be here through the rest of the game. It's Alex Vass, Nick Pollack.
Welcome.
From Pitcher List. And we're having a 3-2 count here against Altuve. We just saw some fastballs. If he can execute a good changeup here, it'd be brilliant.
And a curveball that he fouled off as well.
We'll see what happens here. Slider, nub to right. No, he got beat on it. He was looking for a heat. Nub to the first base side, and he gets out of the inning at 96 pitches. Do we see Scherzer for one more?
No, I don't. Well, we might. Yeah, I'm sorry, real quick. I have to at Darren Woman because I need to know what Scherzer's sprint speed was to first base there because that was unbelievable.
Well, okay, Austin, are you talking about the eyebrows? Because that's what we're reacting to, and it's the funniest. It's the funniest thing. It's why oh my lord. Oh man, I mean, I need to open. Yeah, where is this? How do I save this? Nate, what's your Twitter handle? Tell me right now.
Every time there's a nice strikeout, we can get
because
that.
This is.
We have some.
Oh man.
A segment. We should be going to a segment right now. Let's take a look. I'm gonna pull one out of the. I'm giving a lot of great gifts.
Oh,
You're giving a lot of great gifts.
Oh man, I did not see the wink one either.
All right,
this is something else. Nate, what is your Twitter handle? Okay, go with it.
The closer and walk-up songs.
Okay, so this one's quick for me.
Yeah.
Closer, it would be Cochise by Audio Slave.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a very
you have
good
the build
one.
up, even the chorus that says "Take it out on me."
Mm-hmm.
Go and save yourself.
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Walk up song would be Funky Town.
Why?
Because I absolutely love that song.
Do you really?
It just makes me so happy.
My ex-girlfriend was obsessed with that song. Absolutely obsessed.
I don't know how to react.
She's married now, so you lost your chance. I think my
That's all I need. If you love Funky Town, call me.
Mine would be either... I think my closer song would be Goodbye Horses.
Don't know that song.
Yes, you do. It's what Buffalo Bill dances to in Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, yeah, because I've seen that movie.
You've never seen Silence of the Lambs?
I just said I've seen that movie. I hate scary movies, so I avoided it as a kid.
Scary Movies is a great movie.
I avoided it as a kid. I imagine I could watch it now.
You can. That movie's fantastic.
But I just haven't.
One of the greatest movies ever made.
Yeah.
And then my batter song would be My Neck, My Back.
No.
It would.
Well, what's the censored version?
No, it would be My Neck, My Back. I didn't say it.
I know.
Oh, but for the actual stadium?
My Neck, My Back. Okay, it was a great walk-up song. We're done here.
They would bleep out the thing, but here's the thing. I talked about this a long time ago. If I'm coming up, I don't really give a crap about focusing.
That was close.
I know. I don't really care about focusing. I care about getting in the pitcher's head and getting him off his game. So what can I play, Nick, if I have to look at these GIFs one more time?
Well, I'm tweeting them all out.
Why?
Because how could I not?
Those eyebrows. Unbelievable.
I mean, just
unbelievable.
It's the best.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
all right, we're back here in now the top of the fifth with Gerrit Cole. I don't remember what his pitch count was, but I believe it was under 70, right? Was he at like 55, right?
Oh, yeah. No, he's like at 50 almost.
No, he'd already broken 50. He was at
84.
Just 84 pitches.
57. That is the magic number.
He misses there with that first pitch curveball.
Analysis is coming, guys.
Kurt Suzuki. Yeah, I'm trying my best to make it. I'm trying my best. I believe there was a pitch there. I don't know why it doesn't
register it. And now we have a great slider at 89 down and away, but resisted by Suzuki. And we have the second.
That should be 2-0, correct? There we go.
All right.
Yeah.
Uncle Fast strikes again. Malcolm in the middle. Oh, yeah. Hal rollerblading to Funky Town. Fantastic. I love that scene too, Jans. That's a really nice fastball from Cole because the previous pitch was a slider that actually looked just like that fastball. Mm-hmm. But this time it stayed straight as opposed to breaking off. It's kind of what Spencer Howard commented on, if you remember, being like, oh, hot dang, I can keep my fastball low and away because they think it's actually going to be the breaking ball that goes off.
Yes.
Hot dang is what he said indeed.
If you haven't listened, go listen to those interviews that we did. And there's a 2-1 curveball that misses.
Fascinating. I don't know if you just noticed it. Maybe I just weird out of the corner of my eye. It looked like Cole went more over the top than I've seen. It just struck me as odd all of a sudden. I normally don't look at the mechanics necessarily on the delivery, but for that one, it felt like Cole went over the top more so than we normally see.
Oh, and then he completely misses the 97-mile-an-hour fastball way up and in.
He looks at what Scherzer having a tough inning. Goes, anything you can do, I can do better.
And then
I can do
Kurt
anything.
Suzuki, of course, here's my
better
prediction about being MVP. Man, that is amazing that they can do that so quick. That's not an easy thing to do very quickly. This tunneling graphic that they're showing right now.
You know, I will say, actually, it was really cool to see Michael Augustine's split of Gerrit Cole stuff on ESPN's feature of Gerrit Cole the other night. I wonder if that actually highlighted something like this here. We'll see. Slider over the plate at 87. Strike one to Robles. Nice for him to get back in the count. Bad slider, but nevertheless, 0-1 after a walk is a very good feeling.
Yeah, let's see what he can do here in the 0-1 pitch. Number 9 hitter coming up here. Robles obviously didn't have as much success as a lot of people wanted, but it was pretty effective, right? I believe pretty effective.
Now we had a bunt down the third baseline foul, and we've seen a lot of bunting. Mm-hmm. I wonder what the over-under for bunt attempts in this game were.
Yeah, I'm sure that was something that people
blown past
100% betting on, or how many bunts you were going to see in the first inning, because we saw more than we thought.
Well, it was like 0.5.
I didn't know that. Man, Victor Robles ended the year with a 2.5 WAR despite having that 255 batting average.
I wonder what his defensive metrics were.
Yeah, it looks like 8.5 for defensive runs saved according to Fangraphs. So there's where a lot of that WAR is being generated from. There's the 0-2. There's that tailing fastball, 98 miles an hour. It doesn't really barrel it whatsoever, but he gets it right off the near the handle of the bat. And
baby shark.
They're looking for a baby shark.
So that's what that is. But I will say this. That kind of swing makes me think that if Cole either didn't get far enough inside or actually could have done better away, with this inside-out swing. You see he got in on the handle on it.
Uh-huh.
I do wonder if he had gotten away, maybe he could have gotten the end of the bat instead.
Now, if you're Gerrit Cole, that's the 8-9 hitter that you just put on. And now you got Trey Turner. It looks like they brought Bregman in a little bit more. I don't think they're playing for the bunt right now. There'd be no way they're playing for the bunt. Oh, an 85-mile-an-hour changeup.
But it's Suzuki.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
At second base. So he's not going to be stealing third, or at least advancing to third on that ball in the dirt. 10 p.m. button. What? I don't know what that means.
10 p.m. button.
Oh,
time for the button to come off? They want it's nighttime.
I gotcha.
We don't want to be censored by YouTube.
Defense throw. Thanks, Spore. Thanks for joining us as well. And there is a hanging slider that Turner almost takes advantage of. I'm actually a little upset at the stool boy for not taking the stool with him. God. I don't know if you remember that hilarity. Another reason why you have to join our Discord if you haven't already. We've been doing the voice channels on the games. We aren't live broadcasting. I am inside the voice channel talking to everybody as it happens. And the stool boy in that game against, what was it, the
Yankees?
No, was it? I think so. I think it was actually the first season.
Oh, you're right.
Series against the Rays, where the stool boy didn't pull the stool out fast enough, and it hit the stool and actually prevented a run from scoring for the Astros. And the stool boy didn't know. He thought he did a great job, and they made a whole thing out of it when he was oblivious.
Yeah, completely.
Kept zooming in on him.
So we missed 98 miles an hour away with that four-seamer. Oh, we haven't tried to predict the signs yet. I wonder if we can try and do that in this inning.
Well, we got time.
Ooh, the curveball. He's going to appeal to first. Did he go? No, he didn't. So now we're at 3-1.
Interesting there. Turner saw Cole miss with that fastball away and anticipated another fastball to correct. That's why he was so bad on that slider, or maybe it was a curveball actually. Had a lot of movement on it. It's fascinating that he was back on that. Now I'd imagine 3-1. You're selling out. If you're Turner, you are selling out for a fastball.
For a fastball,
it's on 2 straight pitches.
You're
asking Cole to throw a strikes that are not fastball inside the zone.
Here comes the pitch.
Oh, that's what you got. 98. Push the
hour.
right field. But all it will do is advance Suzuki from second to third. Ready against an arm.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
I think the camera angle might have made us think that was a little bit closer than it was.
Give the people what they want fast. No, we are a family-friendly show.
I can feel them making the gifs of the wink I just gave the camera. I can feel them making the gifs, just fueling you. So now we're back with Adam Eaton. Once again, the lowest first pitch swinger on the Nationals. I've mentioned it a few times.
Sorry, I just laughed again.
What, are you thinking about it again? You had to go back to Twitter.
I saw it over here.
Yeah. Nick, you're a monster. You're an absolute monster.
Let's go to, excuse me a second. Please continue.
Yeah. All right. So here comes the first pitch to Adam Eaton. Let's see if he swings on this first one. He almost, I believe he offered up the second time through the order to Gerrit Cole. You got to figure Gerrit Cole knows he doesn't swing frequently.
Nice fastball.
And there he does, 99-mile-an-hour fastball that tails into the zone. He's got to be keeping that in mind with Eaton. He doesn't swing at that first pitch very often, so he knows he can probably get ahead of the count, which... If I was Eaton, I don't know, maybe I would have been a little bit more aggressive there, kind of take Cole by surprise. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Now remember, when Gerrit Cole is ahead, he does like to stick with that four-seam or slider. Doesn't really go to that curveball all too often. With lefties, he does a little bit.
Oh, there's a hung slider inside.
A hung slider.
That's pulled to right field, and what do you know? 3 earned runs for the Nationals to just 2 of the Astros. Now, of course, the bullpen of the Nats. Biggest question now.
That was the weirdest way to say the
3-2.
score. That was the weirdest. I've never heard someone say a score like that. Now, 3 earned runs for the Nationals. Now, of course, the Houston has what is 2.
I was trying to collect my thoughts as best as I could.
It's like a terrible Jeopardy
question. The question. All right. The question becomes. The question becomes, how good is the Nationals bullpen, and will we see Patrick Corbin soon to hopefully bridge the gap? How much value is it to bring in Corbin here and maintaining this lead?
Yeah, listen, if you're going to take out Scherzer to not get in the 5th, who has looked a little bit, first time pitching while trailing since the beginning of September at Milwaukee. They ended up winning that game. Ooh, he breaks the bat there. Looks like it's going to be a tailor-made double play. No, he beats it out. Anthony Rendon hustles down the line there. We've got first and third with 2 outs, and Juan Soto coming up to bat. Man, this is really not going the way that I think we thought it was going to go. It's a little bit surprising for me. I mean, you got to keep in mind, too, that 0-2 pitch, there was an 0-2 pitch to Robles that he kind of nubbed off to right field for that single. Maybe if he threw that slider there, it would have been different, but obviously
hindsight.
Is he
challenge that? No, that's
I don't know. You can't really see when it's in his glove. This should be a better angle. And
it's safe.
Yeah, he's safe.
Oh man,
Yeah,
I'm having so much fun with this broadcast.
Giving you a lot of good gifts today.
This is so many. Look at all these gifts you're giving me.
Gifts, very nice.
Is it?
There was a nice little shot there of Anthony Rendon and Yuli Gurriel just having fun at first base. I like seeing that stuff. I like
Andy. Nice, lovely. Okay, sorry. Hi, welcome back.
I'm banning you from doing that now.
Doing what?
Now you're banned. We got people here watching our stream, and we have to focus on these people. 31 people here to watch us. We got to focus on them. Now was the first pitch missed, obviously, from Cole there. Soto takes a little bit of a walk around here. So not a lot is working right now for Nick.
The chat is amazing.
Not a lot is working right now.
All right, you need me. I got you. Okay, so Soto, what did he hit before? It was a high heater. Mm-hmm. I imagine Cole's going to go away from that now. You're going to see a lot of sliders here. You're going to see a lot of secondary pitches. Oh, he got it!
There it is!
There it is!
That is what we wanted to see.
I want a clicker.
Yeah.
There's one for the series.
Man, that's... I know Anthony Rendon said in an interview he gets pumped when he sees him doing that.
Oh, it's so great.
We didn't see a crotch grab.
So 2-0 now. What do you go with if you're Cole?
Well, he's probably sitting on a fastball, so
that's all I'm doing if I'm Soto. I'm hoping for a heater.
Ooh,
misses again. He goes, ah!
He gets even lower that time. That was unbelievable. He was like doing a stretch on that one. 3-0. Do you give him the green light here?
Of course.
Yeah?
Of course.
All right.
You just hit a home run off him.
Yeah. The momentum's in your favor.
Who's up after?
Now.
It's Kendrick?
Yeah, it's Kendrick.
I would with 2 outs here, you give him the green light.
All right, let's see what they decide to do. 3-0 pitch. Here it comes from Gerrit Cole.
1 pitch, 1 spot, Soto. Wow, look at that respect.
90-mile-an-hour slider right there. So now you still got to be sitting 4-seamer.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do here?
You're throwing, if you can throw that slider again. Essentially, you establish 3-0 that you're going to be throwing just breaking balls instead of that.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't care. If I'm Soto, I'm still just sitting fastball. If I don't see it, I don't swing.
All right, here
looks
comes
like that
3-1.
changeup was the quick wiggle.
Ooh.
So he thought it was a fastball.
He's not getting low anymore. Now he's acknowledging how filthy that pitch was.
See, you're not getting a fastball, Soto. Look, that circle change.
Yeah, circle change, yeah.
All it did was change velocity. No movement on that. Okay. All right. I'm not getting a fastball.
You can just tell he's having the time of his life
You are
when he
not.
comes up.
Oh yeah, you're not getting a fastball. You know this, Soto. You're not getting a fastball.
So you think he's gonna go change up again? Slider. Oh,
and he was on it.
90-mile-an-hour
off
slider.
the left
He
field.
takes the left field.
Off the wall!
Brantley can't make the play. Springer has to come in from center field. That's going to score 2. And it is 5-2 Nationals. Juan Soto, he says, forget the baby shark. We're looking at the daddy shark right now. He ends up at second base. What an at-bat.
Oh, so brilliant. So he didn't see a single fastball the entire time. The 3-0 pitch to me told him that, okay, I'm not going to get a fastball. So you can sit on it 3-1. Just in case you try to sneak one in, you take advantage. But the confirmation of the changeup on 3-1 says, I am not going to a fastball against you. You launched it before. I'm just staying away. I trust my secondary stuff to get through this. That allowed Soto to stay back on that 90-mile-per-hour, I believe a slider away, if that was correct.
Yeah.
Pushing it to left field into the wall. Brilliant at bat from Soto.
Wow, I was wrong. The Nationals bats, there is no rust there, my friends. It is ready to go. We have a game. What do you do here if you're the Nationals, though? Do you send out Scherzer for one more inning? Do you bring in Corbin for his little bullpen?
I go with Scherzer for until a runner comes on, and then I bring in Corbin. You have to if you can win this game. How crucial is that?
Yeah.
I mean, it is 5-2 right now. You do have a little bit of a cushion with that bullpen.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the only day that you can use Corbin before Game 3.
Yep.
So you do want to get that inning at least.
Now,
you could start off with Corbin. You can give him a more kind of starter approach than the reliever. You might want to start with Scherzer at the beginning, see if he can get through as many as he can, and then bring in a reliever to then replace to Corbin in the 6th or maybe the 7th.
Yeah, you really can't underestimate how important of a victory this would be for the Nationals. It's not like the Yankees series where they won Game 1 in Houston because that was against Greinke, who was already a little shaky. To do this against Gerrit Cole, you really only need to get to one of these guys to be able to have the advantage in the series. So this is pretty big.
Right, and there's actually someone mentioned inside of the What?
My buddy texted me, the Pirates are laughing now because Cole stinks.
There was a mix-up there. This is one of the rare times you haven't gotten second base there. Cole pitched the curveball. They were expecting a fastball. Colin Weatherwax was saying this is why you don't duck. Right. There's a fun article today on Fangraphs. I don't know how many people saw it about, hey, what if, the Cole is let's say you label Cole as the best pitcher. What if you staggered your starters and threw Anibal Sanchez here and then had Scherzer, Strasburg, Corbin go against the 3 starters that are not Gerrit Cole. Mm-hmm. Maybe you throw one game and then go get lovely play from Correa.
Play by Correa.
To save this inning from Cole.
But go on, you were saying?
So the idea is let Cole win this game, but then you have a better chance of the other games. And something I went through, I remember as a kid at times, where I would be, we didn't have a good team. In certain teams I was on, and then I would start against a good team and we'd lose that, but then we face worse teams and I could feel like I could beat them, but we still lost those games.
Why is that called ducking?
It's just you duck him out of the way and then you come back up.
Okay, yeah, I am very anti that strategy. First of all, I think that sends a terrible message to the clubhouse, right? It says, okay, well, we probably can't beat this guy, so we're going to give ourselves a better chance. You know what I mean? The optics of it are terrible.
Well, I will say that for the article's sake, they weren't saying do that for Cole, but it was bringing up the question of at what level do we consider it?
Mm-hmm. Never.
I wouldn't say that.
In a playoff series, never.
Let's say you have one incredible, let's say you have a very, very, Johan Santana, for example.
Okay.
Right? I would, let's say peak Johan Santana, and then you have, I would try to stagger that. I would try to get, you want, instead of trying to beat the Giant, make sure that I can beat the other guys.
You're telling your offense that they're not good enough to beat the Giant.
What I'm saying is that, look, we're giving ourselves the best chance of winning a series.
Sure, they don't care. A full clubhouse of guys is not... A full clubhouse of guys is going to say, you know what, you're right. You're giving us the best chance to win the series because you don't feel we can hit that pitcher.
Alex Think Fast has arrived.
That's unbelievable, though. Think about all the clubhouses and the impact that these guys have. I mean, that's a real thing to pay attention to. That's not crazy.
Well, I would say that it also comes across as confidence in the other pitcher being like, look, I know that I would only be doing this if I knew that you would demolish this team and that, you would make sure we would win those games.
I think it would be too risky. I don't think there's any single pitcher I would do it for.
It would have to be a very obvious landslide.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think this is where we kind of agree to disagree because even if it was a fundamental landslide, you can't send that message to your team.
Okay. Let's say I'm just gonna put it this way: let's say you have one team that you're facing with one stud who's just so successful. Mm-hmm. Like we're talking like a 10 more pitcher, mm-hmm. and then they have 2 more guys. I'm using more just for reference point. I don't really. That's not how I judge guys. 2 war guys on the other side of it. Okay. Then you have a pitching staff that has a 3.5 WAR and 3, mm-hmm. right? I wouldn't put the 3.5 against the 10 WAR. Mm-hmm. I would put a 3 WAR, and then save the 3.5 to beat the 2 because I have a better chance of beating the 2s, and I don't think that using my best guy, even though it's not that much better, but just my best guy against a 10 WAR is worth it. That's what I'm getting. I mean, it's just
I hear your point.
Example of that. I don't really think the message is oh, great, cool. My coaches are doing what's best for the team and being smart for us to win.
Yeah.
It's a fun conversation. That was a segment.
Yeah, that was a segment in and of itself.
Weak move, Pollack. All right, but Nats are good. And Max, I just. Well, at least maybe that was said before I clarified the fact that we're not doing it. It was the context we aren't suggesting for this, but it does raise a question of when do you do it?
They kept Scherzer in. which I think is probably
I love
the
it.
right
97.
move. Let's see if
Who
you can get
cares?
another inning
We've
out of
seen
him.
him at 110 plus.
Yeah, I don't think they really care about that right
Great
now.
first fastball, 94. Actually, second fastball.
Scherzer probably hasn't felt like anything for the past 2 months because of how much he runs on adrenaline anyway.
How many ways are there to spell Pollack? Yes.
A and O.
And with one L, I guess?
Maybe. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Brantley. 92
missed his
mile an hour.
spot. Looked like it was trying to be a backdoor cutter. If it's at 92.
Yeah, that was kind of an interesting pitch. But it didn't
Actually,
look like it had
maybe
the
a
movement
fastball.
of a
I
cutter.
think it's just a fastball.
Yeah, I don't think it had the movement of a
Well,
cutter.
worrisome to see 92 there.
Now, I mean, this is obviously not the prettiest performance from Scherzer, but if you're talking about, like, and I hate to say this, but grit, it's pretty unbelievable.
Right.
It's kind of unbelievable that he's still in this game, considering how poorly he's pitched, just giving up 2 earned runs, still giving his team the chance to win.
Well, it's one of those things that was commonplace back in the day. I mean, we only allow it now for these veterans because veterans have gone through it. Mm-hmm. But back in, I mean, this was commonplace in the 90s and the 2000s of World Series for guys to be throwing past 100 in World Series games when they only allowed 2 earned runs.
Yeah, sure. I'm just saying for
inning.
performance alone. I mean, like, if you watched what he's been doing, I mean, you've obviously watched what he's been doing with me, but, like, he's not been good at it.
He hasn't.
He's not been that
and
great.
it's only been 2 earned runs against the Astros. I have to tip my cap.
There he is. There's Corbin.
Now, I don't necessarily agree with this just for the sake of I don't want to bring in Corbin through the inning. He's a starter, and as a starter, you do have a different mentality coming in with guys on base than you do just fresh of an inning.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
What is all of this?
He's spelling Pollack in as many different ways as possible. Yep.
This is like
Pollack. I like the last one.
I don't know. I feel like it's like mirror image has been cast, and I'm like, no, the first one is the right one.
Here comes the 2-1 pitch here from Scherzer. Oh,
nice. Ooh,
got it. Yeah,
well, they just call it a strike. Beautiful.
Yeah, I think I agree with you here. Also, theoretically, if he's able to get through this, you get through Bregman. Next up after Bregman was Yuli Gurriel. Then you can come into the game facing Correa, Alvarez, Maldonado for Corbin, which is obviously much more preferable than coming in against Springer, Altuve, and Brantley. So, yeah, I think you got to let Scherzer finish out this inning here. And imagine, if he doesn't give up a hit, he's probably going to.
I overthrew that slider a little bit too much.
Now, here's the interesting thing. If you give up a walk, does Corbin come in?
He will, but I don't want him to. I want there to be another reliever in between.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, I agree with you here. Give him the clean inning. It's what he's most used to.
I honestly don't, though. 104, you walk him. At 105, Scherzer can go with 115, 120.
Yeah.
It's a World Series, man. This is why you paid the money. This is why you got him.
Yeah, I agree. What are you saving the bullets for? Ooh,
front door curveball.
Beautiful.
Got it to go hard for a break.
Oh,
beautiful scoop by Zim with a flare.
It. Love it.
By the way, Austin Bristow asks, is Soto top 15, top 20 next year? And I will say this, from the early mocks that I've seen, you have the distinct 5 in the beginning. You have Bellinger, you have Yelich, you have Acuna, you have Betts, you have Trout. Then, to me, you have somewhere, and by the way, Cole is somewhere after that at some point. You can throw in starters, whatever you want. And when it comes to hitters, then you have 3 guys that I've seen of the speedsters, like the guys that do things with speed. And that's Story, Lindor, and Trey Turner. Mm-hmm. To me, those should go in some order there. 6'5", 6'7", 8. Or if you want to throw in Cole, fine. I'm not, but then you get your sturdy floor, everything but steals. Bregman and Rendon and Nolan Leonardo. And then you could throw in Soto there at the end of that.
Yep.
So that's generally how I would associate the drafts going. You have little mini groups like that, but I think that's how it's going to be.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, yeah, I don't really have anything.
Yeah, there you go.
I kind of agree with everything they said there.
So there was a slider missed again by Scherzer. He really has not been as sharp as we've seen with that slider nor changeup as a backup plan. What's really good about Scherzer is that he has those 2 weapons, really 3, you could say, with the cutter, and none of them have really taken over in this game to be a very consistent offering. There's kind of a back and forth through it all. Let's actually see really quickly. We can
CSW?
Yeah, let's take a look. We haven't actually done this. I'm surprised that I didn't pull it up myself earlier.
I gotta say, I'm surprised that it's 10:20 and we're in the 5th.
Yeah,
this is gonna be a pitcher's duel.
I meant to mention that before. We have 31 over 108 CSW. So that's about 26%. I think
really not that great.
Nothing is really standing out. I mean, I guess his slider does have 11 over 30, but generally, I mean, I guess that's about what you want. You want 35% plus on your secondary stuff. We'll be doing some more research on this this offseason. Maybe as we get near the season, just about the different expectations for CSW based on four-seamers, based on sliders and changeups, and etc. Kind of as we also tie in money pitches, but that's down the road. We're at 109 here from Scherzer. Very, very important at bat here. Can he get through this? I imagine changeup. Oh, got that.
Got it. It brought in his hands again, it looks
but
like.
Not low enough. But not low enough. He was able to pull the barrel down.
Now, so what did you say the CSW rate in the slider was? It's 11 over 30?
Yes.
So was that 33%?
Yeah, just about.
Okay, so he had a 45.5% CSW rate in his slider this year.
Well, that sounds about right. That sounds like Scherzer's slider. I would imagine, yeah. Generally, you want on a good slider, it's going to be 40% plus. It's fine if it's above 30%, but then you need something else to help.
Oof.
You generally need other things being 30% with it, 30, 35. And we don't have that. We have 2 over 12 for his changeup so far. We have 2 for 11 for his cutter. Sorry, for his curveball, only 2. I mean, 2 for 4 for his cutter is good, but that's not enough of it. And then, of course, 2 for 11 on his curveball. Fastball's done effective. It has been effective. 14 or 52 is fine. I mean, then again, it's only 24%.
Yeah.
You want to, 25 to 30 is what you want. So really, nothing has really been there.
He averages 32% over the course of the year, too. So, I mean, as you can tell, and this is what we kind of preach about CSW, here comes that 2-2 pitch.
Oh, there it is, though. That's the pitch he's been wanting
is.
the entire time. Excellent pitch to end his night. Actually, expect Corbin coming in. This is exactly what the Nationals wanted, 1-2-3 inning. I mean, obviously so, but nevertheless, the importance of it was so heavy in this inning to get a clean inning so that you can get Corbin right out of the gate in this sixth.
I mean, man, I really can't say enough about that Scherzer performance. On paper, just not very good. The stat line, not very good. The CSW, not very good. But he battled and he got through.
We're talking 3 to 4 pitches difference on that CSO for Max Slade. Sure, that's a good point, Spore. You're not wrong about that, but I will say there are definitely 3 to 4 sliders that Scherzer, this game would be different if he executed 4 more of those.
Well, if he just didn't spike 5.
Right. Well, right. But I mean, that can actually be a difference maker in these kinds of games. So, all right. Here we go.
Segment.
Song.
Oh, very nice.
You're like, are you going to do it, Nick?
Best discussion at First Pitch Arizona. Aside from the new RotoWare t-shirt designs I came up with.
Oh, did you?
What were
I didn't know you came up with them.
Oh, I can't say them on air.
Well, I didn't even know yet.
You remember them. You just...
I remember the one that was made fun of about your sister.
Yeah, that's the one I was referring to.
Oh.
Yeah. The best discussions that we had in First Pitch.
I thought you actually figured those out.
No. I like the... Well, I actually really liked the discussion that came about that you guys had in the Sleeper and the Bust cast.
About what specifically?
I like the there was some interesting talk, although it got kind of heated, which I thought was funny, about the new format and whether or not stolen bases and saves should be removed. Well,
no. I did not say that. I did not say they should be removed.
In your ideal league, they'd be gone.
I would craft a league that would not have saves and stolen bases. I just think it's more fun. It's essentially how we play anyway, but then we we need to add on this one guy or this one random guy, and we got to deal with that. And it's like the bowling ball attached to our chain. And I'm anticipating it. There it is. It's too hard to do work. So I knew it. I didn't even need to look.
Yeah.
So lazy.
Yeah.
This is what I got to deal with. You have opinions and they just get shot down and laughed at. It's a discussion.
No.
Discussion.
It's a really good idea. But someone said on an Athletic, Sherman brought this up to me yesterday. I think it was Under the Radar, about how impossible it was to get stolen bases off the wire, and how John Birdie was the one example.
Saved, yeah.
And I know that I'm working on a piece that's probably going to come out later in the year because I want it to come out around draft time about where did a majority of these saves come from, and did they come from the guys in the top 300?
Right.
Now, people expected Malik Smith to get a good amount of saves. He was a top 300 pick, and he did.
Stolen
he led
bases.
the league. Excuse me, stolen bases, and he did. But they are on the decline throughout, and how we approach them moving forward is going to be very interesting because I don't think they're all of a sudden going to be on the uptick.
There's a fastball down at 97 from Cole. Cool to see him back out there.
Oh, you have to. 83 pitches?
Oh, I thought he was much higher than that. Oh, yeah, of course he is. Colin asked what was my favorite discussion. I had such a great time talking to Rob Silver and Eno Saris. It was just fascinating. Talking about different just different pitch movements. Also Also, actually, I had a discussion with a scout, Kimball Crossley, just talking about arm action and how to predict future pitch development and what would work good for different pitchers. I talked to him for like an hour and lost my entire voice doing it, but it was fascinating. I had a really, really good time talking with all those guys. It was just the best time.
It was a great time. Yeah, if you guys weren't able to make it, highly recommend if you can do it.
We definitely need a better quality start stat. That's kind of what VPR was getting at.
Yeah.
Excellent start, neutral start, poor start.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Cole. Ooh, 98
man. The Cole stare down is... I don't know how I feel about it.
How much...
what is this look, man?
Oh, he's been doing that the whole postseason.
I didn't know. I didn't notice.
He's been doing that
I didn't know my uncle was there.
He's been doing that. Yeah, it's a bizarre look. That was great by Cabrera to lay off that fastball because...
It wasn't... I don't think he was... Oh, that was a hung slider by Cole, laced into center field for a opening base runner, and that's 5 runs for the Nationals. Man on first, 87 pitches.
No outs. Yeah, at this point...
Weird to say, but do you want to stop the bleeding?
Yeah, well, I guess since it's the bottom of the order, you have what? Mr. MVP himself coming up? Isn't Suzuki up? No, excuse me, Zimmerman. So Zimmerman got to him. That was the guy who started all of this, so... Yeah, maybe it is time to think about Brad Peacock.
Oh man, I wasn't there calling Rob Silver by the fire pit. Oh, I was thinking about that with Matt Modica as well. I think Colette was at it too. Maybe Zola. I don't remember, but yeah, I remember you guys doing that. And
that was night 1, I think.
It was night 1 or night 2. Yeah.
Yeah, it might have been night 2.
Maybe right. That looked great.
Ooh, there it is. Your tailor-made double play, 97-mile-an-hour fastball.
And Zimmerman running. Doesn't matter. You hit a home run, buddy. You're fine.
Oh, yeah, you're still at 5-2. Yeah. You're doing just fine.
Are we going to first pitch Florida? I would love to. I can't, unfortunately, which really, really stinks. I don't know if this guy is, though.
I'm still thinking about it. My wife's my in-laws are down there, so I'm definitely thinking about it. I haven't rolled it out yet. Jenny, yeah, it was tough at times. There's a lot of people there to come and talk to, but stick with us.
Yeah, just hang out with us. Seriously. Yeah. That's one of those things about it, but like honestly, everyone just wants to talk baseball anyway. There's really, you can just go and talk, and it's cool that you thought of us as cool kids.
She didn't include me in that. I'm not in the cool kid club. 98-mile-an-hour fastball. We've seen that all night.
Wait, do I have sunglasses in here?
That what? Oh my God! Is that an Xbox 360 controller?
What
is that?
No.
Is that an Xbox 360 controller?
There's no 1 count here to Suzuki.
98-mile-an-hour fastball. This is exactly the inning that Cole
that's how
needed.
you play stuff in the computer. Yeah, that's 3 up, 3 down very quickly. Obviously, you did have a base runner involved, but still, the minimum needed that. Corbin is coming in. We have ourselves a ball game here.
We do. We have ourselves a ball game, and we are going from one nasty slider to another nasty slider. You gotta love Houston giving Cole a nice little ovation there as he comes out of the game. I believe it's segment time.
Oh yes, segment
time. Song.
Oh man. All right. Sorry. A pregame ritual.
Rituel? Rituel?
Qu'est-ce que c'est? J'aime le français, c'est
L'accent
de français, c'est magnifique, hein? What would be... It's not my favorite, I'm just... Right. If Pitcher List had a band, what would it be called, Fast? Well, we would be called...
Pollack and the Papas?
No.
Papa Pollacks?
No. No, Fast. No.
Pollack's Papa Brigade?
Why does there have to be Papa in it?
Yeah.
We would be called Umber.
Umber?
Because it's Pitcher List.
Okay.
Umber.
Uh-huh.
So PL.
Uh-huh.
Umber.
Huh?
And we would have plungers.
What?
We would have wrenches. We would wear overalls.
Oh, so we'd be plumbers. Okay, fair enough. Oh, God.
Dave Umber.
We just lost everyone in the band. Dave Sherman says it would just be Pocket Dogs.
Oh, that's an interesting name.
That is
an interesting name for a band, Sherman. Why? Where did that come from?
Where did that possibly come from?
Boo, says Parody.
he also brought to my attention
Deserved. Very much deserved.
that I'm probably going to make a pick live on air for the mock draft.
Is that right? Caleb
Yes.
Smith just went in the 13th round, though.
Yes, he did. But there's another pitcher or two that I'd be interested
Luke
in
Weaver was
eyeing up.
taken. Are you a Boyd boy?
No.
you're
Not. There's two guys that I would
Griffin
probably go
Canning
with here.
or Michael Kopech or
Who was I just going to look
All
up?
right, I take it back. The cool kids comment. Understood. I got it.
Yeah,
now,
we're
what
not-
would it be called? Oh no. We would do like we would do the batters in the boxes,
The batters and the boxes?
something like that. We would do some baseball thing.
Yeah, it would have to be, yeah.
The stare downs.
I thought Papa Pollack's pitcher party.
Why you? Okay, you know what? No, I'm not making any joke on that one. The backdoor sliders. Ooh, I like that.
Oh,
Justin.
that's nice.
I like that one a lot. Backdoor sliders.
Well,
You know, you do play bass.
I do.
At some point, we're gonna do this. I play guitar. Who's a drummer and a singer? That's all we need, guys.
We
got
squandered our
this.
time here because I think what we want, a quick breakdown from here, is what we should expect in this one inning. from
Patrick Corbett. Well, this is going to be lots of sliders inside, and it's going to be lots of fastballs mimicking it. I expect tons and tons of sliders. You see 45%, 50% even at times with that pitch from Corbett. It's his moneymaker. Now, expect him to go in and out. He's not a north-south with the fastball. It's in and out, and then just everything down with sliders. It doesn't really matter, honestly, where it is, in and out. It just has to be down with the slide piece, and he will be incredibly effective. It's one of the hardest pitches to hit in baseball. Filthy.
Now, he started with two fastballs into Correa at 93 and 92.
Fastball
Usually
away
he
would
sits
work.
around 92, so that's normal for him. There's 93 away. You wonder if he's pressing a little bit. That's not too much higher than what we usually see from him. He peaks at 95, so I'm not really concerned. I don't think the 93 indicates that he's pressing quite yet.
Well, I mean, I understand normally you can press as a reliever. However, he can't really because this is treated like a bullpen.
This is a bullpen, yeah. I've just been pressing in the sense that this is a big game. He's
Right.
coming
Oh,
into
of
the
course.
World Series.
Right.
So there's the first slider of the day, and it gets him back to that 2-2 count. Now, if you're two strikes, Patrick Corbin, majority of the time you're about to get a slider. I'd imagine that that's what we're going to see here.
I would think so. I mean, he just fouled off one inside that wasn't even a good one. If you get that down, middle down as well. Yeah, that's a very nice one. But I will say there's sometimes you don't necessarily want that to start so far in because then if you start it away and then he's thinking, oh, it's coming back over, now I don't know about the depth of it.
Sure.
So sometimes it's actually really good to have it down and middle as opposed to down and in.
Let's see what he does in the full count. He
Oh,
throws
another-
it
oh.
again. Oh, my goodness. Now, Correa knows it's coming. He's got to know it's coming, and it doesn't matter. You just can't do anything against it.
This is so filthy. It's just so... Oh.
Unbelievable.
That's like the filthiest pitch I've seen all day.
It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Why don't you go ahead and gift that real quick? Come on.
Go ahead.
Huh?
I can't do it
Why can't you do it?
because I'm using my stuff.
Oh, all right.
No,
I'll
no,
go.
don't do it.
Okay. You
Take it
told
off.
me to do it. It's beautiful. It's the most beautiful
We'll
pitch we've seen
give
all
it
day.
later.
Okay.
We'll give it later. We'll give this later. Okay. Anyway, we're back to it. We're going to see lots of sliders here.
I know we lost you for a second. You almost.
We're going to see lots of
Ta-da,
sliders here. Sliders here away and
Oof.
over through that one to Jordan Alvarez for ball one. But it's all right. You can just throw another one. It's not like he just saw it or something. So you can just do it. 7 Ks. What did I say? I said 6. 2 earned runs. I said it over 7 innings. I got the 5. Yeah. 6.
I got 7 Ks for Scherzer.
Attaboy.
Nailed it.
He tried to go a fastball away there. Now, it's very interesting. If you're on Alvarez, what you've seen right now is a spike slider and a fastball trying to go up and in.
Yeah, so I'm waiting until I see a single pitch in the zone before I swing.
Well, it's going to be a slider, I would imagine, in the zone now.
Yeah?
That's what
I
I
think
would
he's going to try
assume.
and get him to chase that slider low and away.
Slider in the zone.
Low and away. Nailed it.
Yep.
I thought it was going to be outside of the zone, so you definitely nailed that in the zone part. But, yeah, Alvarez, very tempted. You figure he's probably going to go right back to that or maybe come high
Go a
heat.
little bit down now.
Yeah?
A little bit
Just
south.
keep edging farther and farther away.
Yeah, just down. Oh, he let the fastball right in the
93
middle,
mile an hour
slapped to right
fastball.
field by Jordan Alvarez, and that's a base hit with 1 out in the 6th.
Jordan Alvarez, coming into the game, the narrative was, man, he's not that good anymore because the postseason has been terrible for him. And here he is. He's been on base all 3 times.
Now, fastball and 2 walks, is that correct?
I believe
Look at
it
this,
was
another
fastball and
split,
2 walks.
beautifully done. Look at this.
That is gorgeous. Look at that changeup. Oh my God. Looking at the movement of these pitches, these gifs that the Fox broadcast is making is just absolutely
80
fantastic.
grade.
Yeah,
80 grade.
It
We
really
approve.
is beautiful. Really,
The pitcherless
really
staff approves of these gifts.
Absolutely gorgeous stuff. I wonder if it is. No, I don't think it would be Ninja helping them out.
I'm sorry.
What? Are you still looking at that gif?
It's just so beautiful. There is a slider down and in. Maldonado wisely took from ball one. I wonder if he was just taking the entire time there.
Will this game be over before midnight? It's 10:35. And yeah, not a chance, right? Bottom of the 6th. 3 innings left. Hour and a half. Not a chance. No. 4-hour playoff.
There's a fastball away 94 now. He's gone in and out against Maldonado now, right?
Mhm.
So you could get the impression, if you're Maldonado, when it's inside, it's going to be the slider. When it's away, it's going to be the fastball. So the way that you counter that is...
Mix it up.
And you do what?
The opposite.
Which is?
Sliders.
What is this next pitch fast?
Slider away.
I'm going to say fastball in.
Does he throw sliders away frequently? I don't think
Not
he does.
really. He does
I don't think I've ever
it
seen
kind
him
of
throw
does
a
it down.
slider
He doesn't
away.
do like a backdoor for a strike, really. Like we've seen like Julio Urias do very well.
Keep showing Donnie Brasco in
I'm
the...
thinking fastball in here. Right. So now and Maldonado's like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Right. So I mean, honestly, you can throw anything you want at this point. You just need to throw for a strike because Maldonado is kind of on the defensive, even though it's a 2-1 count. I would say so. So you can actually try and hit that fastball and get that right. You can even do fastball away, either one. Oh man, or you can throw a slider underneath there, and look at that defensive swing at a 2-1 pitch. Man, beautiful, beautiful.
Looks like we got CFL coming in saying, "Hi, pitcherless boys. Thank you, Nick and Alex, for all the help this year."
Oh
Thank
man,
you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man. I don't
appreciate
know
it.
who you are necessarily. I don't know what to call you, CFL fan, but thanks a lot, especially considering that you're Canadian football. So the fact that
It
you
has to
hang
be
out
that,
with
right?
us, right? That you'd hang out with us, that's awesome, man. Really, thank you.
All right, here comes the 2-2 pitch. They showed Donnie Brasco in the dugout one last time.
That's funny, Cody. How short is Corbin's leash? Cody asks. Probably an inning.
Probably a full inning.
I mean, if it were about 10 pitches in an inning, fine. But no, it's just gonna be one inning. You do not want to risk Game 3 being bad.
No.
So with the slider moving to Suzuki's left, would it be easier for him to catch if he opened up his wrist? That is, catching it on the inside of his palm. So like you're saying, he's turning it over. The slider coming down into like this and supposed to like that. It would be. It's if you want to frame it, you don't ever want to turn the glove over. I would say another slider, especially how he swung at the other one. Yeah.
Oh.
But he didn't get it low enough.
Yeah. Just got a piece of...
Too much in the zone there. The Blake Snell Blueprints. That's a good band name.
Oh yeah. The
Backdoor sliders, I think, is the one I'd go for right now.
Yeah, backdoor sliders. Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
one. I like Papa Pollack's pitcher parade, but that's just me.
You make up a new one each time.
Papa Pollack's pitch parade is really the winner.
Pitching paradigm.
Yeah. Papa Pollack's pitching paradigm. Yeah, that's a good
Paradise?
one. Yeah. Yeah. No, I think pitching parade is good because when's a pitching parade? Yeah, I like that one.
Oh man!
I
All
like
right,
that
so we
one
got
the
2-2
best.
count. Execute a good slider, and you got him dead to rights. Don't go away. I think that's a wasted pitch.
When do you think what the
I don't like
pitch
that.
maximum would be for Corbin here? 30?
Yeah.
Right?
And you can see Tanner Rain already going.
Yeah.
I might be around 20.
Yeah, to be honest, they might not let him get to that next batter.
Right.
I mean, so...
Well, we'll see. I think we'll see how far this at bat goes.
Well, put it this way. Do you need Patrick Corbin to get Josh Reddick?
If it gets a lefty, yes. That slider's going to demolish him.
Yeah.
Look, it's a World Series. Every single out is very important. Oh, beautiful. That's it. So you need to execute the slider well. He's got it. Good. And now you stay in there. It's 18 pitches.
Yeah,
You're
18
fine.
pitches is fine.
Just throw, literally, you can throw 3 sliders to Josh Reddick and you'd win.
Mm-hmm.
You win. I used to actually say, once I got my first strike in high school, I would say 2 curveballs and I'm out of this.
Yeah?
Because I had such confidence in my curveball. I could just throw my curveball. Like,
And that was it.
that was it. That's how good I felt in that breaking ball. And then I lost it in college, of course. But back then, it was a different story. And that's how I would always say, 2 curveballs and I'm out. So that's how I kind of feel is he'll just get ahead of Reddick here. And
so you wanted the contact. You didn't even want the
it's
case.
not. It's Kyle. Oh, no. It's Aledmys Diaz.
Aledmys Diaz.
As a pitcher, man, I want to strike everybody out.
So why 2 curveballs?
Because they would whiff on him.
But then it would be 0-2.
No, when I got to my first strike.
Okay, when you got to your first strike. Okay,
yes.
Gotcha. So here comes Aledmys Diaz, who's pinch hitting for Josh Reddick. Let's see what he's able to do here, obviously. As you said, they don't want that lefty coming up against Corbin. Fastball, high and outside, 94 miles an hour. Patrick Corbin, kind of the blueprint for what we saw over the course of the year with really just a 2-pitch pitcher, right? He comes in, he's mostly just throwing that four-seam or that slider over and over again. It's the same thing as Caleb Smith. We had that change up a little bit, but that kind of fell by the wayside. The same thing as Matt Boyd. This is kind of the new blueprint for pitching as we saw in 2020.
Slider
Here comes
down.
the 0-1. Ooh,
that's the thing. If you can't hit that, if I see that if I'm Corbin, if I see that I throw a terrible one and that's the result, just throw a better one.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't get cute. Don't mix it up. Just throw a better one.
So you think it would be 0-2.
You can throw 3 of them in a row now.
Yeah.
You can throw 4 in a row. It's you should be able to do this now. Don't overthrow it. Don't spike it. Good.
Ooh,
got
perfect.
it out.
There it is. Corbin, that's literally how you draw it up, right? He comes in, he gets his bullpen work. He just has to do it in an extremely high-pressure situation, but he does it.
As said, Patrick Corbin is like Caleb Smith, but good.
But he's good. Yeah, exactly. That's
segment.
To some. Oh, I shouldn't. Your roommate's probably asleep now. Best ballpark food. Well, you've been to 2 of them. So, what does Yankee Stadium or Citi Field have? That
when you go to a ballpark, what do you eat? What do you go for?
No matter what, I get a hot dog.
Yes.
No matter what.
Gotta be hot dogs. Gotta be.
Now, in Camden Yards, they have, and some people love this, some people hate it. I love it. It is a mac and cheese on top of a hot dog with crab and Old Bay, and that is très bien.
Old Bay?
Yeah.
Is that an old fling?
We don't even joke about Old Bay in Maryland. I won't even.
Don't even know what this is. I don't know what this is. I'm really sorry.
You don't know what Old Bay is? I also have to tell everyone at home, Nick and I flew to Arizona.
We did.
Together.
Yeah, we did.
And it was that day that we flew out.
Yeah.
That you had your first. What?
Oh, I had my first Big Mac. I never get it. I would get a quarter pounder with cheese anytime I would ever go to McDonald's, which
31
is a rarity.
years old.
Yeah, I just never wanted a Big Mac.
Never had a Big Mac.
I didn't want a Big Mac. I wanted something else.
So,
it's not that good.
LeBron's views on China. Nick Pollack never having a Big Mac.
What
let
scale
you decide
is this?
What's the more un-American thing? Is Mary in with us? Old Bay is legend. Thank you, Cody. It is.
I'm sure it is.
It's a spice. It's more than a spice. It's a lifestyle. It's a sexuality.
How many animals had to die for that hot dog?
Yeah, that's true.
That's really funny.
Big Macs are gross. So is Old Bay. Worst thing about living in Maryland, Mary. All I do is go to bat for you.
Mary.
No, Mary. This is soon. Oh God.
You're the best. You're the best,
Mary.
Mary.
To make such an inappropriate joke,
but
not about Mary. About the hand. Oh, I won't say it. I won't say it.
All right, no, yeah, of course not. Okay. Of course you won't.
You're about to go to another segment.
I was
Nick,
really quickly.
Get your deportation.
All right.
We can't.
Of course I can.
All right.
What's a little known fact about you, Fast? I used to play chess a lot when I was a kid.
Oh yeah, you were very good, right?
I would go to some tournaments. I was taught by Bruce Pandolfini. If you ever saw Searching for Bobby Fischer, that was Bruce Pandolfini. That the teacher is being portrayed by Ian Kinsley.
Mm-hmm.
That's Bruce Pandolfini, the guy who taught me. Just by pure circumstance, he was my teacher. I don't really play much anymore. I love it though. It's a great game.
I have played bass for over 15 years.
What's up? That's where the bass camp for starting pitchers.
I used to be in a screamo band.
What?
Yes.
Fastball 97 on the corner. Cole is still in.
Yeah, 91 pitches. Interesting choice. I guess they figure we're not going to burn this bullpen right now. Still hitting up that Cheesecake Factory, Mary. I'm telling my brother not to give you a discount anymore. 97 mile an hour.
I feel like that was the Matrix. We just saw the same catch.
Exact. What?
Deja vu.
The pitch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same
literally
exact
perfect.
thing.
Do it one more time. What do you got to lose? So they sat down Peacock.
Slider.
They brought up
You
Presley.
do a slider away. You do a slider away.
This is big, man. To lose
Slider
with Cole
away.
on the bump.
Yeah.
Slider away. Didn't chase.
Throw a better one. Just throw a better one. That's all I'm saying. Sorry.
He probably tunnels with that four-seamer really well. I would just throw the four-seamer again.
I mean, yeah, well, that's what I would think you would go back to now. You could throw a slider again.
Slider, yep. You were right, and it was gorgeous.
Well, I mean, I wasn't, but, you know.
5th K. Just 5 Ks through 7 innings. Just, you didn't
Well, if he gets 2 more, then you get
this.
to 7.
Well, the over-under was 9.5.
Oh, yeah, right.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, that's kind of nuts. That's really nuts. That was the over-under. So Presley isn't hurt at all. Yeah, that is actually really strange. We thought he was, like, done.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Great point, Mary. Great point. We have Trey Turner up, who's going to be aggressive, I imagine, the first pitch, but taken for a ball outside, just barely a 96. 1-0 count. I would think Cole would go straight back at it again, but he can be really sneaky and throw a slider and buying into that aggression from Turner. Let's see what happens here. Looks like he's going slider away.
Ooh, curveball. No, that was a slider.
That was a slider.
Did it look like it just kind of fell off?
It did seem a little bit slower than what we've seen, a little bit more accentuated vertical drop.
Yeah.
Now at 2-0, if I'm Turner, I'm only looking heat. If I don't get heat, I'm not swinging.
Not a lot of happy fans in Houston right now. Paid a lot of money for this ticket.
Turner was ready for that, but that pitch was never a strike. Even out of the hand, it was already outside.
Cole is frustrated, too, as he grabs that ball and turns around with a grimace on his face. 3-0, you give him the green light.
Nope.
Yeah, you just let
at
him
97
take this
pitches,
pitch.
you take this.
Beautiful.
That's the pitch you wanted at 2-0. Turner was ready for that. Now, again, 3-2 and 3-3. No, but essentially, the next 2 pitches, I'm still only looking fastballs if I'm a Turner. I mean, that's really the only thing that Cole has been effectively been able to throw for strikes in the past few innings.
Oof, 98 down and in
yeah,
at
a
the
little
knees.
bit of tailing action on that.
Yeah, now you've
really
got him
ate up Turner.
exactly where you want him. So do you go back to that fastball that he hasn't? Oh, there it is. There's Cole throwing that ball away, as you brought up earlier in the cast. He's
Fascinating.
He's quick to do it. He likes to feel the seams. If he doesn't like the feel of it, he's just going to get rid of it and ask for a new one.
Cole put that Astros lady to sleep. That's pretty
She did.
funny.
She went and got the hat from Dumb and Dumber, and then she fell asleep at the game.
Looks like we have another slider here, 3-2. We'll see what happens. Oh, he hung that one.
Bad.
Kinda. I mean, it was one of those pitches that I think Turner didn't know what to do. He didn't know if it was going to come back in.
Again. Look at that.
Oh,
now,
man.
I love how he turns around, too. Like, you believe this? This is what you're giving me right now?
Right? I mean, that's cool. That's annoying. I hate it.
That's
I hate it.
picky.
So is this always the thing? Is that I will always wear the suit and then you will not?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
One day you will be like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, oh man, all right. I imagine a fastball here. And
99. He's still hitting
99.
99 at pitch 101.
It's a World Series, man. World Series.
Oof.
Oh man, this is. I hate these picks and pages.
I don't blame him. I do not blame him.
Oh man.
A lot of gifts came of me tonight. I guess it's my own fault for having a
Fault.
face.
Where's the fault?
Huh? In our stars.
Oh my lord. They all
What
blame me.
Shakespeare is that? I forgot that's a Shakespeare.
Oh, 99 outside though. He expected a bit of tail back.
Mm-hmm.
I assume.
Yeah, I don't know what he thought. It looks like he thought it was
That was
coming
the ball
in.
the entire time.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what he thought, because even if it was a slider, it was going to break even further outside, so I'm not really sure what he thought he was swinging at there. It was just a 99-mile-an-hour heat there.
Yeah, I think he thought it was too close to take, and he
Tried to
felt
foul
like
it
he
off.
needed to.
Then he says something that I can't say on this broadcast, looks at the screen, and walks off. 102 pitches, you got to figure they're going to let him wrap up this inning before bringing in Presley, I imagine. Here
That's
comes
the hope.
Adam Eaton. Once again, not swinging at the first pitch. Cole knows he takes advantage of it. Just really don't
Nice,
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
At some point, you just got to ambush someone.
Well,
you know?
yes. At the same time, you really do want to be more patient as it goes on, because Cole's just racking up the pitches at this point.
But it doesn't matter. He's already given up 5 earned runs.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, 89 mile an hour, and
And
he
that's
missed
it for Cole. It's got to be. You have
Yeah.
2 innings left here. That one inning
Oh,
just
so
got
they
away from him.
switched Brantley over to right field and put Aledmus Diaz in left field. Okay, interesting.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it did make sense. A segment.
Song.
Alrighty. Your first job. I was talking about this yesterday. My first job.
Yeah. What was it?
At Bagel Bin. My first job was a
Bagel Bin?
Yeah, Bagel Bin.
You were a BB boy?
I was a BB boy an OG BB boy. Yeah, selling bagels.
The Bobby?
After high school, I'd walk from high school over to Bagel Bin at the River Hill Shopping Center.
Sorry. Yeah.
Baby boy at the what? At the Bobby?
The Bobby, because it's BABI.
Oh, okay, yes, the Bobby boy.
The Bobby, come on before the Bobby.
Oh my God! I used to go over there on Sunday and I'd sell bagels to the church crowd, and it was
really?
Like, oh, yeah.
How old were you?
Oh, this was junior year of high school, so 16,
Nice.
17.
So I was a counselor over some summers.
Yeah, but that doesn't count. What's like paying job?
Well, I did for Bruce Pandolfini. I actually did not coach, but do as an instructor with him for a moment in high school. I did that.
Okay.
I remember entering college. I actually had a couple months before I started in January, so I worked for a friend's dad's dissertation, doing data entry.
That was your first like paying job.
That he paid me X amount to do work for that, and it was just the worst. But after college, being an adult and stuff, I worked at a Guitar Center for 11 months.
Oh yeah, really? Up near Brandeis?
No, in Brooklyn. I came back home from college. Not Brooklyn. In Manhattan, Union Square.
The one on Union Square?
11 months, yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because I came back after college. I didn't have a job. I was a psych major, then turned computer science minor. I didn't realize I didn't want to do either one.
When did you work there? 2010
to 2011.
There's 100%
chance you were in there.
Yeah. I went in there every 2 months, 3 months to buy strings.
Oh, well, I didn't see you that because the string section was on the right and the guitars and everything were to the left.
Yeah, but I came in and played the basses for a while.
Oh, you were that guy. Yeah.
Well, totally, yeah. Pretend I had $1,500
yeah,
spent on a bass guitar.
Right. Watch, I actually we had a conversation or something. Would have surprised me. But I did that for 11 months because I thought I was gonna play guitar for the rest of my life.
You did?
Well, I didn't, but I thought that.
Yeah, you wanted to. Yeah.
But yeah, that was my first real job, and then.
Is that what you would do? Would you do that? Would you if you could have that skill, if you were I could be the greatest guitar player ever?
I mean, I don't know if that's necessarily my wish nowadays. It was then.
No, because of Pitcherless 5.0.
This is I love this. I get to talk about pitching all the time. This is I love this so much.
That's all right. I kind of miss my life. I'm kidding.
What is this?
No,
this is what I have to deal with. No, this is fantastic. Your punts are so bad, even dads be rolling their eyes. Yes. Thank you. It looked like Brantley hurt himself on the wall. It always says switch makes sense. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. The visible hurt makes sense. Right? Well, yeah, that was just how could you? This is pitcherless, man.
You know I'm kidding.
No, I mean, I would I'd still be doing this to some degree. That's my dream, is just to talk about baseball and hang out and watch these games and everything.
And we've gotten lucky because this has been it's been an interesting game. I mean, it's so far we can talk about it. Both starters are out now. Mm-hmm. Didn't really see the sort of dominance that we would see from really either of those guys.
Right. Yeah.
Both of them struggled out of the gate. Obviously, I mean, Cole pitched better. Cole pitched better than Scherzer. What was his final CSW?
That's a great question. I think he had that. Well, that collapse inning was a collapse. And it's kind of funny because they were exactly like the game earlier this year, where Scherzer did get it together a little bit by the end. 31 over 104.
So he did have the better CSW.
Yeah, but not by much.
Not by much. I think it was 28% to 25.
Surprisingly, I see 6 over 27 for a slider. That's not what you want. It's 28% or so. Nothing. I mean, it's fastball 20 over 56, fine. But it still wasn't, you can actually even look at a strike zone plot. And you can see that we want to see this, and then down here, really dominate.
What is this?
We're looking at the strike zone plot for Gerrit Cole. You see a lot of four-seamers. There's Tanner Rainey in the game, Oof. 100 miles per hour, blowing past George Springer. But you see, I'll save this image, and I'm going to put this into... Oh, there. Hi, guys. I think I can post this. I can attach, yeah. Maybe?
You can put the link, probably.
I can do that. Hi. Here you guys go. That's a very long link that they won't let me send because it's too long.
It's too long, yeah.
All right. Anyway, I'm looking at strikes on play. You see some fastballs up, but you see fastballs middle away, and he wanted those to be down away. And I think that's kind of the bit of the problem with some sliders in the middle of the zone. Nothing, very rarely middle and down, which you do want to see a lot. Very tempting to swing at those.
For those unfamiliar with Tanner Rainey, who just came into the game, he's pretty much a two-pitch relief pitcher who throws either a four-seamer or a slider. That four-seamer usually sits at around 98 miles an hour, topping out at around 101, so you shouldn't be too surprised seeing him throw that 99, 100 miles an hour. That slider sits at around 87 miles an hour. There's a 99-mile-an-hour fastball that Springer takes for a long home run. Now, remember, at the beginning of the game, we said that there were 6 pitchers that the Nationals had been relying on 89% of the time in this series, and Tanner Rainey is not one of them. If you can make contact with that fastball, you can take it a very long ways, and I believe that was a fastball.
Well, he was making it rainy with that fastball. Yeah, that's definitely 100%. I think I saw 99 there as I look back over.
But that's the danger here.
It is. It's the danger zone. This is what I've been reduced to right now. At the same time, if you're Rainey, and also if you're the catcher, if you're Suzuki, you go out as he's going around. You talk to him, hey, man, who cares?
Yeah.
We're up by 2 right now.
Yep. You still got the lead. We're still totally fine.
Just don't throw anything high right now to Altuve. Oh, my Lord.
100 miles an hour. And once again, they have not learned their lesson going high all night long to Jose Altuve. Obviously didn't watch that Aroldis Chapman home run or any of the other home runs that Altuve has hit so far this postseason. Let's see if he does. Maybe comes in with that slider low and away or sticks with the heat.
That's a good. I'll take that. 98.
That is absolutely gorgeous. So far we've seen 100 up and away, 98 low, a little bit more in. Does he change the eye level here? Does he come in with that slider? Does he try and elevate a fastball, which I think would be a mistake? What are you thinking from Rainey?
I think it's just gonna be another low fastball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stick with the fastball. Here it comes.
Oh, that's vicious movement at 91.
Slider.
But I think the problem there was that it landed too far away. And it wasn't necessarily too far down, too far away. So it made it easy for Altuve to say, okay, early on, this could be a pitch that falls away from me. So this is why, I mean, the emphasis of down in the middle is still good. No, that's a really solid one. But no, it wasn't as far away as I thought it was. But nevertheless, if that does start middle earlier, that can be more effective. Oh, and it got him same pitch again. Altuve just could not resist as he expected a heater again. And Rainey earns his first strikeout. Here's a great look at that fastball. I got demolished by Springer. Whew.
I'm trying to confirm whether
he missed that one in.
This was the case, but I believe that one before it was actually the fastest slider that Rainey has thrown all year.
91?
He tops out at 91.1, so I imagine if it was anything above 91.1, it was indeed the fastest slider that Rainey has thrown all year.
Well, we can go like this.
I can't find,
90.1, 90.6, 90.7.
Oh, so maybe they just rounded up from 90.7 to 91.
That's a beautiful backdoor slider to Michael Brantley for strike one right on the corner, and they called it a ball.
Let's see where it shows up here. We're looking at the Baseball Savant feed, which if you...
Oh, yeah, that's on the corner. That's on the corner. That's our podcast.
98 miles an hour, misses low and outside. And what I was saying, too, if you guys haven't watched a game with Baseball Savant pulled up next to you, it's definitely something you should do. It's a really fun way to watch the game. They've got a great website. And it's a fun way to kind of get a good idea of what's going on. Here comes the 2-0 pitch to Brantley. 99 misses outside. Brantley wants nothing to do with it. He says you got to come over the plate. Now
he did, though.
Yeah, he did with that first slider. It just shows you how important
Changes
it is.
At bats. When are the robots coming? I'd say 5 to 10 years.
Oh, I think it'll be 2.
No, I think they're going to adjust it a lot. They're going to make little tweaks.
Yeah, they can do a full year of tweaks next year and then bring it in. 99 misses
no
up
sympathy
and away.
Call. No sympathy call, yeah. Where is Springer on the all-time World Series homer list?
I can check that out.
Well, don't worry, you just have to face Altuve and Bregman. Oh, my Lord. Yeah, Cody, I do agree with you. This is much more interesting now that the Astros are behind here. If you're the Nationals, let's think about this. In your pen, you have Daniel Hudson and you have Doolittle for the 8th and the 9th. That's the ideal. You want Rainey to please get through this. Otherwise, who is left in that pen that you really trust? There's Fernando Rodney.
You would have to go Hudson for 4 outs. 4 or 5 outs.
First, and then merge the Doodle. Has he done that? Is that something you trust him for?
You got to do it to get that win.
I mean, I'm sure this is what Smoltz and Buck are talking about endlessly right now, is the bridge right to the end.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you only got 5 innings out of Scherzer.
Yeah, 5.
And you just wanted that extra 6 so you can get one more from Corbin, and then you get Rainey, Doolittle, and Hudson for just 6 outs. Let's see how Rainey does, though. This is not a death sentence. This is not a clear out. As 1-0, I would imagine a slider is coming here. Slider, nice take from Bregman. Essentially, he was looking only heater there. The second he saw the slider, he was spitting on it and just missed down. He's not getting any sympathy from that ump on that slide piece. Now 2-0, you have to think, especially if you're Bregman, he has to come heater. And honestly, if you're Rainey, do you want to risk it? Do you want to risk throwing a slider and getting the 3-0 on Bregman? Probably not. Expect a low and away heater at this point. He risked it. Bad move. Because he didn't throw for a strike, and now it's 3-0, and Bregman's wondering, please give me the green light.
Springer has had 5 World Series home runs, of course, all coming in that one World Series. That doesn't make the top 10. 7 is 10th place. That's tied with 4 people: Hank Bauer, Goose Goslin, Gil McDougall, and Chase Utley. Here's the 3-0 pitch, 98 mile-an-hour fastball.
Bregman would have crushed that.
Nick, of course, just said Mantle Jesus, and for good reason. Mickey Mantle, 18 home runs in the World Series. No, it's okay. No, it's fine. It's absolutely unbelievable that he had 18. Yeah. Oh, Springer, you're right. Thank you, Paul. He has 6 now, so that still puts him right outside of the top 10.
All right, the 3-1, I have to think another fastball because he hasn't thrown that slider for a strike.
Ooh,
he got the call from the umpire.
Well, that's fine. If he's going to miss the other 2 calls, you might as well get that call.
Be consistent. All right, well, now we have a 3-2 pitch. I would love Rainey to throw a slider for a strike here. If he can throw it inside the zone, I don't think that Bregman can handle it because it's just such a hard pitch to gamble on. But you have to throw it for a strike, Rainey. I would have to think it's a fastball. Bregman's going to lace it. 3-2 pitch on the way here.
Tater. Oh,
right down the middle at 99.
Oh, my God. He just missed it. That's the pitch.
Man. Rainey, you're like, oh, my God. All right. Do I have to do this again? Spin the wheel.
What do you think? Just keep rearing back or try and
the
get
wheel of morality. Turn, turn, turn. Tell us a lesson that we should learn.
What is that?
Animaniacs.
Oh, God. It's so intense.
It was so good.
Really
I love it. All right, fine. Fine. I would go with a slider, honestly, if I'm Rainey. Please execute it once, and you've got it. You've earned it. No, overthrew a fastball instead.
At this point, now you pull the string. You take him out. I don't think Martinez... Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah, I understand this.
You bring in Hudson.
Man, that was such a tough at-bat.
This is it. This is what I said at the beginning of the game.
What'd you say?
That they don't have the depth. They just don't have the depth to be able to do this. I mean, Hudson could hopefully get you out of it, but now you're burning Hudson when he didn't want to.
Maybe they do.
We'll see. Depth isn't going to be determined in one game, so I won't be able to probably give you a definitive answer on it. But you don't follow Bill James?
What? Of course I do.
It just said Bill James online. Follow.
What? Where?
On the right side. Go to Bill James' profile.
Why would I follow Bill? Oh, yeah, of course. Just never got around to it.
Wow. My father. We shouldn't be doing a segment here. Oh, we could. We can do a segment.
Segment
time.
Cole, Ryu, Wheeler, Mad Bum. Where are they going?
Oh, the free agent question. Okay.
Cole's going to the Angels. Let's just say that and call it a day.
Yeah, you really 100% think that?
I mean, all right. Not going to the Yankees. The Red Sox, can they spend?
No.
So, no. Jays are not. Orioles are not. Rays are not. Done. Central, are the Indians? No. Twins are not going to spend on that.
Mm-mm.
No one else is going to spend on that. Maybe the White Sox would try and make a bid for him.
Yeah, that's
that would make a lot of sense.
Remember, the White Sox were the team that was like, we're going to try and get Harper.
Yeah, I mean, they are a team that has money to spend with young players that they would build a team around.
God, so in that division, Cole Giolito would be a pretty interesting one.
Throw in Kopech in there developing. You also have Dylan Cease and Raylo as the other guys.
That's also even pretty amazing to make Raylo a number 5.
Yeah.
I kind of like that. That's very interesting.
So I would consider that. I mean, from other of these guys, I mean, I could see Wheeler going. A lot of these could go. I don't think Ryu will. Madison Bumgarner, not really. I don't think necessarily fit for the White Sox. Maybe.
Padres?
How much money do they have left?
I don't know how much money they have left. Yeah, that's the issue.
Right? They just got Machado. They signed Eric Hosmer as well.
Mm-hmm. It'd be a nice move for them if they can afford it.
Wheeler might work there.
Yeah?
That might be where they go with that. I was talking to, Kimball Crossley is their scout, is one of their scouts. He was talking to me about their, what he thinks for certain guys, but he doesn't know how they're going to move. But it is interesting. There's a lot of movement, I think, between those pitchers there, and there's nothing really that solid, so someone can just come in and establish themselves pretty quickly.
Paul just brought up a really great point in the chat about how it'd probably be better to go with Doolittle in this situation because Gurriel is much worse against left-handed pitching,
nice.
and that's a really great point. I think we haven't seen who they're bringing in. I imagine it was Hudson. I saw he was warming up. I didn't see Doolittle warming up there.
I love the fact that he's just looking at video.
I know. That's pretty cool.
It is. At the same time, it's just kind of...
Cheating?
No, it's just weird how the game has transformed in that way.
Yeah, just have a guy... Especially because I know the guy who makes the app that they use. So, and the two things could not be further
That's really
apart.
Funny. And let me tell you, it's terrible.
All
right, Daniel Hudson here against Gurriel. Probably a slider here. Yep, that's what you get. 88. I fouled off by Gurriel. What do you do here, Fast? What do you not do?
Well, what I do is I let you talk while I pull up interesting stats about Daniel Hudson.
Well, I will say this. You do not throw fastballs up in direction of Gurriel. You stay down and away with sliders. Force him to go the opposite field with this. We've seen how much he's been pulling in on his hands very effectively. You just stay away, and that's what they're doing. Another fastball, 96, just missed off the plate. 1-1 count. Huddy's been great all year, but yeah, due for me, for sure, says Spore.
So, actually, Hudson has the better average
Colin
OBP
Jones,
and slugging against lefties, interestingly enough. He has a 205, 280, 368 slash line when pitching against lefties, whereas Doolittle has a 221, 241, 416 with a 270
fastball away, 97. You can see, actually, Gurriel is pulling still away. That was off the end of the bat. I'm not pulling away from the plate to cheat on the inside pitches. That's how he's been effective. I understand why he's continuing to do that because, it's worked for him thus far. I would say a slider works so well right now, especially if it starts in the middle, because Gurriel is going to get so tempted to say, great, this is what I'm looking for. If it falls under the zone, you will have a strikeout here against Gurriel. You just need to execute the pitch. Ooh, got it too far up, but hey, fell back in. Gurriel felt the need to swing at it, got the pop out. There you
huge. Go. Absolutely huge. 4 pitches. And you're right, it was a little bit of a risky move because...
Daniel Hudson's upset.
Yeah? Why? Because he wanted to try and get a double play there?
That was a bad offering. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, and Paul does bring up a good point, too, about how Hudson's story is featured in Jeff Passan's The Arm, which is a fantastic baseball book. And by the way, if you guys ever need baseball book recommendations, I don't know how many... Paul's probably read quite a few. I also have read far too many. So if you ever want to read about baseball, come talk to me.
I will say, if that slider was better, by the way, Gurriel would have smacked it.
Ooh, and there it is.
Ground ball, but stop.
Wow,
eat
Turner, no way.
Oh, wow.
I can't believe you even got to it.
That's huge. That saves a run. And quickly on one pitch, so it's all right.
Here comes Anibal Sanchez. Bring him in. No. End the game right now. And let him have the glasses. Bring in Donnie Brasco.
I'll be honest.
Donnie Brasco
I am
Sanchez.
totally rooting for the Nationals at this point. Without a doubt. I can feel it in me. Just being like, I want the upset.
Yeah. After...
It's just much more interesting with the Astros behind than the Nationals behind.
Yeah, after today's events, I'm also probably rooting.
You're rooting for Walgreens? Yeah, I gotcha, Spore. Yeah. I gotcha. Yeah, lower slider. Right, exactly.
I just want to try and go to one of these games. It'd be nice to go to a game down at DC.
So
boy, how do you not love this? Rookie of the year, bases loaded, game on the line.
Is he the Rookie of the Year?
Yes, he is. 100%. He is the Rookie
He doesn't look like Henry. Okay, fine. Fastball away coming.
Who?
Henry Rowan Gardner. I moved past it, buddy.
Sorry.
That was a beautifully dotted
confused.
fastball from Hudson on the corner, 0-1 here.
Can he go? Man, he would
Sport, yes, I'm being facetious, buddy. Come on.
He got triggered. Sport got triggered.
Come on. I mean, there's no one else even like
No.
consider.
Oh, John Means.
Right. No one.
Now that was not a joke.
Oh, come on.
Ooh.
Wow. Okay, that's interesting. So that was 97, where Jordan looked like he got jammed, even. Being a little bit late on it and maybe cheating out a little bit away. Honestly, that swing tells me that you can go up and in now, because that was a little bit over the plate and he still got jammed by it. You can go up and in pretty effectively right now to Alvarez. It's just, how good is Hudson getting there? I mean, it speaks to his slider down and in, but can he do that too? Yes. Oh, yes.
3
There it is.
pitches.
There it is. Beautiful.
Alvarez, it seems
Beautiful.
like he wanted to be the guy who won this game for his team and swings on 3 straight pitches. He strikes out. Oof, unbelievable.
That was it. But right, you saw from the previous at bat that he was behind on a hittable pitch. Speaks to that fastball going out.
Yep.
Lovely. And Hudson probably goes out for one more.
Yeah, you have to.
What was that, 12 pitches? 10?
No, fewer. Yeah, I think it was fewer than 12 because he had 4 to the first pitch. No, it was 7 pitches. No, excuse me.
8.
8, yeah, because of the...
8 pitches, those single by Correa on one
Yep.
pitch.
Yep.
We are monsters.
Who
We're
said that?
aliens from Sesame Street.
Oh.
Yep.
Yep. Segment?
Segment! All right, good. Take me out of this. Song.
Time.
Well, okay.
Segment song time. A starting pitcher to avoid in 2020.
Dakota Hudson right now. Jose Barrios. All right. I'm just shouting the memes from Arizona. This is a good question. Actually, let me think about this for a second. Who are someone that I'm generally fading at their price?
At their price, you're probably fading Jack Flaherty. At his price.
I guess I am.
Mm-hmm.
I have
Are
him at
you
15
fading
right now.
Shane Bieber at his price? I heard you had an interesting Shane Bieber conversation.
I did. I'm okay. I'm fine with him. I have him at 7
Okay.
or so.
Are you?
Let me actually take a look at the draft and see, like, oh yeah, who am I going to criticize? I feel really bad. Let's see.
Tyler
You got
Glasnow,
someone? You got
really?
one? You got one for me?
He's probably not there. I'll be curious. Well, this is probably a regression candidate as opposed to someone who isn't. I'm really concerned about their price, but Jake Odorizzi, I don't imagine him having the exact same success that he was able to have.
Sure. Yep.
This past year, so I wouldn't be drafting him where he's going to be going. I'd be curious to know if Mike Minor's ERA peripherals are really going to start to catch up with him in this upcoming year, and also whether he's going to be able to give 200-plus innings again.
Sure.
So that's another guy. A little
And get 200 strikeouts exactly
by
shouting off foul outs.
He shouldn't be able to do that. It was
I mean, there are a couple guys that I do expect to rise in drafts, not necessarily based on these mocks. But I'm probably going to be out on Noah Syndergaard. It was really cool.
See the light.
It was cool hanging out with Michael Jetto and really looking into, he's not getting the extension, and I expected a much longer article on that.
I've been out on him for 2 years. But okay.
Okay, buddy. All right. Well, so were you on Darvish, and that was great. So... Sandy Alcantara, I wonder how much he's going to be listed as a sleeper stuff. I have talked about him as being, hey, there are really good things to like, but as far as putting him in the group of, say, like the Canning and the Kopech and the Keller, all the hard C sounds, I would put Alcantara at the back end of that, as opposed to the front end of it. And I would say I'm probably out. There was one other guy I wanted to mention. I mean, you did say Glasnow and maybe Paddock a little. But not so much. I mean, if they're going like the 7th round and stuff, I think that's fine. So I don't really have much more than that. I guess Lamet to an extent. But if he's drafted, again, 14th round, that's fine.
If you're looking at people who overperform their peripherals, no one pops out more, in my opinion, than...
Will Harris is in, by the way. Missed the 91-mile-per-hour slider there. Maybe it's a cutter.
Than Mike Soroka. Now, a lot of that's going to be because of his arsenal and how he pitches. Are you concerned about that moving forward? Do you think he'll be able to have be able to maintain
cutter, right?
those kind of peripherals?
Yeah, right. He just those cutters, right? Of course. Well, with Soroka, he had a sub-3 ERA this year. And I think everyone is kind of drafting him not to be that. It's to be a 3.5 ERA guy with like a 1.15 whip. It's essentially Kyle Hendricks 2.0 is what you're drafting him, but just a little bit better. Like prime Kyle Hendricks, not like now Kyle Hendricks.
Sure.
And there is still hope that he can go up to a 25% strikeout rate. That's the McCullers cutter we just saw from Harris, essentially. We saw it before. He starts out of the zone up top and then comes back down to the bottom. It's really hard to judge. Is this going to fall? How much is it going to fall? And is this a strike? And some people stop committing because it's up and then forget that it's going to fall back down. It's a really interesting pitch because you can get burned by it, but you can also be really effective. Anyway, with Soroka, he does a really good job of replication. That is, his mechanics are really good replicating, and his stuff is often the same. He can develop more out of his slider and changeup. There's a pop-up 91 down the middle of the plate that Rendon is upset about, understandably, at 3-1. Tuvi's under it for the out. I don't know. I don't know if I think a lot of people are expecting too much out of Soroka to draft him where he's going, which is often in the top 30. I would love him at 35, 40. But to be an SB2 or so, I think that you're asking too much out of him.
Too much! Did Matthews? You kept saying it, and I just kept singing it in my head. I love that song.
It was like I squeezed the doll, and that's the noise it made.
Oh, man. All right, here comes Juan Soto. There's
nice big curveball.
Was that the first curveball that we've seen?
I think
it's
so.
all been cutters, right, so far?
I think it
is. It is. That's the first curveball we've seen. Now, for those unfamiliar with Harris, that's it. That's his arsenal right there.
Ta-da!
Cutter, curve. Most of the time going cutter. So it's essentially what's going to drop lower, right? That's what you're getting from him. Something's going to drop. Is it going to drop 12-6, or is it going to drop like a cutter? And that's what you have to guess. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and there's your cutter, 92 miles an hour, all the way up 0-2.
Yeah.
So what do you want to do? Now, this is the interesting choice. Do you go up and try and put a cutter up at the top of the zone that falls in, or, like you said, like you just highlighted, or you go with that curveball that just falls into the dirt?
I would try and take a stab at that curveball, but honestly, I would go right back where I just did.
Hot take, I would hit him.
What is it, like dominance. Alex Banks?
Huh?
Alex Banks, I think that's Mighty Ducks guy, where you hurt him so to get him out of the game.
Yeah, that's what I'm all about.
Curveball, but you hung it.
And then he hung it.
You hung it.
You can't do that,
No,
man.
like dirty laundry, man.
Unbelievable. What's the term? You hangy, he bangy? It's usually that's for a home run.
Well, yeah, you hang it, we bang it.
Yeah, exactly.
So don't do that.
Why do you want to do that? At that point, just put it in the dirt. That's unbelievable. That's like the worst of both worlds.
Yeah, it's like a Bundy 0-2 pitch. What is this? I thought you would like that.
I know. My eyes just glazed over.
I thought you liked it, though. It was like your favorite thing to talk about. I was like, how bad is he at 0-2 pitches? Why did he throw in the first pitch?
It's just the most maddening thing ever. God.
That's my fast impression, just in case you didn't know. It was that.
All right, so now we got Howie Kendrick coming up in that 344 average.
We've given a lot of talk about the Nationals pen. Mm-hmm. The Astros pen is not good.
It's not fantastic, yeah.
It really isn't. So, it's with Cole going 7. He needed to do that. Even though it was 5 earned runs, he still recovered to give you 2 more innings after that 5th. It's I think we're gonna see we might see some of the exposed Astros bullpen this series. Because I gotta say, I've been really impressed with the at bats from the Nationals team. This game, they've made Cole work a good amount. You can see right there that was a good approach on 0-2 there to stop that curveball.
That last Juan Soto at bat too. The last Juan Soto at bat was fantastic. There's been some great Trey Turner at bats. You're right.
The way Zimmerman was ready for that fastball and launched, the same thing with Soto.
Did not expect Kendrick to have an anchor tattoo on the forearm. That one kind of threw me for a loop.
Was he ever a Mariner?
I don't think so.
He was an Angel. I'm thinking of Sean Figgins. I call him Sean.
I call him that all the time, too.
I know. I'm so sorry. It's
Sean just Figgins. Angels, Dodgers, Phillies, Nationals.
Okay.
2 teams in 2017.
So how dare I even suggest he was a Mariner? I'm so sorry.
I also love, too, that's what you think guys get tattoos of all the teams that they've played for.
That's what I would do.
Would you?
No, because I don't do tattoos. That's just me.
Sorry
to bring that.
No. It's okay. He just loves Popeyes.
Team McTwo's like sub. 1 and 2 here from Harris. I mean, the thing is, Harris isn't. I guess it's a cutter down and away. I hope it goes off the plate.
Put the curveball in the dirt. It looks like he wants him going cutter low and away. If I understood that from Maldonado correctly, or low and in, excuse me.
Fastball up. Wow, and Kendrick is so good at in and out swings. It's phenomenal to me. He gave that ball a ride. That should not have gotten close to where it did. Ah, nice. Thanks, Mary. Did not realize that that's Howie Kendrick wanted to be a Navy SEAL.
Really?
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Did not want to be a Mariner. Wanted to be a Navy SEAL.
Yeah, that's right. It is the World Series debut.
Oh, that's
But
crazy.
Andrew Jones hit 2 of them, Soto.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
Against my boy Andy Pettit.
Wait, in game 1?
Yeah.
Is that what it said?
Well, in first game of a World Series debut.
Oh, World Series debut. Okay.
You smell extra innings?
No. Please. Some of us have to get
It's
out
free
for
baseball.
Work. Huh?
It's free baseball.
Yeah, if free baseball came at like the third, like 3.5 hours, I'd be like, yeah, let's go.
Let's
free
do
baseball
this.
can't start 4 hours.
Yeah, we're already 3 and change into
Yeah.
this. Oh man, we're here for you.
We are.
We're here for you.
Oh, there it is.
All right, that's a nice curveball for a strike from Will
I
Harris.
love a good first pitch curveball. Absolutely love a good first pitch curveball.
Do you?
Yeah.
Is that really? I've never heard you say
Get
that
outta
before.
here.
Never
Get outta
heard
here.
you say that.
I love it. It's where the game's going. Look at that upset face. It looks like an emoji. What's
He,
going on?
he looks like the mayor from the Nightmare
Before Christmas. You
yeah.
love that. That's like the third time you brought that
Second.
up to me.
Second.
Yeah,
Second one.
you remember it.
Oh, I know. That guy really did, though. He really did.
He did.
That guy, I hate that guy. This was a guy at the airport that was just, we had there was some delays or stuff on the plane, and the person's doing the intercom has no control over this, and is doing everything she can to help, and someone's just kind of yappering at her and being upset. Do you remember this?
Yappering?
Well, yapping at her like, oh, how dare you, X, Y, and Z and stuff.
I remember.
Yeah, and she says, well, I'm really sorry, whatever. And then, he grumpily steps forward and,
Or he says, we couldn't hear you.
right. And he says, well, I'm really sorry. I can't make it louder. He can step forward.
He was a dingus.
But then he makes that face. And it was just...
And he looked like the guy from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Exactly. That's what it was.
Oh, didn't know that the hat was going to come off and that was going to be the color of the hair.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. We've been seeing Asdrubal Cabrera highlights all game.
Yeah, we saw too many highlights there.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting for.
Yeah. He went to the barber and said, give me urine. I want the top of my head to look like someone...
Okay, all right. We're going back to the game. 0-2 now, 2 outs. I would imagine you could see a up and in cutter at this point, or curveball. It's a curveball in the dirt, overthrown.
That's what we wanted him to
You
throw.
often see, it's kind of interesting, in Cohn's book, he did mention, I wanted to practice throwing my curveball on the plate. Right?
Yeah.
Nick is triggered. Well, I'm just like, why do you gotta do this? It's a very good point. Just saying. You don't have to.
All right, go on.
Anyway, so you see guys at 0-2 pitches, they overthrow because I need to miss it, but they haven't trained it. They haven't really done master the skill of it yet. And you see stuff like that. It's a 58-footer. Didn't reach the plate, 2 feet in front of it. Mm-hmm. So I like that he went back after it, and that was a much better.
Him. Oh,
no!
You got him.
Yeah, crazy. I had you. I had the ball. Wow.
Love the aggressiveness still coming to the 8th inning. He figures he's going to throw that curveball
How
one more
impressive
time.
was that scoop by Maldonado? That's a curveball in the dirt that he's in stride as if it's a fastball.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Hey, Correa, you gotta make that play.
Yeah, really?
You gotta make that play. Now watch. Cabrera's going to slap a curveball to left field.
Oof.
And that's going to be that. It's either that or it's going to be a cutter up and in. It's really one of those two, I would think. Oh, we committed. That was a much better
That's
one.
what you wanted to see. Yeah,
That's
a 60-footer.
That's the one that you meant to do 2 pitches ago and eventually got it. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All right, we have 6 more outs. 9 more outs.
9 more outs.
We have 3 segments left.
We can do it. I can't believe we got through all of them. Segment.
Song.
Ideal. This is where we're at. Ideal mac and cheese noodle.
Rigatoni.
No.
No.
Okay, so
you're
here's
a
my
fusilli guy?
No, I don't know, okay? Here's the thing about rigatoni, okay?
Let me tell you about rigatoni.
The fact that your roommate just woke up hearing the words
Rigatoni!
Here's the thing about rigatoni.
Yeah.
You're loading up the noodle with hot mac and cheese that's ready to do damage. You know what I mean? It's the rigatoni is the Trojan horse of mac and cheese, okay? Because it's gonna pop open.
Not okay.
It's gonna pop open, and there's just gonna be mac and
pop open?
So, all right, you got the rigatoni noodle, right?
Yeah.
And then inside, hidden like a Trojan horse, is just hot
It's not like
cheese
it's
sauce.
It's not like ravioli or something.
No, I know, but it still gets in there.
What's the idea?
Okay, yeah,
what
and
you
then
want.
until you take a bite. And then you're inside your
I
mouth.
don't eat it like
burning.
like this, and then it comes out.
There's too much danger. I don't want that much danger. I want to relax when I'm eating my mac and cheese.
So you go with what?
Well, if you go with the fusilli, then you can see everything. There's no nook or cranny. There's nothing hidden. You know what I mean? There's nothing shooting out at any given moment. Yeah.
All right. At least we can acknowledge two things.
It's not rigatoni and cheese. It's macaroni and cheese.
Well, okay. First of all, it's not macaroni.
Elbow is the only way.
Okay. I was gonna say we can all establish that macaroni is a bad pasta. It's a bad pasta, and it's not. Bow ties is the wrong answer too.
Oh God, I really want mac and cheese right now.
But the things you're seeing right now, that is not macaroni.
Yeah, macaroni's this
It's
little
smaller.
Mm-hmm. Wait, what's that elbow?
It's like a little. It's just not. No, you don't want it.
The elbow noodle is just a rigatoni.
No, an elbow noodle is just macaroni. Sorry, look at this. It's amazing.
I can't say what I was gonna say.
I mean, okay. First of all, another question: how many holes are in a rigatoni pasta?
One.
One?
That's a hole.
But
This is like a physics question.
But it's two.
This is a physics
It's two
question.
holes.
On the left and on the right.
Yeah.
It seems like a physics question.
Because you can.
Thank God. Baseball's back.
Oh God. It's very versatile, Dick. Macaroni is a terrible pasta.
We just lost two people just on that conversation alone.
Oh man! All right, we're back in the game. There's Daniel Hudson throwing 95 miles per hour, and the Nationals are hoping that Hudson survives.
Kyle Tucker's in the game.
This was, by the way, a Discord proposed question.
Mm-hmm.
Just so we're clear, it's just hollow. It's just hollow. Says.
I think it says spore. It's just one hole. Interesting to note.
Yes.
So Martin Maldonado is out of the
Fastball
game.
up. Kyle
rips a
Tucker.
single.
Fantastic.
Oh my God, this game's going to extras, and I truly can't believe it.
No.
Kyle Tucker.
No, I don't believe that. I believe either the Astros are gonna win it or lose it. It's not. I really don't feel they're gonna. If they tie it, they're gonna have the momentum to win it.
If they win this game, then I think it's over in 5 games.
What a great swing.
Yeah, that is beautiful.
That was really, really nice. Draft stock going up.
Yeah, he's got plenty of room to play there.
Anyway.
So Martin Maldonado out of the game. That means that Robin Chirinos coming in to pitch to catch for the remainder of the game. Here's Ledmus Diaz. He came in 2 innings ago, I believe, maybe 1. Now playing left field, 96-mile-an-hour fastball coming in from Hudson there. He's going to be trying for that ground ball double play. That's all he's thinking of right now.
Right, of course. I mean, he's trying to make the best pitches possible.
Mm-hmm.
Aiming for the double play is often a fool's errand, unless you have sinkers that you can just throw endlessly inside.
Unless you're Zach Britton, that's it.
Right. Jose Urena, Alcantara, those guys that have those two seamers, they can really bite inside. There's a drive to left center field.
No, he got under
going back, but Robles is under it. Yeah, it comes down with it. My God, that was stressful.
The playoff ball.
Oh!
He doubled him off! Oh, no, he tagged on the errant throw.
No.
Either that or he's
out. He's out. Safe. Oh, okay, it was
so
tag.
He did tag.
Oh,
heads up by Tucker there.
this is one of the odd moments where
so that's actually on Robles.
Oh yeah, 100%. What are you doing, Robles? Oh, he saw that he was off the bag and thought that.
Yeah, but that's really poor by Robles.
Someone's got to be shouting it, I guess. I don't know.
That's really poor by Robles.
That's
you
terrible.
Really just gave him free 90 feet. That's bad.
I mean, he was tagging, and then like the throw came behind him. You're supposed to tag and then see where the throw goes, see if there's any reason for you to go.
And that's to turn the lineup over too. That's just brutal.
Yeah,
now,
that's not good.
Once again, if that is maybe the regular season ball, that would have been a tie game.
If some butts were candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas.
Okay, well, I'm Jewish, so I still wouldn't. But
no, it's a Merry Christmas.
Oh, with Mary?
Yeah.
Well, she already threw me under the bus with the Old Bay, so I'm not celebrating the holidays with you, Mary.
Well, all right. Anyway, it's a 1-0 count now to George Springer. I have to think that he's going to try and throw his secondary stuff right now, because Springer is so ready to jump on a fastball. And he was so ready that he fouled it off. I'm proud of Hudson throwing a slider for a strike there. Being able to throw your secondary pitch for a strike is a huge thing.
'Tis the season to be married.
Will you guys be doing this for every game? Unfortunately not, Jake Bridges. However, if you're part of our Discord, it's $5 for October, $10 after that. You can join us in the voice channel. And I'll be doing this. I don't know how much I'll get fast involved. But I will be in the voice channel talking about every game as it happens. Not with a live stream, though.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll probably be there a good amount.
I could just sit here and just live stream.
You could, for sure.
I don't know if I'd be wearing a suit still. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know.
Well, you'd have to buy more.
Oh, I have more.
Yeah, you have more suits? Yeah. 2-1 pitch, that fastball very high. What are you going to throw here?
I would probably go another slider. The Braves would not make this better. I'm very sorry, Jake Bridges and Austin Bristow, who just heard that. There is a drive to right center field.
Oh.
Going back of the wall.
Oh, and he missed it.
Oh, Eden almost made the catch.
Oh, Tucker
didn't know.
Jump.
Tucker didn't know, but he still came around to score, and now it's 5-4.
That was a fart away from a game-tying home run. Now, keep in mind, that's second and third if Robles doesn't make that throw.
Great point.
Oh, boy.
Man, Eden almost came down with that. I feel like Eden should.
Yeah, I feel like you should have. Let's see the replay. Also, Springer, run, dog. Run. You should be on third base.
Oh, he hit the side of his glove.
You gotta catch
I don't know. That was a really peak of a... He timed it so well.
Oh, he just barely missed it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's amazing. But listen, if you're Springer, I mean, listen, the media threw Acuna under the bus for that one. I think that's the ball right there, obviously. There's your great example of how during the regular season that ball is gone. Springer knows it off the bat. He feels it. And he should have been on third base right now, but it's all good. Let's see what Altuve can do here.
And I have the top of the lineup.
Ooh, once again, where are they throwing to Altuve?
A little bit away, though.
Still high. Go low.
Yeah, but that was a little bit of the way. That's why he was able to foul it off as opposed to to launch it. Cody says it's okay. Nick Fart isn't a swear word. It's true. He doesn't need to be crude, though. He doesn't need to be.
Did you get upset when I said fart?
I gave it a look.
Oh, okay.
I gave it a look.
If I recall correctly, Eden got hurt, not injured, in a play pretty similar.
That's a good point, Andrew.
That's a very good point.
Yeah. So maybe that was in the back of his mind. I tugged it a little too far there from Hudson. Man, I feel like a slide for a strike there would have totally been taken. Wow, we're getting tense here.
This is it. This is what we're here for, right?
This is Suit-Tober baseball.
This is Suit-Tober baseball.
Thanks, man.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I still have my voice somehow.
So when do you bring in Doolittle then? I guess you give Hudson one more batter. This is it.
You face Brantley. How much better is Brantley against
bring
righties?
in.
Oh, beautiful.
Boy, howdy.
Now, okay, over aggressive from Altuve, yes. I love that they went with the slider though.
Well, he probably went the lefty on lefty matchup for Brantley, right?
I would imagine. But let's see what the splits.
Well, it doesn't matter. He gets 282 off lefties and 323 off righties, so it's not like it's a huge difference.
At the same time, look at that home run differential, 19-3.
Yeah, that's true.
And I mean, yes, 412 to 163, but the ISO is 104 to 226. You almost
Oh
got
my
it.
God.
Okay, anyway, fastball coming in here. Oh, pulls it down the line, and oh man, he had him. If he got that actually inside, that did leak out over the plate a bit, but he totally would have wrapped up Altuve. I mean, it is the old method. Slow stuff down and away, fastballs up and in. You go back and forth with that. You have to think Altuve is expecting a breaker now. You can maybe get away with another one here. Let's see. 1-2 count.
This is turning out to be some game one, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, man. I mean, it's everything that was billed to be.
Yeah, well, except for a pitching duel.
But nevertheless, I mean, we knew it'd be a really fun game. Slider away. Fastball away. Altuve gets it. Hits it off the end of the bat. Now, is Springer going to tag? No.
He doesn't even pretend to.
It's like they're throwing at Sean Casey at first base.
Now, let's see what Martinez decides to do. Is he going to bring in Doolittle? You have to figure it'd be the right move here.
Yeah, he's going to try and get 4 outs.
4 outs from Doolittle.
Wow.
You should be able to do it.
To Doolittle it?
To Doolittle it.
He just has to do a little... Why do you put up with us?
I don't know. I can't believe it. So after Brantley, that would be... I mean, you obviously want to go one batter at a time here. We just talked about what Brantley's stats were going up against lefties. Doesn't get much better after that with Alex Bregman.
No.
You really need to get Brantley out.
You want to end it now.
Alex Bregman hit 350 against lefties this year.
Oh, boy.
350. So you and let's take a look at his ISO against lefties. 393.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
742 slugging.
Oh, my Lord.
Against lefties. So you really need to get Brantley out here if you're Doolittle, because the odds are not in your favor should Bregman come up. What do we got going on?
This is 50 times more fun than the broadcast, gents. Well, thanks, MT
that's
Goodrum.
good.
That's awesome.
That's very good to hear. I'm glad.
I don't know. What have they said? What has been like the incendiary...
Well, we don't give a damn. We don't give a buck.
What has been said on this broadcast? I'm actually kind of curious. We don't have any audio here on purpose. We didn't want to get like thrown off or give you guys extra stuff. I'm actually really curious. Can you guys hear the air conditioner?
I was just thinking about it.
I saw you just look at it.
For the first time ever in this room, I'm cold, and I love it.
Are you?
Oh, I love it. Well, I'm not wearing a suit. Can you guys hear? Can you believe it?
Joe Buck was all hope this pitcherless crew is enjoying this. Oh, thanks, Jake. The buttons. All about the buttons. No.
Krista wanted it. It's not distracting. It is not distracting. Good. Thank you.
Okay. Good to know.
She can hear it, but it's not distracting. Okay, that's good.
Oh, gotcha. Well, it's all thing. What do you got here? You making him a pitch? What is this?
What's the circle change one?
Circle change is you're throwing a four-seamer. Make a four-seamer with these two fingers.
With these two? Is it four-seamer with this?
So you're going a little too much. Try and like relax it so that your tips of your knuckles go to the top. Yeah, get it more. So this is uneven right now.
This is like Ghost.
You want to be straight on it, because I mean that's the rotation going like this.
Okay.
If you want it more cut, you could theoretically do this, but then you're getting the side of the ball. You're not getting velocity.
Wait, what's this guy again? What's this guy?
That one, it would be a curveball.
It would?
Yeah.
I thought this was a two-seamer.
Two-seamer would be, well, okay, it depends on how you're releasing it. Are you releasing it behind it like this, or are you releasing it like this?
I've never thrown a pitch in my life. So that question to me is absolutely
so Fast is doing this. Technically, you could say this is popping the gun. Mm-hmm. Right? I mean, I would do it up here on this horseshoe as opposed to that one. Mm-hmm. Two-seamer would be, you're essentially doing this because then the rotation is one seam, two seam. One seam, two seam.
Okay.
Right, four seams. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Doolittle's in. First
fastball,
pitch.
94. Do we normally see 94 from Doolittle? I would think it's more like 91, 92 range.
We're going to take a look.
Anyway, circle change, just to answer that question, you make the four-seamer that would be across it completely like this, and then you take your middle and your ring, and you throw the four-seamer, but then you just make a circle with the other two fingers.
We see, he sits 94 with his four-seamer.
Okay. So I imagine you're breaking stuff now, down and away. Fastball, nailed it. Look at that frame from Suzuki.
Howdy. Boy, howdy.
Slow-mo ghost that ball. We need to give No. We're good. We've got too many. We got too many gifts. Tough to world.
That was awful.
To win a World Series while making those plays. I don't know about that necessarily, Cody. They can win this game, and there you go. It's not really he doesn't have to. They're up right now. It's a tough play. It's one of those that can't push it over the edge necessarily and make sure you secure it. But it's not one of those like you lost the World Series because you didn't make that catch.
It's kind of interesting. Doolittle really just throws a fastball. That's it. I mean,
he has I thought he had a slider. He really barely throws it.
He just doesn't throw it at all.
Wow.
He just goes with that four-seamer.
Is that always the case?
And just seems like he commands it, and that's it. It's the past 3 years, yeah. He's never thrown another pitch in a season over.
Oh, there's a slap ball by Brantley, but Soto is
right
there.
To Soto.
We've got one more inning left. It's 5-4 Nationals. Who's winning this game?
Oof. I'm going to go with the Nationals. I think that Doolittle's able to hold on. That's their... Oh, wait, but Bregman. Bregman's their biggest threat.
That's not just Bregman.
Well, against lefties,
and
that 350 average.
Gurriel.
Yuli Gurriel can't hit lefties.
That's fair.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
and then after that...
Some days he can.
Some days he can, that's true. Wait, we got to finish up our last segments. I'm happy we got a good game, though. Much better than that.
We got two left.
That last game of the Yankees. Good God. It's brutal. What would you add to pitcher list? Oh, this is like if we had all the money in the world.
Yeah, if you could do one thing and add it to pitcher list that we aren't already doing.
Yeah, if we had all the money in the world... Sorry.
That was aggressive.
Sorry. If we had all the money in the world, it would be our own fantasy services.
Right?
Yeah.
That'd be super fun.
Yeah, I think it would be, there's problems with all of them. There's problems with ESPN, with Yahoo, with CBS, with every single one. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Every platform's going to have
we don't know. I mean, when you ask someone what's the best fantasy service, everyone has a different answer. And I'd feel, there should be one that's just like, oh, yeah, clearly you go on that one. I would also say with that, I would want the freedom to, I mean, there's so many inventive leagues, like the Guillotine League. They're the GTA League or the Morse Ball League. I would want it to also have the flexibility where you can create your own rules for it.
Yeah. I dig that.
You can actually have that freedom to craft the league that you want. Like, an effective 35-player, 12-team dynasty with no saves or steals. But I would say that I would want us to have a network that's like the entire year of just, we just have our channel where we just hang out and we do our thing.
Yeah.
Where we get MLB content that we can do, where we can do stuff like this, but actually show you the game.
Yeah, that would be nice.
And show highlights, show everything about the game that we want, as if, we can just do that freely and have it through the day as like a Twitch service or something like that. That's what we would love to do.
What was the last movie you watched?
I watched Split on the trip, on the flight back. Why are you asking that?
It was just funny. I was just thinking about it. So for you guys who were there, Kristen, my wife, hates scary movies. But last year, for some reason, she said, I want to watch a scary movie every night in October.
Okay.
And so we did that last year. We didn't end up watching one every night. We've been watching them a lot. And then we're doing the same thing this October. Mm-hmm. And we always need new scary movie recommendations. Okay. Last night we did Rosemary's Baby.
Okay, sure. Have you seen Babadook?
I've seen Babadook.
Okay.
Which was pretty good. I think the scariest one we've watched this year was maybe The Ritual on Netflix. But we'll get back to that later. Will Smith remains in the game. He starts off, 88 miles an hour, right in the hands of Jordan Zimmerman. Another errant throw there from Carlos Correa.
That's the third we've seen.
That's the third one that we have seen there.
Joe Smith is in. This is one of those cases of
that sidearm, not Will.
Right, of an effective pitcher that you just feel that shouldn't. It's the whole Moneyball thing. Like, this guy's scraping the ground. Like, he can't be effective overall, but his numbers show differently. We'll see.
No, it is kind of interesting, man. So he's throwing. He didn't throw a lot this year. Obviously, he only threw 141 sliders, which was his most used pitch. He has a .08. He has an 80 batting average against on that pitch.
Oh my lord!
An 80 batting average against on that slider. That first pitch you saw was a sinker. Woo! Oh
Love that sing right
that
falling at the
pitch
bottom of the zone. That
was gorgeous.
That was beautiful. I said gorgeous because I wanted to say beautiful and gorgeous.
No, it was too much. It defied words. It was
Peter Borges.
That pitch was just beautiful.
Oh, that was nice.
Don't even talk about funky arm slot and delivery. If that's what the pitches look like, then good luck.
Yeah. Ben Brown says if Barstool can get MLB rights, so can Pitcherless. It's just a matter of time. Well, I will say one thing about that. We want to do live games. Yeah. I want to be able to show you the entire video right now. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's a good point about, say, highlights and being able to reference stuff without...
Well, also not bringing you trash takes and having women that we hire and respect.
Yes, having that.
Yeah, we do have that.
Yeah. I'm saying, like, you said without to start it.
Yeah.
Twitter pointed that out twice. He was reaching for his back after making throws. Oh, fascinating, Mark.
Good. Remember what I said after he made that dive? I hope he did his yoga because I was worried about his back.
Oh, really?
And that's what I'm worried about right there. Wow. Here comes the 1-2 pitch.
Thanks,
Let's
Mark.
see if that sinker again. Oh, lordy. So that was actually his...
That was a rising fastball-ish. No, that was a changeup?
No, it was at 80 miles an hour.
Yeah, oh man.
I think it actually might have been a slider that didn't break.
I just have no idea what to do.
I don't know what to do.
My entire reference point?
What did Baseball Savant classify that as? So he
here.
sits 80 with his slider, so it could have been a slider that just didn't really break. That's kind of what I'm thinking. He hasn't really thrown that many changeups.
It was a slider.
It was a slider.
Slider.
Okay. Just not a lot of movement to it, it seemed, because of where it was coming in from, but it was gorgeous. Oof, that was very nice.
Slider inside.
Slider.
Robles pops it out to Correa.
Oof, God bless that inning. That was as quick as it could be.
I was about to say the second out, but
Dude,
I forgot.
look at this. 11:46. We can actually finish this game before midnight.
Well,
I really didn't think that was
Let's see. Segment
time. I really hope we don't get extras because it's our final segment.
You guys can ask us stuff.
Oh, God. It's almost like the hat knew this one shouldn't be asked because I know you're very excited about this. I remember when you were drawing it up, I think you thought of an answer.
Oh, I don't know if I did.
What would the pitcherless mascot be?
Oh my God, I don't have an answer. Yeah, what would the name of the pitcherless mascot be? What would our theme song sound like? Mm-hmm. And what would it look like? Would it be like a cheeseburger?
Why?
Because it's a slider?
Yeah, that's not bad.
It's really terrible.
Yeah, it would have to be like a pun
on a pitching or a pitching thing.
Yeah, but like really haggard and overused and like just wanting to die.
Kind of like Steve of Steve's hormone monster.
Yeah, exactly. From what's it called?
Big Mouth.
Yeah.
Pill
should be the name. I like that. Pill.
Pilly. Yes, like the nut. It's a nut?
Huh? Yes, like the nut. Mary's like, these idiots.
All the time, I'm sure. Let's see. What's up? It should be called Pitcherless, says Pinbro.
Wait, Cody wants to know...
Pilly.
Google it.
All right.
Pilly nut? Oh.
All right, that's a nut.
That almost looks like an almond. What? What are you laughing at?
No, almost looks like an almond.
Cody
just whispered in here.
It almost looks like an almond. Cody wants to know.
It almost looks like an almond.
Yeah, come for the ASMR.
Just imagine that, like, in your ear. Like, oh, yeah. It almost looks like an almond.
Yeah, we're getting delirious, Nick.
Oh, yeah.
We're getting primo delirious.
Oh,
Nick.
My Lord.
Wait, before the inning begins, predictions for the bottom of the inning.
Sorry.
Cody wants to know. I say
looks like an almond.
Bregman lead off double, and then Doolittle gets out of it.
Sanchez comes in. Annabelle, why not? Right?
Oh. I was like, Gary?
No.
They shipped him over?
Annabelle might have to show up. I guess they'll save him for extras or something.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're saying extras and Annabelle Sanchez comes in? Don't will
because
that
I want to be wrong.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that's a bold prediction.
Oh my God.
Someone get Fast a snack. He's daydreaming about almonds. Yeah, amen. And there was the mac and cheese before.
It almost looks like...
All right, so remember, here comes Bregman with that 350 average
Why
against
did
lefties.
you have that accent?
Did I have it?
Yes.
All right.
Oh, it almost looks like at home.
You're ridiculous.
I can't even say it without laughing. That's like the most ridiculous... Oh, I'm sorry. That, like, it's
But it
killing
does.
me. That is just killing me. I just...
The things that have cracked you up tonight.
That is so good.
Oof, that was pretty much the same pitch. Can you pull that up and see where the locations were different? Yeah. Bregman's pissed because he knows that the first one from Doolittle looked like it was in the exact same place.
It was a little farther inside.
A little bit further.
It was a full ball inside more. Or over the plate.
All right, let's see what Bregman can do.
Stay outside.
Oof, too much.
Ooh, change up.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't throw that, man.
Yep, that would be the 66th changeup he's thrown.
Dun, 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 dun.
He's thrown over 1,000 pitches this year.
Sorry. So that's a 6% chance?
Yeah.
Don't know why I said it like that. All right, 2-1 pitch coming. I gotta think of fastball.
No,
away.
it would be a point.
6%.
6 into 1,000?
Yeah. 60. Yeah, 60. So you just take away a 0 each. 6 out of 100.
Is this how far we've come?
Why are we doing this? You take away 100, a 0 from... Wait. What? 60. 60.
Oh, yeah.
You just did 6 again. You
Nuh-uh.
just did 6 again. Fast.
60.
Over 1,000 is 6%. Yes.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, he struck him out.
He struck him out. And another fastball. Like, look at that. Like, Bregman, I think, was looking for something else or coming in. And he just stayed away the entire time. And Bregman couldn't do it.
6.
Yeah.
I was thinking of 6 into 100.
Yeah.
I was like, that's 6%. But yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah. Just take away 0.
Not a lot of happy
Oh,
people.
I want that gif.
How sad
Of
everyone is.
of the eyes. Yeah, that thing. All right. Hey, guys. What's up? We're surviving this.
All right. As Paul brought up earlier, yes, Yuri Gurriel not having as much success against lefties. And here he is, Sean Doolittle, the lefty, coming up against Yuli Gurriel. Can we see some late inning magic from Yuli Gurriel? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I will say, if I'm Gurriel, I'm just looking out over the plate and hoping to slap it to right. Down and away. The first time Bregman has struck out 3 times in a game. Wow.
This is the first time ever?
All year.
Wow.
Animals, vlogs, and more. No joke, this is the best one I've found for this. Don't know what you're referencing. Hopefully you're talking about our broadcast.
Nailed it.
But good to have you here, man. I imagine another fastball here. It's got to be more fastballs. It's just fastballs away.
Thank you.
Oh, nice.
That's
awesome.
very nice.
Thanks, man. I imagine, a lot of people are probably doing this.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
So, happy you guys are here, really.
Mhm.
There's a
Got
fastball
under it.
away. Got under it. All right, that's 2 outs. Fast. Who's
Woof,
up?
Carlos
Who is this?
Correa.
It's Correa?
Yeah, it should be, right, after Gurriel.
Well, his back is
Yeah, that's
Barkin.
an interesting point. I wonder if maybe they do. I mean, there's no way. There's no way that they're going to be able to pinch hit for him. He hit 308 off of lefties this year, but only 65 at bats against lefties. Obviously, he missed a lot of time with those back injuries that he had. Now he's played the hero,
Multiple
in the
times,
playoffs so far. So let's see what he's able to do coming up against Sean Doolittle and this fastball, because that's pretty much all he's going to see. Is that fastball just kind of coming wherever he wants to. I don't know why Suzuki's throwing mixed signs up right now. We know what's coming.
And there it is, middle the plate fly to center field. Robles is underneath it, and the Nationals take game 1.
That's unbelievable.
So good.
It wasn't the prettiest appearance from Doolittle, but it really doesn't matter because he got the job done. He got the fly balls that he needed to get. So before we wrap up, why don't we do some quick takeaways about our favorite things from this game?
I mean, we were just talking about the Nationals pen being the problem in this one. And honestly, I mean, yes, you had Rainey allow a solo shot. And you had Hudson. And you had Hudson allow a run as well. But that you could say Robles was the cause for that a little bit. For overthrowing a bit. They made it work. And that is obviously going to be a focal point of this entire series, is how are the Nationals going to get those final 9 outs or so, maybe 12 outs?
Well, yeah.
They'll make it work, and they made it work today. Really impressed to see that. I think Hudson, Doolittle, and Rainey is something we're going to see a lot. Really curious to see how it plays out tomorrow with Strasburg. Maybe we'll see Anibal Sanchez make a bullpen appearance.
Yeah, well, listen. In
I'm
my
looking
opinion,
forward to that game.
In my opinion, you got to take it game by game, obviously, and not every game is arguably your best pitcher just going to go 5 innings.
Right.
So the fact that Scherzer was able to battle through 5 extremely laborious innings, they were able to use Corbin on this bullpen day, take this game. Great calls from Martinez there. Yeah, I think Paul had a good point about maybe bringing in Doolittle a little bit earlier, but I don't really have a lot of problems with what he did and how he managed this game. I thought that was that's a ballsy call to bring in Corbin, even if it is that bullpen day, because things can go south. If Corbin ended up giving up 2 runs, which he did, I believe, against the Dodgers at one point when he came in, this could have been a much different scenario. So yeah, the Nationals, they're here. I think a lot of people thought that this game was no matter what going to go to Cole, even if they predicted the Nationals winning the World Series. So they're a force to be reckoned with right now.
And definitely, I mean, the at-bats from the Nationals, very impressive the entire way through as well. Zimmerman being aggressive, Soto adjusting as well for his home runs.
Yep.
Really great to see that, and honestly, this is going to be a great series. I think this is going to go 7 games for the Nats.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. I mean, I think it's important for people to remember that the Astros did lose Game 1, but it was Greinke as well, who's obviously been a lot shakier in the playoffs. They've gotten to the most stable pitcher on the Astros right now. Verlander's been shaky, hasn't really had command of that slider. As I said, Greinke has been a little bit shaky. They haven't been able to get a lot out of Peacock or Jose Urquidy, so they don't really have that 4th starter. This could be exactly what the Nationals need.
I will say this would be a very different game, of course, if the Astros did take advantage of the opportunities they did have against Scherzer earlier on. There were lots of missed opportunities, lots of men left on base there. Very good game coming tomorrow.
Yeah.
Justin Verlander versus Strasburg. Cannot wait for that one.
Yeah, so we're not going to be here live streaming that one, but we are going to be over in the Discord channel. Guys, those of you who stuck with us, thank you so much for joining us. We had a blast
this was
talking
so much
with
fun,
you
really.
tonight.
Thank you so much for joining us. This was incredible. We hope to do maybe one. I'm not going to make any promises there. Definitely join our Discord if you're not there already. Patreon.com/pitcherlist. But yeah, really, thank you so much for joining us.
All right, guys, that is going to do it for our 3rd live stream over here at pitcherlist.com. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll talk to you soon.
My name is Nick Pollack.
I'm Alex Fast.
And we'll talk to you guys next week.